almost non-existent. I talked about it a lot on the cast yesterday, but because of the lack of controllers to kind of bounce off the Gecko utility, they just really aren't able to control space in the way they like it. It's super readable in the way that they're trying to control space. So let's see if maybe today they're going to cook something up a little bit different.
Why was he drinking? Is he thirsty? I don't know.
He's thirsty for a win, Victoria.
Thirsty for a win. Tissueless nose here. We see Warbirds and 𝘼𝘽𝐿𝐼𝐽𝐿 coming out. And I know they're good friends.
𝘼𝘽𝐿𝐼𝐽𝐿.
Oh.
Is it Bio?
Who is it?
Oh no, Ego.
Hey. Aw. Yeah, I do know these coaches do get along.
Morning. Hum first. Let's go.
Hello guys, क्या हाल है? आज अपन एकदम ताज़ा fresh आए हैं.
We don't speak about coaches a lot in almost any FPS.
Story भी डाल
There's
देगा.
some standout public-facing coaches
don't
that
mind
it's very easy to speak about, but I just feel like
मुझे नया आया नहीं
support
है.
stuff don't get as much love as they should, and for a team like Team Secret, as
What's up guys? GENG vs Secret watch party live और आज analysis भी करेंगे. तो मिलते हैं stream पे.
very much
Click on the
part of
link.
this is going to be a lot of sleepless nights. That is what getting to Champions Los Angeles requires: preparation, discipline, and that's something support staff instill in their players and in themselves.
Yeah, and I briefly talked with Warbirds yesterday after the match, and he just said we just didn't play our game. You know, it's kind of the typical coach speak stuff, but I could tell you he just didn't feel like his players were in it yesterday in terms of like their mental and their physical maybe. So hopefully, they're able to rest up. He was able to do that prep, get them ready here for today to go up against GENG. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Surprise.
Surprise,
GENG
surprise.
coach
bet this is
looking like
blind.
Ryan Gosling.
Would they dare leave blind
I
out?
did
Oh, surprises.
Shocker.
I think this is where the surprises happen.
Yes.
You almost certainly get Haven and Ascent, but what is the order?
Right.
Haven, map number 1. Okay, great. This is another rematch. I still think a different rematch. Oh,
Pearl here.
I was expecting Ascent number 2.
Yeah, or maybe Fracture, I thought could be a
sure.
possibility. Team Secret does
There we
like
go.
Fracture as well, but yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you're winning on Haven and Ascent all the time. You might as well stick with it. And then GENG's
There
going to
we
try
go.
that Lotus again. So that means Fracture's our decider. I thought Fracture would have been picked before being the decider, because both these teams are like kind of okay with it. They're not like, it's not like their favorite map, but it's not their least favorite map. If that
क्या
makes
लगता है guys?
I don't know. Will we get to a
कौन जितना
fourth?
है? Prediction.
You know what?
What do you think?
I'm assuming, just based on the whole Pearl pick,
Secret.
that GENG can at least snag that. Let's say a repeat of Haven and Ascent happens to them again. Unfortunately, they haven't leveled up again. They haven't learned their lesson from that last match. Well, at least they have Pearl in their pocket, and maybe that's something they can ride off and get to that 4th map. But where does it go from there? I feel like it's a tricky order.
There has to be changes to the Pearl from the last time when they played Talon on it if it's going to work. I would expect that these Agent comp ceiling is different. You have the Duelist. Of course, it's the Raze there for the side of Team Secret and the Jet for GENG. But when we get to that Pearl, not if, when we get to that Pearl, I need to see something different from GENG. If it's the same Agent comp, it needs to be a wildly different play style on that defender side if they're going to avoid, frankly, a potential 3-0 or 3-1.
Before we get into the game, Jess and Paper Thin, why did you go with your predictions, Jess, for GENG?
I just felt like the fundamentals that GENG showed yesterday was enough for me to put some belief behind them. They've got home crowd as well. I think the preparation should be good, and I think they don't necessarily rely on preparation like Team Secret does. So I'm hoping that all bodes well for them here today.
2 words. Laban Piñas.
Oh yeah! Let's go
pineapples.
Those pineapples be good. All right, we are gonna go into the very first map in this best of 5 of the lower bracket finals. We have Team Secret and Generation Gaming. We're going to Haven. We have our casters who are gonna take us through that game. Tasteless and Quack.
Excellent work at the desk, guys. I'm here with the Quack Attack himself. I couldn't be more hyped for this match we have coming up here. Remember, the losing team is out. They're done. Their story is finished for this year, and the winning team goes on tomorrow to fight for that one chance to move on to the next level.
And that's the most important thing, right? That's why there's so much pressure. It's a full-on best-of-5 series, so stamina is important. And both of these teams have been playing throughout, the past few days, and it's a little bit gruesome. It's a little bit tiring. Do they still have it in them to carry themselves forward? Looking at the map picks already, I mean, it's a bit of a rematch.
It is, and hopefully it's not going to be as one-sided as it was before. Team Secret played extremely well. GENG, you mentioned stamina earlier, Quack. I couldn't agree more. I mean, this has got to be a real marathon, a real exhausting experience. And yesterday was no easy day for them. So let's see what kind of condition they're going to be in. GENG is after coming off that hard-fought win.
Yeah, if anything, I mean, Team Secret coming off a loss, maybe that affects them a little bit mentally. The other thing about this rematch, though, although the map picks are somewhat similar to what we saw a couple days ago, they're actually starting out on different sides. What we saw before was Team Secret starting out on the defense in the first half. So now that we've swapped it around, can Team Secret show us anything different? But instantly, it's going to be Jeremy who gets domed by Meteor. Now inside Garage. Oh my God, Sylvan.
Yeah, hops out, hops over to the other side, doesn't quite get that connection, but as he comes to the door, Meteor gets the upper hand of Borkum. Oh my goodness, this is insane. It's like every single duel is just being won here by GENG.
Yeah, some sharpshooting coming out of these guys, man. I mean, Team Secret are trying to push out in certain spots, maybe a little bit towards mid, maybe a bit of a C-split. But then as soon as GENG gets a read on it, tap,
Meteor भाई ने तो ये round खत्म कर दिया है दोस्तों.
Yeah, that was a pretty extraordinary start. I mean, Meteor, it does feel like with every day is getting a little bit better at the game. It's kind of crazy.
Guys, कोई मेरा ये thumbnail download करके उसमें team logos change कर सकता है तो कर दो. हम same to same लगा
all
देंगे.
these individual separate fights. It was GENG just coming out on top. I wonder if this is a sign of what's to
just
come
hold
or
on
a
for
fluke.
1 second.
I don't know. I mean, if Meteor starts out this strong, this sharp, I mean, he's already like 4 alt points up, 3 away from his Blade Storm. That's something that Team Secret is always going to have to be scared of. They have to shut him down right now if they want to stand a chance at winning this. But right now, I mean, look at this happening again. As soon as they try to push into a site, Meteor gets a first pick.
All right, so we got that initial pick. Borkum is out of the picture here. They send that all drone down into A-long, but A-short's going to be where the pressure really does build up. Goddead gets the clear, but it's going to be a pretty explosive push coming out here right now onto the other side of A, and it is shut down immediately here by Sylvan and Meteor.
Yeah, they tried to throw for a flash, they tried to throw some paint shells, and it doesn't bother GENG
In-game no sound. तुम लोगों को sound नहीं आ रहा है क्या game का?
2-0.
I don't know, man. It feels really one-sided already. Like, I'm sure Team Secret is going to start to pick up some wins, but right now, GENG looks really clean, really on top of everything.
I mean, you know, the desk, they were kind of talking about Team Secret being prep heavy, but I feel like GENG's done that as well, because if you look at how they actually position themselves around the A site, they completely ignored the flash being thrown at them, the paint shells, the grenade. It didn't affect them whatsoever. It was a flawless win, and that's why it feels so strong. And right now, wow, confidence, they're pushing out. Oh, he still lands a shot onto Jeremy.
It's not stopping yet. Sylvan getting that kill there. It looks like he wants to try to wrap around to the side. King gets blinded, has to pull back.
He's picked up the rifle. Secret trying to fight back now, just holding it down, but Jesse Vash gets traded instantly. It's all up to Envy, and he is good for some shots, but when you got 3 players rushing you down, all from the same angle, it's a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, again, another big win here for GENG. How long is this going to go for here? A strained round again for Team Secret as they unfortunately fumbled that round 3 opportunity to try to start to balance things out.
I mean, look at this move from Sylvan. The paranoia and then Shrouded Step to teleport up front is something that I don't think Team Secret expected at all. They tried to respond to it, but with so much earlier aggression, I mean, 𝘼𝘽 is happy.
All right, here we go into round 4. Double marshals here for Jesse and Jeremy. Let's see if they can get some long-distance peaks and try to start to maybe run away with this round.
I don't know, though, Nick. It's a little bit scary. I mean, look at how much control GENG has. Blocking off C, kind of luring them into the A site, perhaps.
Yeah, A is going to be a tempting place. We do have
GENG fired up like
TS actually tucked away up in heaven. I kind of like this. It's going to create the illusion that the site may be empty, and as they do start to spill in, he could actually whip around and try to get some kills. He pops out and does get Envy.
You were absolutely right. I mean, that's exactly what happens. Just kind of giving them that false hope, that illusion that the side was clear. And then the shock dart, it tags on Borkum as well. Although the spike goes down, it's just such a daunting task of being able to win this round. Then again, comes down to how GENG comes in with a retake.
All right, I mean, I don't know about the possibility of this retake. Let's see what GENG can do. Meteor spills right into the site. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Look at what is happening here, Quack.
Guys,
GENG
GENG 3-0 करने
is
वाला है
looking
क्या?
to be like the best iteration, the best version of GENG I have ever seen right now.
Yeah, even compared to the regular season that we saw in Pacific, right? I mean, the way that they started, sure, they were strong, and then maybe they faltered a little bit towards the halfway of the season. But this right here, right now, look at this retake. First of all, you got the breach utility coming out from Goddick, clearing out Hell, a little bit of pressure coming out of A-Link, but Meteor and then movement. The cloudburst towards the further part of the site was something that completely just walks over whatever Team Secret had positioned.
And by the way, I mean, with that spike plan, I thought, okay, finally they're getting the round they wanted, right? Like, they should be able to cover this. This should be a doable situation here for Team Secret. Not the case at all. They were completely shut down.
Oh my goodness!
And already we got Meteor off the hook again.
And he does it outside of Garage without much utility at all. I mean, just a tailwind and clean shots. The rest of Team Secret trying to keep up the pressure. They rush into the A site, but instantly stopped by, you know, the utility from the other GENG players.
So, I mean,
Plat
they
check
don't make much headway over there
Cursing
into the
since
courtyard.
1990.
It's going to be A short where the action picks up. TS gets a swing. And it's a bit of a trade out, a 2 versus 2 now. Could go either way.
Not too bad.
Looks like Borkum's going to grab the spike and they're going to tiptoe back out of A. Is it going to be trafficked up into B, or is this going to be a long shot over into the C? If it's B, there's a chance that I think GENG can catch up to him. Yeah, it looks like it is going to be a B push.
Possibly, but look at what GENG are doing too, Tasteless. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I like this.
That's what's so scary about the 2-on-2. You're never quite sure where your opponents are going to be.
Yeah, and this is going to be an interesting setup. I think they just have to let Sylvan catch up a little bit, and they don't have... Oh man, okay, here we go.
Right now, you know, Team Secret, they're thinking, okay, maybe they're coming from C-Link, maybe A-Link, because that's where they were on the A site. But there is that possibility they're going to come through mid, so the noise has been heard. And Jesse Vesh goes out for
Meteor.
the peek.
The Borkum's going to come in here for the push. They get it to half. Oh my God! GENG is sick, dude. That was such a huge win for them. I mean, Team Secret, they need to get this round win. That might have been the moment they would have pulled it off. But with really, really good gameplay, I mean, GENG comes in and executes. Team Secret, unsurprisingly, calls for a timeout.
They have to, Nick. I mean, 5-0 at the starts, and with how they actually pull off some of these rounds, yes, it's a lot of early round aggression. Meteor getting that initial pick outside of Garage, and then falling back. Team Secret is always kind of trying to recover from some of these early losses. And then in that 2-on-2, I mean, you're talking about how well they played it. Just the way that they kind of watch each other's backs, and then tap in the spike, and just kind of hiding inside of that smoke as well.
Yeah.
It's just too darn good.
I was a little worried when Meteor got on top inside the B side. I thought, okay, he's looking the wrong way. But, I mean, talk about a crazy flick shot there, getting that kill. And, look, I mean, I believe it's possible for Team Secret to start to
increase your mic, guys. I think mic ठीक है.
It's also possible GENG just keeps stacking these wins. I mean, 5-0, this is literally as bad as it could be right now for Team Secret. And sometimes, even if you get a team like Team Secret that can get back on their feet, that disparity is already too big to catch up.
It is really, really daunting. And that's the other thing, too, because if you're talking about timeouts, yes, Warbirds gets to kind of talk to Team Secret, but Bile has some kind of game plan as well. For the first 5 rounds, we've seen a lot of early round aggression from GENG. And if you're a Team Secret right now, maybe you're going for some kind of a set play, but GENG seems prepared for this too.
All right, they're going to push down into A. Again, these are not the ideal weapons to try to overpower A. Pretty retracted setup over here for GENG. It's once again going to be TS inside window up in Havoc.
Yeah, you can see that Bile kind of actually anticipated it. They stacked up on C side first, and then if there's not much noise in the first few halves, they're going to kind of rotate over onto the other part of the map, and that's where the A site is. Jeremy in position with a judge. The spike has been planted though, so it comes down to the retake once more.
Must position है इन लोगों.
All right, well, I mean, this is going to have to come down to that retake. Are they going to have that same kind of entry that we saw already in round 3?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Slightly
God.
different. It's just Meteor with the blades. Now Jeremy trying to fend them off with the judge, but King comes in.
King with a big swing, takes Envy out. 2v2 again here. Is this going to be the time that Team Secret can turn it around, or is GENG going to continue to dominate?
Oh, they're playing so far back because of the Hunter Sphere, but TS is so aware of this. Look at him. He's hunting down the Hunter. And then it's down to time. Unfortunately, the round will not be won by GENG, but a good pickup by Team Secret.
Yeah, a much-needed one. And I got to say, you know, King looking pretty damn scary there. Luckily, the Hunter's Fury basically ensures that a defuse is going to be impossible. But how are they going to do in round 7 here when they don't have those kind of tools at their disposal?
Yeah, that's the thing about ultimates, right? You kind of need to cycle them through. You need to earn them with some of those out points, and it's difficult if you are only getting those points through round losses or deaths. Meanwhile, for GENG, I mean, almost clean with how they actually came in off of it. The judge might have been something that they didn't quite expect, but Meteor with those blades, I mean, it's a different way of retaking the site, and it's something that Team Secret's always going to have to be thinking about. Now, they're going for a quick push into the B site, but you already have King in position around C-Link.
All right, Showstopper ready to go. Are they going to find that target?
अच्छा अडैप्ट कर रहे हैं GENG वाले फ्लैंक के लिए रेडी रहेंगे क्या गाइस क्या लगता है
Quietly crawling right out and back maybe in through B here.
Look at Dubstep though.
There's a deep look over here at Spawn. This is looking pretty good for Team Secret right now.
Yeah, trying to peek out and play off of the Rolling Thunder. Dubstep will be able to find the frag. Envy with the assist. And Jesse Vash kind of up front and personal. King, although he was trying to stay undetected around the C site, you know, allowing for his team to come in with a flank, no, he's gonna get discovered by Team Secret.
Yeah, beautiful round there from Team Secret. Kind of cool formation from GENG when they moved out, but you know, Team Secret kind of slipped right out from under him, and so no recovery there. And look, Team Secret has started that comeback that we talked about that they really needed to do.
They really need it, but that's the other thing, Tasteless, because, I mean, with such a huge momentum, such a big lead coming out from GENG, they've managed to save up like 4 ultimates. And that's something that they can use again in some of these retakes scenarios. I mean, they don't necessarily have to keep going for these early round picks or odd, unorthodox formations, pushing
just
out
like you
A.
did with Laz and GENG.
It works out for the first part,
guys,
but
ज़्यादा
it
तो
seems
नहीं
that Team
देना
Secret has adapted.
है Laz GENG धीरे खेल रहे हैं ना इंटरेस्ट
definitely, you know, that timeout helping out quite a bit. It does seem like a very different
बूस्टर भाई भी आए थे
forward right now. We do have a tech pause. I'm not sure what the issue is, but hopefully it will be sorted and we'll be back in this game as soon as possible.
फाइनल्स में हार गए
Yeah, not too big of an issue so far.
अभी देखो दो back-to-back trophies.
I mean, so far with the way that the games are going, right? I mean, early round aggression. Now Team Secret starts to kind of pull off some.
tech pause नहीं चाहिए
It was really fast.
tech pause का scene बाबू भैया
what do you call this? Insurance plans in the back. You know, I really
like
that they had Dubstep along with perhaps Jesse Vash just kind of hovering around the backside. Because GENG
guys, मेरे को लगता है Omen City teleport plus breach garage sorry garage window जाएंगे.
Yeah, we got Meteor here with the op trying to get a peek, but in fact it's going to be C-side.
भाई बोला करा यार.
This thing is moving very quickly. They do think they get the oh my god.
पर TS भाई ready है.
Sylvan gets his own as well. And it just looks like with the positioning that GENG had in this round, I mean, they're playing so far back.
It was kind of reminiscent of round 1 here, where it's like every single fight, GENG just completely and totally won. After that, we saw that aggro push in there. Keep in mind, GENG, a lot of ultis at their disposal here. You know, we saw Team Secret catching up, but it does seem like if GENG needs to force anything going forward, they really can.
And that's the thing, because they've built up such a huge lead. They've got deep pockets. They're buying up every round. They still have those ultimates, because then that round, that was just pure sharp shooting that won them. On to the next. Team Secret really needs to find a way to break the mold.
All right, Meteor up here. They're going to send the Aldrone through to see if anybody's there. There is someone to receive that on the other side. And their own Aldrone's going to come up through the A side.
Nice
positioning
by
Meteor up on top of box. This should be an easier peek. And so Meteor's going to go ahead and relocate.
Okay, yeah, he's forced to. The flash was sent out by 𝘼𝐼𝐼 as well. So easier push now for Team Secret. They've tried to go through, but they're getting blocked off by some of the utility. And look at how Meteor just comes back in with the shorty. Flashpoint pushes them away too. And then King coming out from the flank. Oh, Team Secret, they are pinched down. It's gonna be the spray.
Damn, and
Triple kill.
King knowing to hold the spray there too. I think a lot of players would have stopped and strafed back, but he just had that instinct. Got that kill. And again, this is a very ulti-rich team right now. We've still got a lockdown. We've still got Hunter's Fury here for GENG. Obviously on the other side, for Team Secret, they have their own lockdown, but there's sort of the muting of the lockdown if the Hunter's Fury is also available on the other side. So other than draining that ability from them, there's not a lot they can do. And I do think as we get into the later part of the first half, there still are a lot more opportunities here that GENG can create.
Yeah, that's the thing. Scores at 7-2 right now. It seems like it's just gonna keep getting higher and higher because of how GENG are being a little bit preservative with the ultimates that they have, knowing when to use it, the Rolling Thunder from earlier on, and now look at their positioning tasteless. They're actually just giving Team Secret the B side because that Hunter's Fury, it's gonna chase Team Secret away.
Exactly, and so they're still trying to get a comfortable setup over here onto B. Meteor drops 𝘼𝐼𝐼 with that operator.
And now, just kind of hovering around still. I mean, they know that they don't have to commit too fully into the site. It's up to Team Secret to make a move, and that's what GENG's betting on.
I mean, things are kind of at a standstill here, but it's going to be Team Secret that has to make a move here. They are not confident they can get that set up onto B just yet, and GENG is more than happy to run the clock.
Yeah, 40 seconds left. Slowly making his move now. Dubstep goes in for a bit of a peek, but oh, look at that. It's the operator again. TS on the other side too.
Spike planted.
Kind of sacrifice himself to get the spike planted.
भाई ये क्या ult मारा है भाई क्या मस्त ult मारा उसने
set up. Just about 3 more seconds before that expires. Another push is going to come through here. Whoa! 5 HP left there.
One enemy remaining.
Not like this.
Oh my God! What a way to end that.
I thought he was gonna go for a knife.
Shorty is an acceptable ending there as well.
अभी अगर मैं TS
only 2 more rounds left in this half, and
I think
things
जो
are
direct
looking
hit किए
so dire.
वो काम किए थे.
We did have some of those ultis get drained out.
Get info.
Team Secret really needs to get a round or 2 here.
Problem ये है
Or I do feel like it's safe to say that the next half could be impossible.
GENG खुद plays बनाया जा रहा था.
Considering that first of all, this is Team Secret's map pick, they were expecting a repeat of what they had a couple days ago, but right now, GENG with a completely different game plan, a completely different Meteor, 15 kills and 2 deaths. This is unprecedented, and right now Team Secret just struggling. Like you're talking about, they need some rounds because if they start the second half like this, it's gonna be a rocky ride.
All right, over here at C, it looks like the plan is going to be to try to set up the push. There's a lot of Killjoy util right around here. Looks like Jesse's going to send the drone out and try to get the initial read on what's going to happen. The Omen smoke comes out, and it looks like we're going to have Sylvan just rotate to the side, but he can always teleport to the other side easily.
Well, at least he's gotten the ping, and he's trying to secure a kill off of the ultimate, but it's being completely dodged. Sylvan's quicker with the movement. Jeremy's just going to create some pressure inside of Garage, but then the push coming in towards C long. It also is a sight line for GENG to exploit. And King, so good on the defense. Look at how he's weaving in and out of cover, just keeping them on their toes. Jesse Bash will continue to push up front. And now Dubstep from behind manages to take out King and Goddead. Last player, that's going to be Meteor.
Meteor, if he gets a kill, will have a Blaze Storm available.
Mic volume ठीक नहीं है अभी भी.
I mean, I guess it's going to come down. Can he get that first peek? He can't. That's going to be it. And thank God for Team Secret, by the way. A much-needed win. I was a little worried there, even if it was just Meteor. Meteor's playing really well today, so it's definitely a good move. They got that kill on him. And now we go into the final round in this
Mic volume ठीक है अभी.
Can that game of catch-up continue on here for Team Secret?
अभी ठीक है क्या मेरा आवाज?
Yet another win here.
Never quite know. I mean, although they did shut Meteor and King down in that previous round with, you know, some nice little flank maneuvers. I love that they went through C Garage, but Meteor now has an operator again and Blades. Jeremy's going to try to go a little bit faster with this blast pack.
Nice,
into
finally
the site.
5 man
Maybe
जा रहे
he
हैं,
can
पर
catch TS, but
क्या
no!
है इसके पीछे
Look
कोई
at
है
this guy
नहीं.
again. The positioning stays hidden and then peeks out at the right time.
All right, into A they go. But GENG has always had incredible retakes on the A site. Is this going to be another one? Or can Team Secret turn the tide?
They have to, but here comes Meteor. I mean, he doesn't care. Lockdown, but he pushes in anyway with the blades and then now backs off. Look at the
That is insane.
the amount of damage.
He swings in, gets the kills, goes right back out.
Oh!
Oh, bhai, Meteor.
Just like a bit of a drive, but he jumps up.
All right, they're going to start the defuse. My God. GENG's really on top of it. I can't emphasize how incredible that was. Seeing Meteor come through window, get the kills, dash back
पहले भी
out.
ठीक था क्या? पापा किसको सपोर्ट करना है आज बताओ. मैं सोच रहा था यार टीम सीक्रेट पर जेंजी जैसा खेल रही है ना गाइस, देख के मतलब
Dislodged
मजा आ
the
गया.
position a little bit, but no, he actually had that down to a T. Here we go. Getting a shot of that now. Gets the kill. Covered. He checks a few of the corners remaining, and then goes right back out.
And they are so elated. I mean, he's just like coming in. All right, I got what I needed. And then he backs out. It's those little maneuvers that come through that,
Curse
that
बोलते
Team
हैं क्या?
Secret
नहीं.
don't seem to be really well prepared for. And in some of the post-plant positions, although you can see their idea
देखो
of going
गाइस,
for
जब
that
तक अभी
fast
अपना हाफ टाइम है
A-side
अपन कुछ
hit,
बताता हूँ तुम लोगों को,
the
ठीक है.
follow-through wasn't quite there because of GENG.
एक चीज समझाता हूँ, देखो समझ में आ रही है तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं आ रही है तो अपन वापस समझेंगे. 30 सेकंड है अपने पास समझने में. देखो अभी जब सामने वाले टीम कोई भी प्लेस बनाते तो लेट्स से इन लोग 3 मैन या 4 मैन ए प्ले बना रहे, 3 मैन या 4 मैन सी प्ले बना रहे, एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है. अब वो राउंड भी देखो, जब सीक्रेट सी स्प्लिट कर रहा था सेकंड लास्ट राउंड, वो जीते, पर वो गलत क्यों हो गया मालूम है? क्योंकि उन लोग इतना स्लो आ गए, जो इन लोग 3 लोग साथ में थे ना, इन लोग को पता है ऑलरेडी, और यहाँ पे 4 लोग थे. ये टीएस भाई डब्बा डाल दिए, मतलब गलत नेड से मर गए, गलत प्ले बना के. वरना उन लोगों का 4 मैन स्टैक था और डबस्टेप कभी लर्क कर ही नहीं पाता. डबस्टेप का लर्क नहीं होता तो इन लोग साइड पे 3 लोग जिंदा होते और वो शट डाउन हो ही जाता, ठीक है. तो ऐसे टीम के सामने ना, जो कॉन्स्टेंटली प्ले बना रहा है, आपको भी कॉन्स्टेंटली मेरे हिसाब से 5 मैन रहना है. क्यों? अभी उन लोग 3 लोग अगर साथ में आएंगे तो आप 5 लोग ट्रेड करके साइट ले सकते हो, ठीक है. जो अभी ये वाला राउंड का एग्जांपल ले लो, जब 4 ए पे थे इन लोग के, पहला पिक मिल गया जेरेमी का, पर देखो डबल ए शॉट पुश किया ना इन लोग ने. कौन सा टीम? जेंजी ने डबल ए शॉट पुश किया, इन लोग भी ए शॉट आ रहे थे. ट्रेड हुआ, सीक्रेट के फेवर में 2 for 1 ट्रेड हुआ, ठीक है. राउंड 2 वर्सेस 2 हो गया. अब वो रीटेक हार गए उसके बाद, क्योंकि उन लोगों ने सीलिंग नहीं लिया, कुछ कंट्रोल नहीं लिया, ठीक है, और प्लान भी डिफॉल्ट किया. पर प्ले सही था क्योंकि उन लोग ग्रुप अप थे. तो जो टीम कॉन्स्टेंटली प्ले बना रहा है ना, आपको उनके सामने ग्रुप अप करके रहना चाहिए, तो फायदा आता है.
Fingers crossed for Team Secret because they need to start to get these wins or it's going to be over before you know it.
Ooh. Well, Team Secret trying to pull out some early round aggression of their own, but, you know, GENG just kind of ignores it all the way. But Dubstep with the classic right clicks.
All right. Well, if things start to even out here, it's just going to be TS left over.
भाई शट डाउन कर दिया भाई.
That's going to be that. Okay, nicely done. Team Secret gets another win. And is very much likely to get a 5th win here as well.
Yeah, thankfully, I guess Dubstep was right around the corner along with Borkum to kind of assist around the B site. Team Secret's game plan at the start was to go for a bit of pressure towards A-Long, but as soon as GENG, you know, kind of picked up the pace, Team Secret reacted just as fast. I mean, look at those shots.
Yeah, that was a pretty incredible moment there. I think had we not gotten those classic flicks down there, it would have been a different story, but really impressive stuff.
Well, they need that and a whole lot more. Dubstep, he's pulling out the judge, looking to lock down Garage. But GENG just goes back to Old Faithful towards A.
All right, well, Meteor
Take flight.
continuing to move out here.
Enemy tagged.
And we do get the tag there from Jesse, so this is kind of an awkward moment for GENG. We'll see if they lurk around here, if they try to pull away. And kind of in a bit of a, it's kind of counterintuitive, but I like it. They just hyper commit, right? It's like, okay, well, you know, you're assuming we're probably not going to commit here because you saw us. Well, guess what? Here we come.
And it's all 5 of them, too. If If they can leapfrog off of each other that well, it could be good, but Envy's just a little bit better with the Bulldog. He's going to spray them all down.
Dude.
Damn.
वो फर्स्ट पिक ऐसा गया ना कभी भी स्नोबॉल हो
Oh
सकता
my
था भाई
God,
और निकाल दिया
that was
उन्होंने
crazy.
यो राहुल भाई
Beautifully done. But, you know, look, that's a tough round there for GENG, right? They have pretty scuffed guns.
what was brilliant he
coming
just
into
right
that.
click
The real
Setup
test is gonna be
was
this
good,
round
guys.
3. See how they can handle this. But India, I mean, my God. These shots
जैसे
are
ही
wild.
बी रश हुआ उसके लिए स्मोक आ गया
Kills
स्मोक के
like
पीछे
that,
स्टन आ गया तो
not
उसको
too-
2 किल मिल पाए वरना तो
not
राइट
sustaining
क्लिक
too much damage.
है
They
तो
can
है
still
मारा उसने
have a little bit left in the tank. Jesse Vash buys up a Sheriff. Envy's 4 points away from his ultimate. GENG, they want this round. But how do you play it? Going through B.
Right, we've got a dash in here. Wait. They're going to be right on top of B. Indy's looking for him. He gets one.
ओ भाई
And he gets two. Now Borkum coming out from the other side. And they've been blocked off because of this smoke, but
Oh my God,
अरे
shot
ओवरहीट कर दिया
off of Jesse Vash's tag, getting a little bit greedy, thankfully, just stabilizing for a second. It's gonna be Jesse Vash and Jeremy who tag them back down. Dubstep now with the judge.
Dude.
ओ भाई
Yes. That was legendary. That
भाई
was wild.
सीक्रेट भाई थ्रो क्यों कर रहे हो
Patient.
Doesn't quite get that spike.
राउंड तुम्हारा था 5v3 है भाई
But
guys
I mean,
this
that's
is
going to be a
called
haunting
a throw.
round there for Team Secret. That was definitely one they could have pulled through. And keep in mind, I mean, with that critical round 3 in the second
भाई ने
half, that's
चालू
really,
किया है
you
ये
really
throw.
want to try to kind of force that momentum on them by actually getting that win.
Yeah, I think Team Secret kind of overheated for a second in that one.
I think so.
They got like information, they got some early picks with how they fended off GENG, but then they started chasing them down mid, and that's where things started to go haywire, but okay, showstopper. It's not quite gonna connect, but Dubstep finds a pick outside of A-Long too.
भाई एक HP
Nicely
पे
done.
भाई
Team Secret still looking solid. Sylvan with barely any HP is now taken out by Borkum. And it's a bit disjointed over here. They do have TS lurking down in A short. He's going to trigger the Killjoy utility. And that may
अभी सी
favor
जाना
the
चाहिए
team,
मेरे
but this
हिसाब से
lurk from Borkum. Uh-oh.
King has no idea.
Yeah, into
अरे पर
garage.
उसके
King
सी वाले को
goes.
भी आइडिया
So,
नहीं है
two passing ships in the night. They're not going to see each other. But coming from behind is GodDead. He goes right by Borkum as well. Again, a very fractured setup from GENG, but if you can get a couple wins here or there.
Oh, okay. They're trying to sell a bit
उसके
of
सी
faith,
वाले को भी
and
आइडिया
then have
नहीं है
King just kind of sneak his way through. You're talking about two ships in the night, and the lighthouse would be King's turret, but unfortunately Borkum's just right underneath it, so TS has no idea. Still being able to, you know, chip away at some of GENG's players.
Planted.
All right, Jesse comes forward. The swing comes out. King gets another. It's now a 2 versus 3.
Last player standing.
All right, so this is going to be it. What can GodDead do? It's not impossible.
He's got flashes.
All right. So this flash comes out. The entire team splash, but it does not matter. It's actually going to be the classic there with Dubstep.
पहला
getting that
पिक नहीं
kill.
मिला ना
So look at that diffuse. That's going to be the 6th win. I'll tell you what. If Team Secret had not managed to win that round, I think that it would be impossible for them to recover here. A good clutch plays there. Kind of a funny middle of that round as well. They were a very weird setup. And definitely a good call by Borkum to kind of wait outside of the A entrance and get that read that the Sova was fishing around there.
And thankfully the whole team just kind of playing around it too.
Dubstep का अल्ट आ गया
that's
ना अभी
kind of what some of these rounds come down to, right? It's that mid-round adaptation. We say it a
Right.
lot, but it's really how the teams adapt on the fly, because if a team like Team Secret throws a lot of wrenches in your plans, like early on, you start to lose some
भाई
players.
सीक्रेट ने भी देखो
You need
सेटअप
to
चेंज
find
कर लिया
different
जेंजी
ways
देख
to
के
come
आया था
back.
अगर स्टन आता है
Right
तो
now, Genji
दो
are
तीन
just
लोग फाइट
deciding
करते
to
रहेंगे
play
पर
it
सीक्रेट
just
देखो
a bit safer because
मस्त
they've
setup
seen Team
change
Secret
किया
push up before. Now they're grouping up, going in for that C push, and Borkum stops them in their tracks.
ए भाई
Grenades getting
बुरकम भाई
thrown
को
out.
Whoa!
बुरकम भाई थोड़ा
Suddenly, Genji's
kill
in a lot of
hungry हो
trouble.
जाते हैं
Kind of a
guys
shocking moment to see that nade do what it did, and now King's stuck over here in the nook.
He's only got a sheriff
तीन
too,
किल
so
तो
it's
नेड
the
से ही मारते हैं
second nade that gets the third kill.
Yeah, I mean, Team Secret is keeping the dream
Nice
alive here.
timeout.
Timeout for GENG. I mean, they just need to figure out how to get across that finish line. But I'll tell you what, Quack, I'm really happy to see this is turning out to be a close map one.
I mean, surely we don't expect any less coming out of two teams of this caliber. I mean, they're so smart with how they actually go in for some of these plays. And Team
if I'm
Secret
GENG,
having
I'll
that
go for a
tenacity to
fast
not
B
back
hit
down
again.
Despite such a rocky first
अगर
half,
मैं
right?
होता तो
It
वापस
was the
जाता.
9-3,
But this time
right?
फर्क
And
ये
then they
है,
had some
I would
ideas to kind of turn
try
the
to
tables around.
fight ceiling.
Yeah, and here we are now 7-10. That's way better than 9-3 or 3-9, I guess. And so we need to figure out what GENG has to do to recover here, because right now Team Secret seems to really be, frankly, just more comfortable on this side of the map.
I mean, what's
Hello,
worked
hello,
before
Utkarsh.
for GENG, kind of anyway. Not that they had that much success. Again, remember when they played this half just a couple days ago?
Remind
Team
me
Secret
or
had
someone.
a walkover. Team Secret,
Right.
you know, with the way that they picked them off early apart, GENG couldn't quite recover.
स्कूल
They
के
managed
बेंच
to
पे
find,
आप
you know,
पेन फाइट खेल
just a
रहे
few
हो.
rounds. I think actually it might have
बहुत
been the same
intense
score,
battle
9-3 or
चालू है.
8-4. But that was about it. It's up to them to kind of figure out that answer, because right now, you could
और
see, like,
टीचर आपके
even in
आप
comparison
दोनों
to
के पेन
yesterday's game with
कॉन्फिस्केट
RQ.
कर देती.
GENG, they love
जो
to
भी
go in
दोस्त
for
के
a
आधा
lot of
पेन
these
फाइट खेलते थे,
executes and plays
उसको
where
याद कर लो.
maybe they find an opening pick, maybe they group up slowly, and then rush in a sudden burst of aggression. Especially with their
rush
B hit,
मेरे हिसाब
Meteor
से नहीं
going
काम
into
करेगा,
A-Link
guys.
is a very deadly tool, but Team Secret is prepared for that. Oh, right now they're going to use Sylvan to actually go deep behind enemy lines.
Yeah, Sylvan is going to stay up here in heaven. And this is going to allow them to... Oh, hold up. Oh, Envy with a great wall bang. Uh-oh, he's tagged him.
He's going to dodge him too.
Well, they just don't get any headway there onto the A site.
Here.
So GENG, I mean, are they going to double down on this, or are they going to try to figure something else out? Because, I mean, this is a crazy stack here for Team Secret.
Yeah.
C-site is naked.
You do not want to double down. Rolling Thunder, but look at how far back Team Secret are. Jeremy does not even get hit by that Rolling Thunder. Borkum from the other side now, they're all just chiming in. King is going to try to make use of the smoke to push out front, and he kind of makes it happen. Meteor from A-Long now, too.
Yeah, another 2v2.
Player
Looks
standing.
like Envy's going to get him
One
now. It's
enemy
just
remaining.
Meteor and Borkum. The duel is on.
अगर थ्रो
The
नहीं
spike
करते
is
तो ये रश
dropped,
नहीं
though.
काम करता,
So
guys.
Borkum can basically try to cover this area. That being said, there's a lot of different angles Meteor could try to come back in from. And it looks like it's going to be the most obvious one here for Meteor.
30 seconds left.
Saw the barrel.
Wow. Borkum
Just
gets
enough
it.
damage.
13 HP left.
And it came down to the wire with that one.
Yeah, I mean,
कैसे
you know, we
हो
had
मैं उत्कर्ष मैं
in
ठीक
the
हूँ, आप
first
कैसे?
half a couple moments where it's like, well, this could go either way. How is Meteor going to handle it? Well, Borkum delivered there, actually winning that duel. Again, I do wonder if it would have been better to try to come in from a different angle.
Maybe.
Maybe to come in through a short or...
Yeah, and because he was hugging the wall a little bit too.
He saw the gun. Yeah, you
Yes,
see it right there.
that's the main thing. So that's kind of what won Borkum the round. But apart from that, it's also a tiny bit of flaw in GENG's execute. You can see that there was a tiny gap in which Jeremy was not hit by the Rolling Thunder. So like you mentioned, that stack worked out great for Team Secret. But right now, GENG just going a little bit quicker back into the B side. Oh, but the blades miss.
Meteor chokes. He whiffs the shot and gets punished.
But they get the site.
Yeah. Now they're on the site. It's a pretty compacted position. Oh my God!
One enemy remaining.
God, dead keeps going. Just dubstep left over.
तुम्हारे भाई ने एक राउंड पहले क्या कॉल बोला था,
Yeah,
guys?
he's not a good weapon in this position.
क्या बोला था? बताओ जरा.
And they know where he is. Oh, he's gonna try anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna go
it's
for
not
it.
a
Wow.
lockdown.
Turret down.
What?
What is happening right now? Why would you lock down and then pull your knife out for the kill?
I think he thought that they respected the lockdown, so
Oh,
they
and they
got
bailed.
out of the radius.
Okay, yeah. Instead of
But he
pushing
was
it.
wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. 11-8. Wow. I do wonder if that was a mistake with that lockdown there.
I kind of feel like it is because
It doesn't
probably
feel right, right?
you want to save it for a later round. You only use it if you
अभी मैं
really think that
सीरश
you
फेक
can
करके
secure this
ए
round win.
वॉक
But that said,
कांटेक्ट
with the
करूंगा,
way that
guys.
GENG are
लेट
playing,
थोड़ा.
I mean, having the
टीम सीक्रेट
confidence
ऑप
to
नहीं
stay
कर रही है ना.
within that lockdown.
Yeah.
अभी देखो सीरश फेक करते तो अकेले बोरकुम भाई थे, पूरा
It's a
रोटेशन आउट हो
three-round
जाता.
differential.
Placing alarm bot.
सामने वाले टीम के माइंडसेट से खेलना बहुत जरूरी है, guys.
Got Jesse Vash coming around with that drone. looks like they may still try to sell the A-side push. Meteor getting
ये भी
dubstep,
चलेगा
beautiful
गराज
done.
पे उड़ा दिया पर अब ये
We're
regress
trading
कर लिया
drones and
बुरकम
information too. Now, off of that one kill, Team Secret's thinking we gotta reinforce C and
और
garage.
ऐसे नहीं तो वैसे A पे
because
walk
this is a
contact तो
tiny
हो
gap
रहा है
that GENG could push us from. But that is a bit of an over-rotation because now GENG are using that to push into the A site. Borkum, though, on a bit of a flank.
Yeah, it's lockdowns here. Jeremy's going to come forward. One player detained, by the way.
That's a bit of a bait.
Team Secret actually have the retake they need. So far, Genji's really on top of it. Just a 3-stack here.
Hate to say it, Nick, but it doesn't look like it. Now jumping up on top of the ledge. Meteor spots them out. Just 𝘼𝐻 trying to trade for it, but Meteor
I will
just
go back for a
incredible
B rush guys
today.
ये round
I mean, he's really on top of it.
B rush
Pretty much every
game
game.
over है
With the exception of the moment he lost that
क्योंकि
duel to Borkum. I mean,
ये
Meteor's
time पे
really
सामने वाले expect
been on
नहीं
top of
करेंगे
it.
तुम्हें
So
B
Team
rush करने
Secret
के लिए
has to try to fight and figure out how to get into overtime. You know, I gotta say, I think it's gonna be a pretty dramatic best of 5 here, by the way. I think overtime is possible. There were some expensive and
B
difficult
rush
wins
करूँगा
that
पर
Genji
A-Link
got.
control दिखाऊंगा
But I
ताकि Rage
also
अपना
think
ult
it's
use करे
realistic that Genji squeaks out with one more win. I think so.
Looks like it. I mean, starting things out this way, this strong, they've definitely changed some things up. And just thinking about how they played this map against RQ yesterday as well,
यार मार
they
रहा
had
हाँ
such a
हाँ
strong
मार तो रहा है
performance. Team Secret hasn't really figured out a way to play against it yet. Now this timeout's being called, but you need 4 rounds to go into overtime. And
Yeah.
the fact that GENG looks this strong, it's a little bit poetic. Because you're thinking about this, it is a bit of that grudge match. Team Secret were the ones who knocked GENG down into the lower bracket.
And they made it look easy. I mean, it's one of the reasons why we had these expectations that Team Secret would just do it again, right? We got some support here for Team Secret in the audience.
Hey, it's Borkum time.
Borkum time.
And Villain Honeyglaze too, the Filipino casters on the Tagalog broadcast.
Now, let's see what strats are going to be called here. Team Secret needs to have something really good. They are pretty broke, by the way. Not the most exciting buys. That being said, Showstopper's ready.
G का next match कब है
Maybe
अभी
get
off season
creative
में ही होगा
with Omen's ulti. They've got Hunter's Fury as well.
क्यों क्यों
That's a
क्यों
great way
चोरी
to
तो
start.
देख भी नहीं
Line
आता
along
वो
with the Showstopper.
That's ideal. And to get rid of King of all players is definitely helpful. They're pinging C here. But it's a pretty cautious GENG. I think they're going to kind of roam in the back here and see if they can't get a pick.
Still a good read from Team Secret nonetheless, but just 𝘼𝐻 did spend an owl drone just to check the C site. It's a good way to call that it's clear, but now you need to move to other parts of the map because GENG are making some moves of their own.
All right, well, they've got TS. He's going to walk into B here and try to cause a bit of a distraction.
अरे
Oh,
check
Jeremy
कर
gets
ले रे
another
भाई
one. This is already looking pretty good here for Team Secret.
This should be obvious to Team Secret now. First of all, they've got the Killjoy utility, getting that pick outside of mid and pushing out just to check. They know that the hit's coming towards A. So it's all down to dubstep. And then the rest of the numbers coming through too. Meteor going to get one, but then 𝘼𝐻 comes in for the trade. The spike's down. Meteor's still alive though.
30 seconds
Yeah, what
left.
can Meteor get done here? They smoke it out. Obviously, they know he's got to be right around here. Oh. Yeah, nicely done by Envy. Envy really delivering here, by the way, for Team Secret. So they get one
Rush
of
F
the
हो
4
जाता,
rounds
हाँ.
they need. Team Secret does in order to try to tie this up. GENG,
F
look, I mean, they got that
होने का जरूरत
the
नहीं था
showstopper pick right at the start, I think, helped. I'm
अब
not going to say that that
एक
was all
बंदा
the
तो
ulti,
मरता ही
but it's
मरता
kind of a handy,
पर
way
वो
to
जेरेमी
spend
ट्रेड हो
that.
जाता
They do have a few more layups here with that Hunter's Fury.
Yeah.
Envy's got his ulti as well.
3 ultimates. But you got to think about it. They need 3 more rounds. That
Yeah.
was off of Warbird's timeout. I mean, did he prep them enough for the next 3 rounds to push us into overtime? Again, it's the early round aggression. Jeremy peeks out, and then the Hunter's Fury gets sent through, but it doesn't catch anyone. Oh,
what
actually,
the
catches
Jesse.
Meteor.
fuck
That was wild. Well, they're going to try to
ये
come into
मीटर
B
भाई
now.
को आउट ऑफ सिलेबस आ गई है अल्ट
Dubstep's going to be ready with the swing here. And they're actually going to go into A. I stand corrected.
Oh, but look at how they're playing it safe just around the corner. Envy!
Envy
Oh, भाई
What is
इनवी
going
भाई
on? There it is. They get 2 more wins. They're almost to that 12. GENG needs to
वीरेश
stop
फेक
this.
करके आई थिंक ब्रीच अल्ट
UC
बीट आउट
Meteor has
करना
Blade Storm
चाहिए
ready as well. And there's going to be a timeout called here. So this is going to be a very
गराज टरेट तोड़ के
round-specific
वीरेश
timeout,
करके
right? They need
ब्रीच
to
अल्ट
have a
बीट आउट
very
कराना चाहिए और फिर
solid strat to
round build
just
कर सकते हैं।
escape into map 2 with a victory.
भाई भैया कैसे हो? राघव भाई मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे
But
हो?
that's the other thing too, right? Timeout at this juncture. Warbirds gets to talk to his team too, and they still have some ultimates left in the pocket. GENG, they got the blades, they've got the Rolling Thunder, but how do you find that opening in Team Secret's defense? They love to push out. And I guess GENG has punished it a couple rounds before, but it doesn't always happen. Another thing is, though, to note, Sylvan and TS, more likely TS than Sylvan, they are 1 point away from their ultimates. TS having the Hunter's Fury is something that GENG could use if they manage to get the spike planted. So,
Right.
if you're Team Secret shoes, probably your game plan, you're thinking, I don't want to let them get that spike plant.
Absolutely not. I'm very curious how this next round
बहुत
is
गेम
gonna
8-12 से हाँ यार is 8-12 the
Again,
new
we thought
curse?
this would be a real back
गाइस
and
क्या
forth
लगता है
here.
अटैकिंग साइड ऑप
It
से
is.
एक सवाल
This
पूछ रहा
is
हूँ
gonna
फर्स्ट
be a
पिक
very
निकाल
pivotal
पाएगा
map
क्या अगर
moving
ये ऑप
forward.
करते नेक्स्ट राउंड?
Can Team Secret make that miracle play?
आई थिंक
They're
बुरकम
halfway
भाई
there
पिक देंगे
after
सी
that
पे।
initial pause.
You want to start your first map in the best of 5 series with a great win. You want to carry that momentum forward.
And you know, statistically, a team that wins the first map in a best of 5 is just more likely to win the whole thing.
True.
वॉरबर्ड्स ने
Alright,
बोल
so
दिया
here we
भाई तुम
go.
प्ले बनाते जाओ।
A stack over at A. They've got a long camp over at C here, so they know that there's nobody coming into that site. But A site, you know, it's not set up to be defended yet. It looks like Team Secret's going to just barely get over there in time. This is going to be a spike plant here for GENG.
They're actually going in for it. Kind of blocked off for a second, but it's also Meteor in such a deep position. Team Secret, if they don't expect this, they're dead. But Dubstep catches him instead.
Yeah,
Spike planted.
that Jet ulti doesn't really do much now. Spike is ticking.
Rolling Thunder doesn't hit all too much. Goddead sends his own right back.
Oh,
the push
TS
goes
finds
through.
one.
अरे अरे
It still could go either way. It's a 3 versus 3. Goddead gets Jesse.
Oh, nice.
It's down to just Dubstep left over. Oh!
भाई मेरे को लगा किंग भाई ने डाल दिया है
That was
डब्बा।
insane. All right, well, GENG win the first map. Barely. Team Secret put up a hell of a fight, and folks, we're just getting started. This is a best of 5, where the winning team will go into the LCQ finals and fight for survival there. The losing team is going to be out.
I mean, it was a close affair, but I mean, what a way to start. You could see signs of life in Team Secret.
Right.
A lot of impact.
जेरेमी हर राउंड पुश
out
कर रहा है
of
हाँ क्योंकि वॉरबर्ड में कोच ने बोला रहेगा कि
But at
plays
the same
बनाते
time,
जाओ।
GENG, I mean,
सुनो
that-
ना ना ना
that fan
भाई वो
side
क्लासिक
kinda does say a
गन
lot,
क्लासिक
because
क्या
it
कर
is
रहे हैं
the
भाई?
Meteor show today.
It is.
वो सोचा रहेगा राइट क्लिक
He's
मारेंगे।
played so well. And let's not forget how this started. It was a 5-win streak there for GENG. That really, like we said earlier on, really you get that lead and it's hard to really ever catch up. So maybe we see a
चलो गाइस हम लोग को 5 मैन क्यों जाना चाहिए था उसका कॉन्सेप्ट में समझा दिया।
I mean,
ठीक है।
it snowballs, right? When you have
अभी
such a
और
strong start.
कुछ पूछो।
And looking at some of the
अभी देखो मैं
statistics,
बताता हूँ अभी एक चलो एक प्ले पकड़ते ठीक है।
24 kills, yes, topping the
ये भी
scoreboard,
ब्रीच का
but
स्टन
the thing
था
that I
ठीक है।
wanna focus on is
अभी यही वाला प्ले पकड़ते जो इन लोगों ने किया ब्रीच स्टन दिया ठीक है।
thinking about it, maybe
जेरेमी
more
भाई
of those first bloods
सैचल
actually came from the first
सैचल
half when they were playing on the defense.
इधर आए
Right.
ठीक है। अब मेरे को एक बात बताओ अगर मैं 5 मैन जा रहा हूँ
They're
लेट्स से
actually
दो
so
बंदे इधर है
strong in how they
ठीक है।
actually come in with some of
दो
these
इधर भी
cycles.
रहेंगे।
Team Secret,
जेरेमी भाई जो आए हैं
able to pull off their
वो मेरे लिए फ्री
own
पिक है
great, but apart from that,
समझ रहे हो।
sometimes the
तो
adaptation in that final
अगर ये
moment
प्ले भी बनाता है मैं इसको पिक करके इंस्टेंटली भी हिट कर सकता हूँ या कुछ और भी कर
is
सकता हूँ।
difficult for them.
सेम चीज अभी डेप में आपस समझा रहा हूँ ताकि तुम लोगों को समझे।
It was really
समझो
cool to
मिड
see how
क्रंच
Team
हो रहा है
Secret recovered there.
ठीक है। ये ब्रीच स्टन के साथ ये टीपी कर रहा है ए नेड के साथ इन लोग आगे आ रहे हैं। अब मैं 5 इधर हूँ
Kind of wild.
एग्जाम्पल लो
Really is. I mean,
5
compared
इधर
to
हूँ
what
मेरे
we've
पास क्या
shown
ऑप्शन
him
है।
to be a really
फटाक से
strong,
इधर ही स्मोक
really
करके पूरा
swift
पीछे
and
चले जाके
precise
सीरियस
player.
कर दे या
Today, I mean, throughout the whole of this
इधर स्मोक करके एक बंदे को मैं बिठा दूं और बाकी लोग मिड फाइट कर ले 4 लोग समझ रहे हो? ऑप्शंस बहुत हो जाते हैं मेरे पास वो टाइम पे। तो जो टीम कॉन्स्टेंटली प्लेस बनाता रहता है ना, उनके सामने आप ये कर सकते हो। अब अच्छे टीम्स क्या करेंगे, ऑब्वियसली ऑल्टरनेट करेंगे प्लेस में, कभी बनाएंगे कभी नहीं बनाएंगे। तो उनके सामने आप राउंड वाइज भी एडजस्ट कर सकते हो। तो जो राउंड वो प्ले नहीं बना रहे, वो राउंड आप टेम्पो सेट करोगे, समझ रहे हो? तो वो राउंड आपको डिसाइड करना है आप टेम्पो कैसे सेटअप करोगे। इधर यू कैन गो फास्ट फॉर अ हिट, और यू कैन ब्रेक यूटिलिटी, ब्रेक देयर सेटअप। कुछ कुछ टीम सेटअप से भी बहुत खेलती है, तो यू कैन ब्रेक देयर सेटअप एंड देन हिट अ डिफरेंट साइड, और यू कैन जस्ट फेक वन एरिया। समझो मैंने सी फेक किया, ओमन का पैरनोया बेट आउट कराया, जो भी किया, गराज टरेट तोड़ दिया, एंड देन आई एम गोइंग ए, और जस्ट ड्रोन ए एंड गो बैक टू सी। क्योंकि वाई विल आई गो बैक टू सी? उसका पैरनोया खत्म हो गया, टरेट यूज हो गया, मॉली यूज हो गया, समझ रहे हो? तो मल्टीपल लेयर्स, वो हिसाब से आप खेल सकते हो। चलो अभी एक टीडीएम खेलते हैं गाइस, टीडीएम। और कोई सवाल? लूजर्स होम, या ब्रो, लूजर्स होम, विनर्स फाइनल। Why don't we see Reyna in this game? Because there, अगर आपको चलो ब्रीच और रेना में ऑप्शन रहेगा, ideally what adds more value in the team composition in terms of taking space, in terms of everything, it is going to be a breach, right? 95% of the teams will go with the breach or with something else that adds them value, right? तो इसके लिए जो मैंने वैल्यू प्लान में समझाया, तुम लोग को समझा या यूजफुल लगा या नहीं लगा, कुछ तो बोलो। तो आगे के लिए मैं दिमाग में रखूँ ना कि बताऊं कि नहीं बताऊं या क्या बताऊं। गाइस आज अपना प्रीमियर बेटा का मैच है 22 को। लेट्स रोल, लेट्स रोल। डिवीजन 20 क्या है? स्ट्रीम करूँ ये गेम की रिकॉर्ड करके एक फनी हाईलाइट बनाऊं? जल्दी बोलो। पैसिफिक में ज़्यादा लोग नहीं दे रहे कंटेंट। ज़्यादा लोग इसलिए नहीं दे रहे क्योंकि ज़्यादा लोगों को सीखने में भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, समझ रहे हो?
You have good taste, my friend.
एक 120 लोग देख रहे हैं, जवाब 2 लोगों का आता है। चलो स्ट्रीम भी करेंगे और हाईलाइट भी करेंगे। स्ट्रीम विद आईजीएल कॉल्स, हाँ कॉल्स तो देंगे। अगर देखो, अगर ओपोनेंट टफ रहेगा तो कॉल्स देने का जरूरत पड़ेगा, अगर नहीं रहेगा तो फिर तो ऐसे ही खेलेंगे फन में। क्यों मैं मुंबई सर्च करता हूँ? लोग टीम डेथ मैच सर्च करके भी पिक नहीं करते। उठा दे रे बाबा, मुंबई निकाल रहा हूँ मैं इसके बाद। अरे भाई
They have no idea how heartless I am.
एट व्हाट टाइम इज योर गेम? 8:30 को है गाइस, 8:30 को है। शायद 2 गेम खेलेंगे आज, और दोनों गेम स्ट्रीम करूँगा अगर 2 गेम खेलना पसंद। ओपनहाइमर देखी नहीं ब्रो, देखूंगा नेक्स्ट वीक।
Reloading.
Reloading.
Go, go.
भाई पीक कर ले भेड़ के लोड़े नियॉन।
I'm out of here.
मेरा नियॉन बकरा बना रहे रे मेरे को बैठ के।
Smart move.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Gotta go.
Cutting their vision.
Reloading.
अरे तू क्या करेगा लेके? पीक तो कर नहीं रहा है।
Reloading. No escape. I'm out of here.
Parasite. Can't use
Go,
that.
go. Got one.
Can't use that.
Reloading.
Get in sight.
Neutralize.
Deadlock's on a rampage.
Reloading. Oh. What? Reloading.
Cool. Out party.
Get out of my way.
चलो भाई हम लीड पे आ गए।
Still in sight. Resources. For deck. My old friend. Cutting the vision. Finish.
Okay.
They will cover.
मेरे को फैंटम लेने देना, तुमने लिया था?
Take this.
Charge your bolts.
Taken out.
Who's next?
Reloading.
Ultimate ready.
Deploying drone.
The hunt begins. Insane.
New stage in 10.
Reloading.
फेड कोई नहीं मार पा रहा
Final stage.
Cutting their vision. Stealing sight. Throwing net.
फ्रस्ट्रेशन में भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा है गाइस, आराम से दिल की में
Ultimate orb spawning.
Stealing sight.
ये कैसा है?
Face your fear!
No one's catching Neon. Rampage.
Get out of my way!
Powerless.
Problem solved. Blocking sight.
Cutting their vision.
15 kills remaining.
Go, go, go!
Kills to go.
They're done. My ultimate.
Your route down.
They will cover.
I'm out of here.
Charge your ults.
चलो भाई आय you know Solomon yes चलो अभी I think game should be live guys yeah
I mean, it should
For
be.
Secret.
I mean, for Secret,
एक second, guys,
absolutely, it
for
has
Secret
to be
क्या है?
ready.
Be
I think
right
they have
back
to have
in a
something
minute.
prepared here. I think, especially now.
Guys,
that
something
we've
hit the
seen
like and subscribe
theoretically
button.
what
Thank
GENG
you.
is going to be running on this
Right.
map with that Gecko comp, similar to the Lotus comp, that you should be pretty well prepared for this, I think. So this one, again, I was a little shocked to see it come out this early. I thought it'd be later down, more towards where Lotus ended up being. But I guess at some point you have to kind of gamble here a little bit as GENG, and maybe they feel confident enough that they learn from their mistakes against Talon, that they can shore up that defensive side on this map and take a win.
I mean, the last time Team Secret played this was lock-in. Like, in a competitive
been a while.
fashion. It's been a while. Now, I did argue that surely they knew it would pop up in a best of 5. You can't avoid it. You know what your ban's going to be. You know what GENG's probably going to ban, so do you have something ready? I mean, scrims are so different to officials, so different. So I'm a little bit worried for Team Secret.
I could be worried, but you know what? I choose faith today in the Pineapple Gang.
The pineapple.
The Adobo Pineapple Gang. And I'm sure, I think of anything, they might have an advantage because GENG has nothing to work off of. And we got a double
Phoenix?
duel Phoenix on Pearl.
What?
What?
I am shocked here. We've never seen Jeremy play the Phoenix, I don't think. Not that I'm aware of. It's mostly been 𝘼𝐽𝐺, so
But
like...
also, why Phoenix?
Well, trying to imitate GENG,
GENG
which
makes
is...
it work.
Yeah, I don't know if that's... I don't know if many people can imitate GENG, to be honest with you. I'm super curious about this. I thought maybe you could go double controller here, throw in a Harbor, and you can pretty much really stymie this Gecko comp, but this is interesting for me for Team Secret. I have no idea what to expect.
Well,
Truly.
I think GENG also won't know what to expect precisely either. Like we said, Secret has shown this map 0 times since lock-in, and with this comp is gonna be a really exciting game coming up. We do know what GENG's done with Gecko against Talon, and that looked really good on the first half, but can they continue that? Can they remain unpredictable and remain in control of the map?
I mean, this has to have been scripted. There's no way you have this kind of composition for Team Secret and you've not thrown this through 100 different scripts. So I'm curious. I'll stay curious.
Well, I'm excited and curious as well. I think we all are, and I'm sure the casters are as well. We're gonna go over to Quack and Tasteless as we go into map 2 in this best of 5.
Nothing but curiosity and excitement here at the caster's desk. We've got GENG with a 1-0 lead, but Team Secret with a really weird comp. What is going on here? Are they gonna be able to pull this off?
I don't know if they can pull. We haven't seen this before. This is the first time we're seeing Jeremy play this Phoenix. We've seen the comp before. We've seen some other teams other than PaperX do this before, actually, also, by the way. Scars, for example, during Ascension Pacific. Crystal was one of those Phoenix players who actually makes that comp work as well, in a slightly different style. So if they can do it, maybe Team Secret can as well?
We're gonna find out. It's gonna be GENG here on the defending side. Team Secret ready to plant that spike.
Chalo guys, let's go.
At A or B.
Let us go.
It was a real close match in map 1, although GENG didn't get that momentum with the 5-round wins at the start. Let's see if we have a cleaner start here from Team Secret, and if we do have one, if they can kind of maintain that and actually even this out 1-1.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy though. Again. Yes, we've been talking about this GENG composition. The Gecko, maybe it's a little bit odd at times, but they did end their first half against Talon with a 9-3 scoreline. It was only on the attack that they started to falter a little bit. So now that GENG are starting on the defense, it seems likely that they should be strong. But that depends on how Team Secret plays this as well. Now we're starting things off just a little bit slow and safe.
Yeah. Pop flash there, but they don't find anybody to blind on the other side. A double stack over here onto A with the Gecko ready to wrap around there and reinforce. But for the start of this
guys,
game,
GENG
like
map जीत गया तो 3-0 भी हो
They're going to take that orb over there on the far right side of the map and then seesaw back over to the left.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Play some Pac-Man. You know, you take those orbs, build up towards an ultimate. Especially for a Phoenix, 6 points is all you need, which is a very useful tool to clear out spaces, get information. But look at how Team Secret are maneuvering across. At first it was A main, and with that noise, now suddenly going into a B split.
They're going to try to come into B right now, and it looks like we get Meteor with the first kill there on a dubstep. King finding Envy. Jeremy fights back, and we're now down to a 2v3 here, 2v2.
Yeah, the wingman just claps at him.
अरे डब्बा.
GENG, although he's sharp, I mean,
PS डब्बा डाल दिया रे बाबा.
Around the back was something that he did not know. So Team Secret now picking up the pistol win.
Yeah, a very important pistol win.
I mean, TS the player, not
get that spike
TS
plant down there as well. And so now we got to see. You know, can they just keep this momentum built up? Again, Dubstep ran away with the show at the start of map 1, but I'm relieved to see Team Secret actually getting that pistol round win. Very clutch there by Jesse.
Yeah, it's just smart positioning with how they actually moved around.
So, GENG going to go with the Marshall here. We'll see if he can get a pick, although it does look like it's going to be an A-heavy push. Look at this. There's going to be a defensive push over here. They're going to meet right over here.
ओ भाई ये क्या हो गया? चालू है नेट तो.
Round 2 here from GENG. They're really economizing these rounds nicely. Meteor still way down in B. We don't have any peaks over there yet. And instead, we may end up with another clash over here in the middle.
Oh my god, and they're just walking into it too. What? With the Sheriff shot, takes down 𝐻𝐸𝐍𝐊𝐒. Envy thankfully hopping away. And despite GodDead trying to push back up again, it's going to be Borkrum takes down King. The rest of them continuing to waterfall off of
Meteor
this
एक
pressure.
kill मिला, angle
Meteor
change
whipping those
करना.
Marshall shots. It's just going to happen that way. Gravity well to buy time though. So Team Secret might be able to get the spike down, but GENG will be able to get into position just as soon as that happens.
I mean, this is going to be a tough one to pull off here with just classic. GodDead about to pop down. He's going to find Envy.
Ooh. I mean, that's the thing about Team Secret right now. It's important that they stay hidden.
Blocking vision.
Okay, GodDead not having luck there. He does know where Borkrum is.
Nice sequel, यार. Genji 3 kill मिल गया और क्या
It's kind of
चाहिए?
like one of those chess games, right? It seems like you're stuck. You know, nobody really wants to make the first move, but it's the team with the slight disadvantage that has to go for it. And as soon as that happens, the pawns come in to trade things out. And Team Secret, I mean, with a 2-0 start, it's not bad. But they did lose several players in that round, so economy won't be too great moving forward. Meanwhile, for Gen G,
YouTube पे देखे क्या? Twitch पे शायद lag हो रहा है.
trying to set up defenses around that A main side again. They're doing this to take the orb. This is the second time they're doing it now. TS is 1 point away from his Thrasher.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a really good job at kind of building up some opportunities later on here. Are we going to have a full swing out? Looks like Meteor might be ready.
It's just on the other side. Oh, there he comes. Hits the first shot. Tailwinds away because he saw the flash coming. Team Secret, though, they're not stopping anytime soon. They go up front and they manage to take down Meteor with brute force.
Yeah, Meteor getting 3 back
थोड़ा
there.
ज़्यादा ही
Big
throw कर रहे
plays.
क्या?
The A site will be set up here with
Meteor
the
नहीं,
spike.
बाकी लोग को ऐसा.
They've got King and Sylvan on the move for the time being. Again, one of these moments, it could go either way. Can Team Secret stack another win, or is GENG going to get back into that game of catch-up? Lockdown started here as well.
Yeah, just trying to buy time. 5 seconds, though. So the rest of Team Secret off of this, they could reposition, and they want this win because it would be big for their momentum. But unfortunately, it's not all that much time. It's the positioning that's more important, and Jesse Vash off of it, hiding up around Secret.
Oh, भाई, Borkum, nice
just
position
right around
है.
the corner, too. GENG had no idea what hit them.
Yeah, beautifully done there. I mean, that was a big kill there from Borkum. And look, I mean, we may have a mirrored situation to what happened here in Map 1. I mean, Team Secret is really crushing face. And so far, they don't seem to be stopped. I will point out, Meteor is playing out of his mind. But it seems like the rest of GENG might need to play a little bit of catch-up here.
Yeah, what I really like about this win, I will say, our desk was kind of talking about it. You know, this map isn't something that we see a lot of from Team Secret. In fact, they never played it at all during Pacific. But it's clear that they know how to work around whatever GENG tries to throw at them. Sometimes it's always this early A main pressure coming out just to take the orb. But Team Secret, with the hot hands, with the utility that they have, they just come back in slowly to actually take down some of these GENG players. If they can kill Meteor again, that would be huge. But oh, look at this guy coming out from behind.
Arts. It'd be so good. All right, Dubstep going to push right through this, not wasting a second.
Oh, GENG are just hiding, tucked away inside a secret.
अरे flash में उड़ा डाला रे.
On the defense, this is his domain, his territory, and you will not plant your flag down.
Meteor भाई तो आज मानने नहीं वाले guys. Full form में आया है guys Meteor. G का journey खत्म हो गया guys अभी के लिए ये season का. अभी सीधा off
Get a read
season.
on how the site itself is being entered and where he needs to try to take those picks at.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that Killjoy utility too, because I mean, some of these Team Secret players, they lost quite a bit of health as they tried to push into this position because of that nanoswarm setup from King. It burns them down, and all he needs at that point is, you know, 1 or 2 sheriff shots, and it does the trick. A thrifty win for GENG. Now their economy is good. Meteor buys up the operator.
Okay, so a little bit of tension built up over here at mid. Are they going to actually? They are going to push out here. Just Dubstep with a beautiful shot takes King out.
Oh!
Team Secret is off the hook.
क्या मारा भाई?
With that, they have the sight. Now Jesse Vash on that bit of a lurk comes back in, does a bit of damage, allowing for Dubstep to get the traits, but TS now playing off of it. He takes down Jeremy along with Dubstep. Back to a 2-on-2.
Okay, could go either way. GENG hungry to catch up. Are they going to be able to get into the site right now? They don't have a ton of time with how slow they're having to push and be quiet. Nice cross setup over here. We've got Borkum and Envy on either side. Borkum gets God dead, and that leaves just TS. Now it's down to a 1 versus 1. Envy. Oh my God. Yeah, he can use the little guy to defuse. He gets it to half. The peak.
Oh no!
Is there enough time? Is there enough time?
There is.
Oh,
Less than a
envy,
second left
bro.
over. GENG with the clutch.
ये
And a big fumble there
क्या
from Team
हुआ?
Secret.
I can't believe that happened. They picked up the operator off of Meteor's cold dead body, but then just not quite able to use it. That weapon is cursed if you're not Meteor. And now coming out from the other side, TS, what an unbelievable clutch, just because, yes, using the wingman, and then having that ice-cold nerves just to tap off the spike at the last second.
Probably would have been wiser to not peek out that second time around. There's a way to economize that diffuser. You probably don't. That spike goes off no matter what.
True.
You know? All you had to do was literally stay behind that wall for, 1 second more, and then you peek, and then it's impossible to get that diffuse off, unless you were to miss with your operator shot or something. But yeah, so a timeout's called. I think they might be. Well, I don't know what's going on with
Kill
GENG.
जाओ ये
They
cypher
are
मतलब
playing well. This is becoming
कौन से
so
मैप
close. I
में
mean,
बाकी
each of these,
कॉम्प क्या है
rounds.
उसके
Again, that
अराउंड
round
उससे
back
भी
there,
मैटर
I mean,
करता है ना ब्रो
on paper, that looks like it should have been another Team Secret win. So a big victory there for GENG.
Yeah, it's in the way that they defend sometimes, because with the rounds going off that early, sometimes they're not quite sure what Team Secret's about to do, and then by the time they receive contact, by the time they kind of want to come in for some of these trades, they lose a lot of numbers. That round was won by TS and his heroics. So I guess maybe Coach Bao just trying to tighten up some of the ideas that they have. Coming back to it, it's another A main push coming out from Team Secret. But here it is. It's going to be King's domain.
All right. I mean, King's going to be ready. We got to see, can King get the drop on a couple of them beforehand? They do have Meteor just outside of sight, so he could come by here and maybe try to get some operator picks.
Wow.
Oh, my
right
God.
above too. Stops over there, shorty. Close range. Snaps down dubstep.
भाई क्या
And then
मस्त
TS
खेलता
coming
है भाई
out as
मीटियोर
well.
मजा आ रहा है
This
देखने
one
को
position out by Art wasn't blocked off, so it comes down to
और
individual
क्या
shooting,
मस्त
and
थ्रो
Envy
करता है
able to
जेंजी
get
कभी
two.
कभी
Puts all the weight off the shoulders on Borkum. 1-on-2 now.
Borkum does not have the spike.
मतलब 5v2 में क्या ही जरूरत है जाने का इससे
There is enough time. Maybe he could back out, or will he commit onto A? He commits. I mean, there's a pretty good setup here from GENG.
Slowly inching forward.
Oh,
Looking
this is
for the
bad.
head. But just seeing
Yeah.
the wall
ओ
bang,
भाई मारा भाई
it's
उसको
easy
भी
for Sylvan to swing off of it.
Yeah, exactly. So 3-3. I will say Envy is playing so well. Envy is, like, in some ways playing better than everybody else that's in the game right now, but the rest of the team isn't able to kind of deliver the same way that Envy is, it seems.
Yeah, at
By the way,
times.
I thought Meteor was going to get killed the moment they pushed him. When I saw those cloudbursts come down, I thought, okay, they're going to lose that operator. This is going to be a huge disruptive force in this round, and instead they clutch it. And here we are with GENG
अरे नहीं
maintaining
कुणाल
that
भाई आप
streak.
फुल
A
टाइम
lot of
रहते हैं
ultis is available here as well.
That's great that you bring that up. It's one of those things thinking about Meteor, because in the past, maybe a little bit of nerves, he might have cracked under the pressure, but today, he recovers so quick. And it's up to Team Secret to find their own recovery as well. They're trying to go fast in towards the B site, blocking up connector, but they have to work against Goddead. Dubstep tries to stay alive, floating upwards, but here he comes. Oh, it's the flash, and he misses his knives. The rifle from Goddead.
Yeah, Goddead really picking it up here. Envy's still on the loose, though.
Enemy remaining.
Question is,
भाई
can
KO
Envy
अल्ट क्यों कमिट किया इसने 4v2 में ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को क्या कर रहे
only
हैं
a
लोग
sheriff in hand, not even full HP. I mean, ideally you could even get
दो
a
बड़े
sniper
अल्ट यूज
plan,
किए
and
ये
that would
राउंड
be something, right? But
ठीक है राउंड सिक्योर करने के लिए किए पर
how far can he go? 50 seconds left on the clock right now.
He's found him. Oh God, and the Thrasher. He's run out of bullets. Managed to dodge it, but
The walls are closing in on that round. GENG with a 4th win now. And Team Secret, I mean, unsurprisingly, they're going to call a timeout. And they need to figure out exactly what's going wrong. I mean, that round especially, when we saw that Meteor got gunned down almost immediately, I thought, okay, well, this is going to be your opportunity now to try to start winning some more rounds again, but not the case at all. Goddead is so good.
I mean, finding his own form of stability as well. Sensing that push coming through, right? But then Just coming back to it, the flashpoint, managing to keep himself alive. The rest of the team for Team Secret, though, I mean, you're right, because every time they try to make some pushes happen, whether it's off of Jeremy or Dubstep's entry, it's not always the greatest. And what happens is, Envy is the backline support guy. He throws out some of these flashes from behind, and it leaves him as the last guy alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is a bit surprising to see GENG has stabilized so well. I mean, if you're just now tuning in, this has not been like a back and forth with round wins. It's like
streaks.
It's just streaks. It's Team Secret gets their streak in, and then GENG gets a bigger one in. You know, when I watch this back and forth, it does seem to me like we're watching each of these teams rapidly adapt to each other. GENG comes in with new ideas. A few rounds later, Team Secret figures them out. Team Secret starts to run away and get those wins, but then GENG has reinvented the way that they're going to approach this.
And that's why these timeouts are so important, right? Because the coaches have that impact. So we need to see Team Secret now figuring out how GENG just reinvented themselves.
To be kind of successfully, yeah, bro.
It's gonna be
Good
GENG
for
with that
TS.
operator. Meteor on it again, but this time he's not towards B. It's not where most operators would be. In fact, he's actually pushing up A main. Trailblazer are gonna suss him out though, and he has to back off.
I've got your trail.
All right, Seekers are out. That's going to drive Meteor back here. Meteor still kind of able to escape and find a new position. Not a lot of headway made by TS, but they're going to come dive in now.
Ooh, it's going to be Godded with the spams through the smoke, though. Cosmic Divide of their own now blocking off the rest of A main. Team Secret knows that the site isn't safe to plant in, so they're going to try to rotate back, perhaps.
There are setups over here, though. It looks like Sylvan could find him immediately.
Oh, he's waiting up by water, too. Team Secret are trapped, Tasteless.
Yeah, this is a very awkward position here. Doesn't mean they can't break out of it. We're going to have to see what the next pick looks like.
Obscuring vision.
All right, Borkum starts it.
Recovering it.
Just being a little bit patient.
30 seconds
I
left.
think they could come into A now and actually set up the plant. I think that's probably their only choice, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, nice jump. So Envy's going to get that plant off.
Going in for the stick. Meteor, though.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh,
and
short,
escape
man.
into the cloud burst.
Well, Envy answers right back. Now Meteor still presence aware. Sylvan trying to go for some peaks now. He's got those stars and he wants to figure out where these guys are. He wants to block them off.
They're going to try to flush him out with the...
Lockdown.
Yeah, what are they going to do? They've got to move.
Uh-oh.
Last player standing.
Now they're moving, but at this point, time's been spent. Spike's getting stuck. It's halfway.
Yeah, too late. And he's going to go for the run. Just try to get that right into the next round. GENG's on the 5th win in a row, Quack.
Off-season Valorant matches कब से होंगे? Next month से mostly.
I mean, that's the crazy thing about this. Now, one
Next
of
month
those
से
rounds
चालू
where
होंगे, काफी महीनों
we saw
दिसंबर
the
तक
timeout
चलेंगे.
for more birds, but the impact wasn't quite felt. And the reason why is because of Meteor and this operator, and also how GENG really pushed them back on the site. First of all, Godded spamming through those smokes, actually catching onto one of the Team Secret players, and then the Cosmic Divide to block them off even further. Team Secret are looking really uncomfortable.
All right, well, once again, A seems to be the place to be. Pure Team Secret pushing on this map. They're going to at least try to get the orb over here. And probably actually commit down to A. And A is pretty wide open. They just got Godded covering it, who, by the way, Godded has really, in the last couple of rounds, delivered.
He's repositioned this time as well. I mean, talking about randomization, now he's back towards Art. He gives them the site. He knows that they don't really have the guns, so just going for some clear retakes. They should be able to take this. They're
Phoenix
going in for a bit of a flank, too. But
Come
Jesse
on, let's
Batch
go.
has got this. Okay, now you're aware. GENG's taking a bit of time, though.
All right, Godded going to come in here with that flash. Team Secret needs to win this round, but it's already looking a little scary here. Dude, they're just able to infiltrate so well. Yeah, they're going to be pushed off the site. What exactly can Dubstep get done?
Oh, boy.
Nothing. I mean, I got to say, man, I really thought with that setup, that was going to be the one where Team Secret's going to get that fourth win. Instead, GENG gets another one. Perfect execution, perfect infiltration onto the A site.
It's
चैंपियंस के बाद होगा मोस्टली पर कुछ शायद क्वालिफायर्स चालू हो जाएंगे नेक्स्ट मंथ से.
Why are they able to come up with such a perfect infiltrating play? It's because they get such good reads on what Team Secret are doing and how Team Secret are positioned. They're clearing out the site, they're using bits of utility. Surely they're going to be positioned around this spot. If there's an alarm bot from the Killjoy, we know he's going to be in one of these corners. And they check every single one of them. This is a GENG that has perfected their retake.
Perfected नहीं रे, Team Secret गलत खेल रहा है.
This time A site's a little bit more plugged up with all this Killjoy util.
Swarm grenade.
We only have a few more rounds left here. I mean, again, GENG with double the points, but the scary part is they've actually streaked this together. They've won 6 rounds in a row. Looks like Jesse's going to set up the lockdown and try to flush out any position that GENG might have. Well, hold on. Okay, no, they're going to get the spike sent through mid.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it might have been a fake as well, but going through mid is not too bad. If someone pushes back out of Art, they're going to be able to catch them. So instead, just pushing in aggressively off of Jeremy's run it back, they should be able to create some space off of it. Now, the main thing is, though, you got to play the post plant because GENG's retakes have been good.
Meteor's still on the hunt. Whiffs those shots.
Okay.
If he gets one, is completely blinded. Things fall apart around him.
Finally, Team Secret ने round निकाल दिया.
At last, Team Secret finally gets another win. Much needed too.
And round 10. First of all, making off of Jeremy's run it back, getting that pick towards Secret created a lot of space for them, alleviated some of that pressure. Getting the spike down afterwards was how they started to go in for some of these post-plant positions. Slightly different this time. Meteor trying to go for that updraft, perhaps something that they anticipated, so just playing around that A main spot, and then Envy anchoring down on the site. It works a treat, because although GENG tries to retake together off of, you know, the Dizzy from TS, if Envy's just sharp, he shoots down everything. Now Team Secret are going for a whole different push, and it's straight through Art, straight through mid.
All right, well, here they go. A is open. GENG's going to have an unusual angle they could try to take this in if they decide to come back around. Now let's watch Jesse here. He's got a very deep lurk.
Which is good, but now coming back into it. Goes in for one kill, gets traded. TS picked back up his ultimate as well.
I mean, it's looking good so far here for Team Secret.
Trade for trade. Thrasher comes in to clear out Art. A look at Team Secret's positioning, so deep towards backside. Flowers.
That was wild.
Jeremy.
One enemy remaining.
Envy is killing it. All right, well, this spike is going to go off. I don't see any way that TS can take this. They're going to push out, and once again, it's Jeremy. I mean, he's just playing so well.
TS ने बोला
भाड़
में जाए सब, हम जाएंगे 5 man, 5 नाम.
And take us 7-5.
पर एक लड़कर छोड़ रहे हैं उन्होंने.
Be happy with that, but for Team Secret, if they can actually secure a 6-6 and the consequent pistol round win, GENG's attacking side with this composition wasn't great before, so that's exactly what Team Secret are looking for. I mean, right now, Jeremy having that confidence to go for some of these duels and holding out by Secret.
Guys, half time पे अपन बात करेंगे how we can counter a team जो flank से retake करती है, ठीक है?
Now, Meteor with the operator. This is where it's the strongest.
Right, well, I don't know if we're going to have any interactions with this shot. It's just this
dubstep.
2 operators.
Stare down.
Nobody's peeked out yet. Again, not a lot of action on B here for the first half.
You don't want to because it's so scary. Meteor on the other side.
Oh, that's why.
For a second, I was just listening to the good, the bad, the ugly sound.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one body over here at B. A is once again going to be the place that Team Secret is eager to pierce into.
Yeah, that just completely eliminates Team Secret's B-side pressure. So Genji fully aware that it's going to be an A hit now. Silva knows exactly how to play off of this. Goddead coming up from behind. You only have Jesse Vash.
And we'll see how he does against Sylvan. That's going to be it.
चलो guys.
Genji again. I mean, it might sound silly
बात
to say,
करते हैं
but they
जो
are on
टीम
top of
फ्लैंक
that
से
player.
अटैक करती है.
Yes.
What you can do against
Really
them, right?
Won so many duels, so many aim duels here. And now we're going to switch sides here. You know, Genji just stopped for a little bit at the start of this, and Team Secret might run away with the show and have made all these
देखो
adjustments they
अभी ये राउंड का एग्जांपल लेते हैं. जब भी जेंजी के 3 लोग फ्लैंक से आके रिटेक किए, बरोबर. अभी जब भी अच्छे टीम्स के सामने हम लोग खेलते हैं ना, तो क्या होएगा, ये फ्लैंक से रिटेक जब कर रहे हैं ना, you'll always have people who will hold control of deep angles, right? Now when they are holding control of deep angles, right, अभी इसमें दो लेयर्स है, मैं बताता हूँ, ठीक है. पहले तो अगर आपको डीप पुश करना है, राइट, इफ यू वांट टू डिनाई देम दैट स्पेस, इट शुड बी इन अ ग्रुप ऑफ 2 और मोर, ठीक है. 3 लोग जाके उसको मार सकते हैं. पर आई डू नॉट सजेस्ट टेकिंग दिस फाइट बिकॉज ही इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी वेरी डीप एंड वो लाइन होल्ड करने वाला है, राइट. तो जब लोग फ्लैंक से रिटेक कर रहे हैं, 2 चीज कर सकते हैं. एक, पहला, अगर आप लोग के पास है, हाँ, तो आप भी 3 लोग एमएन से फाइट कर रहे हो, 3 लोग एमएन पे फाइट कर रहे हो, ठीक है. यू आर फाइटिंग एज 3, ठीक है. आ रहे हैं उन लोग, आप भी रेडी हो यूटिल के साथ, वो लोग भी रेडी है, ठीक है. इट्स ओके, गुड, ठीक है. व्हाट आई डोंट लाइक इज, एक बंदा, 2 बंदे जब फाइट कर रहे हैं, एक इधर फाइट कर रहा है, एक इधर फाइट कर रहा है, एक बैठा है, राइट, दैट इज नॉट गुड, ठीक है. अब इसमें एक और चीज क्या कर सकते हो सीक्रेट ने किया, एक डीप लर्क छोड़ो. अभी समझो कि एक जो बंदा है, अभी समझो इधर अलार्म बॉट है फॉर एग्जांपल, एक जो बंदा इधर ही है माउथ पे, ठीक है, एक पिक के लिए खेल रहा है. अगर उसने उसका एक पिक ले लिया ना, और बाकी लोग अपना ये डीप स्पेस होल्ड कर रहे हैं, बस इतना ही, क्योंकि इसको कभी तो आगे आना पड़ेगा, इसको कभी तो आगे आना पड़ेगा, और इन लोग जब तक यहाँ से आएंगे, एक आधा पिक ऑफ मिल गया ना, तो उन लोग का रिटेक स्टॉप हो जाता है. क्यों? क्योंकि जो प्लान करके आते हैं ना रिटेक, तो वो एक तरीके से रिटेक करते हैं, ठीक है. तो एट दैट पॉइंट इवन दैट वन पिक एंड होल्डिंग दीज एंगल्स, तो जब उन लोग एमएन से आ रहे हैं, बाकी माउथ पे मैं यूटिलिटी यूज करूंगा काफी, जो भी है मेरे पास, पुल है, स्मोक है, राइट, ट्राई टू गेट दैट वन मोर पिक ऑफ एंड देन दे लूज द राउंड देयर. तो यू शुड नेवर फाइट 1-1. तो इधर यही हुआ ना, इधर जेरेमी ने एक फाइट किया, एक ये इधर अकेला बैठा था आइसोलेटेड पोजीशन में, जो बहुत खराब था, एक ये इधर था, राइट. दिस वाज 1-1-1. ये 3 सोलो फाइट लिए, इसके लिए उन लोग राउंड हारे. दैट शुड नेवर बी द केस, ठीक है. समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? ओह सॉरी, पिस्टल चालू हो गया बेंच.
And because of that, allows for TS to pick back up his utility. Look at his positioning though.
Oh, nice shot. They're going to see that he's around. There's a great moment for Phoenix. Yeah, you can get that flash off so easily.
They push back up from behind though. That's going to be coming through from Arts. Envy, Jeremy trying to fend them off with the hot hands and some clean shots.
That was
Team
a great
Secret picks
round.
up the pistol.
Yeah, beautifully done. There's some angles. You can see GENG wasn't really ready to have covered. And so we go into that round 2 here. Are we going to have any unusual strats here from GENG? Any kind of weirdness in a round we always kind of expect you to win?
Yeah.
It's usually the most one-sided round in a Valorant match.
It's something that, hasn't worked out too great for GENG before. I mean, I love how Team Secret played off this pistol round with having 3 players just outside the mouth of A main.
Right.
As soon as anyone peeks out, you got 3 targets staring down your barrel.
और फार्मिंग बोलते,
GENG, the last time they played this map, they've only won 2 rounds on their attack. Team Secret stands a chance.
They're going to be pushing up A-Link again, it looks like. The spike is way back here. They're not committed to any one location. It seems like they really want to see if they can just get a pick here or there and then loosen up Team Secret's overall standing.
Team Secret not going to give it to them, though. I mean, the movement from Envy, just playing it safe.
Very conservative play from Team Secret. Big stack on A. We do have some Killjoy utility on B here, and, you know, Jesse is way tucked back.
And that's good. Being that far back, gets to hold onto his weapon, gets enough information, and pushes them off of the default planting spot. Finds that first kill.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
They're really doing a good job of using that obstruction there to kind of rotate around that. Gets another. This is a wild game, man. Jesse's like some kind of action hero in this round. It's like he's turning all these
Meteor
different
भाई
corners, firing
पहले
all
राउंड
these shots,
शॉट्स
pulling
मिस किए
away.
उसने, नहीं तो 2 किल तो उसको मिल जाते.
All right, well, there it is. The defuse. Luckily for GENG, they do at least get the spike plant. So a couple extra credits go in their direction.
But yeah, I mean, again, you're talking about the conservative play from 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐻 and that action hero flicking. It's great. I mean, he almost gets a bit of an ace. Could it had it been another weapon? But for Team Secret, again, yes, they were on a bit of a save. They were playing it a little bit slow, so we haven't seen too many game plans, but their attacking side is something that you really want to see more from.
Yeah, GENG going to be coming in here with a lot better weaponry. We're going to see what they can actually get done here. Neck and neck right now, 7 and 7. As we move into the more substantial part of the half here, where the real guns are going to be at play.
Wow, they use the smoke to bypass 𝘼𝐻's turret. So now it's going to be Jesse just playing around connector, trying to receive them. Dubstep on the other side of the smoke. Going to get wall banged for a little bit.
Well, they're going to send the dog out there. I don't know if they get much information. This is kind of an interesting push from Team Secret.
Just trying to make sure that they're kind of aware enough of where GENG are. So they know they're kind of around mid, and that's why they're positioned around this spot. Pop flash from Envy.
Good wall bang there from Borkum. I thought he wasn't going to get him at the very end, but he does. B is going to be the place to be, it looks like.
Yeah, because of that initial push, and now Sylvan just kind of always hovering around B long. Calls for that push to come through. But the thing is, Team Secret are prepared for a dubstep with a Marshall. Get some flick shots off.
Spike is down.
And 𝘼𝐻.
This is going to be
Meteor
difficult.
को
Not
कुछ तो करना
impossible,
पड़ेगा ये
though.
round.
They only have one angle they have to worry about. But if he peeks like this, I think there's a real chance, yeah, the Killjoy can find him. He sees him out of the corner of his eye.
Ooh. Was trying to slice the pie, but now
they're diffusing right now. I mean, I think that's just going to be it. All right, nicely done there, Team Secret. Getting that spike diffused and getting that 8th win. They're back up in the lead at last.
You have enough numbers, you have enough players.
GENG के रोल चेंजेस क्या they are favorites क्या?
आ
जाओ बजाज भाई टीम स्पीक.
First of all,
बतियाते
information
हैं.
game coming out great from Team Secret. They sense that utility towards B link and mid, and then they instantly position themselves around it. You know, the little pop flash from Envy getting that first pick was huge. And then with the push coming through from GENG towards B long, Dubstep already knew it was coming, so he had his crosshairs zeroed in onto that one spot. Next round for Team Secret, I mean, they won the bonus, so they're flush with cash.
All right, we've got Dubstep here with that operator, looking to get some picks. Unfortunately, no one's going to be at B. This may be just a map where we don't have a lot of operator hype clips on.
Everyone wants to avoid them. But if they avoid that, then they're going to be walking into an A site that's heavily fortified
User
with
joined
all
your
of this
channel.
utility from 𝘼𝐻.
बजाज भाई.
Ooh. TS though
अभी
sets
उठे.
up the Thrasher to push off of.
पता नहीं भवन भाई बेरोजगारी की वजह से क्या चीज है रात को नहीं है. देरी से नहीं है.
हमें तो जब बेरोजगार नहीं थे तब भी नींद नहीं आती.
वो बात भी है.
As soon as it expires, Team Secret comes out with
प्लस आई थिंक सो मैचेस देख के इतना वो दिमाग में घुस जा रहा है ना.
हाँ. इतने मैचेस देख ले कभी-कभी ओवर हो जाता है.
हाँ, मतलब मेरा ऐसा था अभी जब हुआ था ना कि मैं ये देखा NA देखा, फिर 2 घंटे सोया, वो जब सेंट्रल्स वाले मैचेस चल रहे थे, और फिर वापस उठ के ग्लोबल और वो सब मैचेस.
But the thing is, when teams
बहुत ज़्यादा ही हो गया तो दिमाग में
it's tough to stop them. So timeout has to be called soon for Gen G.
I agree with you 100%, Quack. I really think you need to get that timeout in there.
तो बस खुश था जेनजी के रोल चेंजेस देख के जब शुरुआत
भाई सिल्वन को स्मोक्स पे डाल दिया कंट्रोलर पे मैं बोला बस यही तो कब से बोल रहे थे
पूरा एकदम फाइनली everyone is playing roles where they excel.
Yeah.
What's kind of going wrong for them, and sometimes
आप बताओ भाविन भाई, what have you been up to? आप क्या कर रहे हो?
Playing into Team Secret's information.
मौज कर
Apart from Watchparty.
You know, although it might have been right.
जब आपको पता लगेगा तो मुझे भी बता देना.
Well, and that's why they played, you know, a little bit further back, especially around dugout. Meanwhile, for the rest of the gang from Gen G, just not quite able to pick off Team Secret as they push in.
मैंने तो सुना मुंबई में फिर वो पानी भर गया.
ये तो पानी भरता रहता है बीच में.
अच्छा.
हाँ.
Talking about it before, we saw the same thing happen against Talon.
क्या है ना, कोई लो लाइंग एरियाज रहते हैं ना, वहाँ पे भर जाता है. हर बार ऑलमोस्ट सेम एरिया में भरता है. एकदम ज्यादा बारिश हो, लास्ट अभी तक तो नहीं हुआ कि उतना बारिश की सब जगह पानी भर जाए.
Especially now that they're here on this defending side, it just seems like Gen G
मुंबई थोड़ा बदनाम भी हो गए पानी को
लेकर. Anywhere in these positions, their numbers are so thin.
नदियाँ तो दिल्ली में बह रही है, बदनाम मुंबई
करते
हैं. Defending it to the point
दिल्ली, हैदराबाद, और इनफैक्ट भविन भाई आप हैदराबाद जब भी जाओगे आप देखते हो ना कितना लॉपसाइडेड है हैदराबाद, ऊपर नीचे ऊपर. वहाँ पे पानी ज्यादा भरता है कुछ एरियाज में, जैसे आपने बोला ना मुंबई का. बट
हाँ.
पता नहीं मुंबई सब कोई बोलता है अरे मुंबई डूब गया. दोस्तों से बात करता हूँ, बोलते नहीं भाई हमारे यहाँ तो पानी नहीं.
बड़ा चढ़ा के लोग बोलते हैं ना.
Oh, unfortunately, the scope was too high up, and Sylvan gets the drop on a dubstep.
Oh.
भाई सिल्वन भाई ने राउंड निकाल दिया.
First time and then the second. That's two players gone now. B is open.
Yeah, time to get a better sniper rifle there. TS is going to go with the plant. Let's see
भाई ये बच्चा प्लांट करता है, बहुत क्यूट लगता है भाई.
Team Secret here can actually do to recover this.
You are divided.
Putting themselves up front in a risky position. Unfortunately, dubstep as well as 𝐻𝐈𝐍𝐊𝐒.
कोई राउंड में कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता है कि एक्स्ट्रा अल्ट्स कमिट कर देते हैं जेनजी वाले, पर ठीक है.
By the cosmic divide, they want to go in for a bit of a retake maneuver, but they're not quite sure. I mean, I think so.
अल्ट्स कमिट करना is better than अल्ट्स नहीं कमिट करना.
हाँ.
Because आप अल्ट्स और ज़्यादा कमिट हो उसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हो आगे जाके.
हाँ
हाँ, पर एक राउंड था 4v2 इन लोग अप थे. और मतलब सामने वाले का इको था, हाफ बाय था. 4v2 अप में उसने क्यों अल्ट कमिट कर दी,
But again, a lot of that came down.
वो मुझे बहुत अजीब लगा.
You know, the scopes that were covering losing the duel.
अच्छा.
में उन्होंने बहुत सारे 5v2 4v2 मारे.
वो कर दो.
जेनजी टॉप पे थी 5-0 या समथिंग. वहाँ से एक मैच चाहिए था क्वालिफाई करने का. हाँ, और सारे मैचेस हारे.
Unfortunate mistake, but such a good capitalization coming out from Sylvan. And once again, that's why
ये सिल्वन नया प्लेयर है क्या? नहीं, उन लोग में था कब से ही substitute करते थे.
He sneaks
forward. WGS का प्लेयर था, बहुत बढ़िया प्लेयर था.
So off of that little shall we say blunder, Team Secret now
बहुत ही underrated टीम थी बंदा वर्ल्ड गेम स्टार.
It leaves a
बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर
open.
और कौन थे उसमें?
नाम याद नहीं आ रहा. बट अच्छे प्लेयर्स मेरे को याद है cause सुशांत जो नहीं है जो लीड में, हम लोग बैठते थे साथ में, हम लोग कोरिया के बारे में बात करते थे, तो दो टीम्स हमेशा हमको याद रहती थी, एक मारू गेमिंग, एक WGS.
अच्छा.
उस समय मारू में चिबाब बोल के एक दुलिस था.
चिबाब.
हाँ, चिबाब.
but some shots fired.
और कंट्रोलर्स में हम लोग वही बोलते थे कि एशिया में सिल्वन बहुत अंडररेटेड है. एक सब कोई आको ये सब को देखते हैं, बट सिल्वन बहुत अंडररेटेड.
It forces Jeremy to actually commit his ultimate. So now they're going to be pushing over onto the A side. Question is, are Team Secret prepared enough to receive this?
So double lockdown. Lockdown Venn diagram. Go, go.
It's 30 seconds, Tasteless.
Yeah, they need to hurry.
We can't do math right now.
इनका तो बच्चा प्लांट कर देगा हो गया
Yeah, they don't, it doesn't matter.
That's
I don't think that they had actually
पर और
factored
कुछ
that in
एरिया ही
over
नहीं है
on
रे
Team
इन लोग के
Secret.
पास
That's so
सिर्फ
funny.
I mean
All right, well, we've got
क्या है कि
a pretty wide setup here. King getting dubstep.
No need to worry about flanks anymore.
Fuse gets the half. They spam through.
Oh,
It's
bhai.
hiccuped. They start it, but it's a fake. Meteor gets that kill, backs away. And that is
ये
gonna
सर
be
राउंड
that.
अनएक्साइटिंग वे में खत्म हो गया यार
9-9.
एंटी क्लाइमैक्स
That's so
हाँ
funny. that
एंटी क्लाइमेटिक हो
lockdown,
गया
and then, you know, you see the little guy just set up the spike anyways.
I guess he doesn't really get affected by it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's something that I didn't really factor
No,
in
I
either.
had not actually thought about it until we saw it happen, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that's...
Because it's just enough space that Team Secret has to back off because of the lockdown.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's free spike plant. It's out in the open. If Team Secret wants to defuse it, you know, although they
पता
might have
भाई
gotten
मैंने
it
एक सीरीज
halfway,
सोची थी बहुत पहले
it's still easy
हाँ.
for Gen G to just
मैं आपको
spray them
पिच करना
through.
चाहता था अभी बताता हूँ आपको
I gotta
आइडिया
say, this
अगर
is
आपको
such a
करना है तो
neck and
करिए
neck
बहुत
match.
अच्छा आइडिया है
हाँ बोलो
Gen G
ऑफ
is really
सीजन में
cleaning up
आप
their play, though.
लाइक एक पर स्ट्रीम आप एक टीम को उठाओ
Definitely,
एक
I
फ्रैंचाइजी
think
टीम
I'm
को
very cautious
हाँ.
of
and
Gen
you
G,
go
more
over,
cautious than in the earlier
तुमको
part
क्या
of this half.
चेंजेस करना चाहिए क्या
But they seem to
किस
be
प्लेयर को रखना
overstepping
चाहिए
and kind of bleeding off
और
team
प्लेइंग
members to the point where they weren't
प्लेइंग
able to
में
do
मतलब
much.
प्लेयर्स में और
I
स्टाफ में
think with
किसको
Dynasty,
कीप
there's
किसको
kind of
हटाओ
dialing
और
back and a more
रिप्लेस करना है तो
conservative
किसके साथ
movement,
पोटेंशियल
from Gen G is
प्रॉब्लम
really
ये है
paid
ना
off. A lot of
मैं
times they
जैसा
aren't
मैं
able
हूँ
to figure out,
मैं
okay, here's a duel we
पहले
can take.
मतलब
We
मैं
saw
पहले
Silver
देखता
just
हूँ
2
कि
rounds
बंदा
ago.
कैसा काम कर
And
रहा
then we
है
create an opening.
कितना
And
गेम
then from
नॉलेज है
there,
तो
if they have
आउटसाइड
enough
से
of their team there,
सिर्फ
or even if it's even,
खुद के अंडरस्टैंडिंग का
seems like they
पीओवी
can
देख सकता
cover
हूँ
that
पर
spike and let it go off.
इनसाइड से मेरे
That's
को
the
मालूम
thing.
पड़ेगा ना कि कौन
Sometimes
क्या
it's like,
एक्चुअल में कर रहा
It's
है
the repercussions
किसका
of
क्या
some of the previous rounds
काम
that
है
affect
किसको
how Team
लोग
Secret wants to
दबा
control
रहे
the
हैं
map.
मतलब नहीं खिला पा रहे हैं
And it
समझ रहा
leaves
हूँ
gaps
पर
in
इनसाइड
other
तो हम
spots,
नहीं
and
गेन कर सकते
नहीं
हैं
गेन
He's
कर
doing a
सकते
good
हैं
job of trying to read that.
पर आई थिंक सो फिर भी
They can try
अब जैसे
that
जेंजी
opening
है
again. It's
आपको
gonna
क्या
be
लगता है
tough
जेंजी
for
को
Team
क्या
Secret,
चेंज करना
but
चाहिए
thanks to this, it was a
अगर
tough
अगर
push
कुछ चेंज करना
forward.
चाहिए
अभी जेंजी का
I'm
मैं
into
खुश हूँ ये
things.
चेंज से मतलब जो
So that actually is gonna be pushed
थोड़ा
out from
अच्छा
Team
खेल रहे
Secret
मतलब लाइक
towards
दे आर नॉट
middle.
अफ्रेड
Yeah. Now,
पहले
the middle
पहले
push
लास्ट
for
लास्ट
this,
में ना
Team Secret's
नॉर्मल
not gonna
सीजन
be
के
very
ऐसा लग रहा था
tough.
डर डर के
Really
खेल
set
रहे
up
हैं
the
अभी
interview
वैसा
with
नहीं
an
लग रहा है
A attack, but they're gonna be
और ऊपर
diving
से
over
रोल्स
on
भी उन
B.
लोग ने फिक्स कर
And it's
दिए
gonna be
हैं
another situation I think could fare
बट
very
व्हेन
well right now.
व्हेन दे प्ले बेटर टीम्स राइट दैट इज द टाइम व्हेन
Yeah, they have the spike
बेटर
planted
टीम्स यानी
already.
वर्ल्ड लेवल टीम्स तब फिर और अच्छे
And
से बोल
then the
सकते हैं
Thrasher.
कि क्या करना चाहिए क्या
Oh,
नहीं
man. King is just murdering here. Only Envy and
देखो
Borkum left.
मेरे को बहुत ऑनेस्टली लगता है वन भाई जेंजी पूरा परफेक्ट टीम है अभी
And with 2
बस
players remaining,
अगर
I mean,
किसी को
they have to
जैसे
go
होता है
for
ना
the
कि
same.
अगर आपको
Yeah,
अपग्रेड
they're
करना है
gonna
तो
make
क्या
it
हाँ.
करोगे मतलब
This means Gen G is
हाँ.
gonna
तो
get ahead.
मैं टीएस को रिप्लेस
10th win
करूंगा
here. Not a lot of
आईजीएल
rounds
किसको
left
लाओगे
either.
फिर
वही एक
Different story
अच्छे
from
आईजीएल
that
को
Talon
लाऊंगा
game, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
मैं ऐसे तो
I
फिर
mean,
टीएस से मेरे को
First of
बोरकम को
all, now we're starting to see
आई
some
थिंक
of
रिप्लेस
that
करना चाहिए
Gecko utility.
तो
But again,
हाँ
it's the
बोरकम इज
implications
नॉट
of
दैट ग्रेट ऑफ अ
previous
कंट्रोलर
rounds.
इन माय ओपिनियन
वही
Off the timeout, you know, maybe slight
एक सेकंड में आता हूँ
misread, Team Secret thinking to push out mid instead, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
It was meant to, you know, disrupt A pushes or something else, but it leaves B completely open, right? And the
Yeah.
whole team just marches down, and because they're using Wingman to secure the plant, they can stay fluid with how they set up some of these post-plant positions. It's like a 6th player. And with that, TS actually gains his Thrasher, and it creates so much space, so much chaos around this B-Link spot that, well, Team Secret has no choice but to go elsewhere.
गाइस
Now
2-0 हो
economy
रहा है क्या
broken, they're on shotguns. One Guardian on Jeremy.
Okay. Yeah, it almost seems like that last round, like a little bit
Oh,
of protection
oh.
almost, you know, like, oh, they're going to go for A because they've been going for A every time. This time around, I mean, Meteor's already been picked off. It's a good sign for Team Secret. He's definitely the guy you want to get rid of. Keep in mind, Team Secret has to take some different angles here because of the weaponry they're stuck with.
Just trying to recenter themselves. That's that shotgun being sounded off, and now God's aware of it. He's going to come in to pinch down Jesse Bash. If he's dead, yep, that Killjoy utility is just rendered useless.
Oh, dubstep with a good catch there. That was
अरे
in the
नाइस
middle.
रे सिल्वर
Yep, it's a trade out though.
सिल्वर का स्पेशल अंडरस्टैंडिंग कितना
The
मस्त है
Gen G
यार
maneuver, they get a little bit of information, they know where you are, and then they pinch you out. 2 players for 2. It's an even trade, but GENG has an advantage in timing. They get the spike down, and Team Secret are still rotating. One good thing is that Jeremy is coming out from behind, but because of the pings on the map, I do think that Sylvan is aware of it.
Who will champions Fnatic?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a really tough one. If Team Secret can win here, this would be huge, though. But again, that 11th round win, it's looking more and more likely here for GENG.
Oh, they put up a defensive lock. Cosmic Divide as well. bhavinkotwani pushing through. King, though.
Oh, just King left. He's buying time. He hears the footsteps.
No time.
Is there enough time?
No.
Nope, yep, that's it. The spike is going to explode, and that's going to be that. The 11th win here for GENG. Wow. You know, so much of that early part of the round was
Guys, facial
fascinating
understanding
to watch.
जानते हैं क्या इसके बाद? ये मैं आपके बाद थोड़ा मतलब facial understanding क्या है? थोड़ा important क्यों है?
I mean, that was a nice shot from Jeremy, but dude, it was a 4v5 conversion coming out of GENG, and it shows their smarts. It was a bit of an attempt from Team Secret, but the Cosmic Divide, unfortunately, King made use of it, played off of it to perfection. I mean, he danced around halls off of it, and with that, it put him in a one-on-one where he had the advantage because the spike was about to go off. Next round, Team Secret, they're grasping at the straws. They're trying to fight hard. They're looking for some of these opening picks, hoping that it gives them a lead.
All right, Dubstep. Waiting here with the operator. We need to see if he's going to get those picks. Now, this time it's not an operator at B. They really want to get an op kill and then soften up the position here for GENG. Nobody's budged, by the way.
Just waiting for each other to make the first move.
Yeah. Now, the longer GENG waits, the less time they're going to have to get to that site. Nobody's peeking just yet, although Meteor could. Ulti available, by the way, for Meteor, if need be.
Okay. Well, the Hawk does gather information around A main as well. But look at Team Secret. This is discipline coming from them. They're playing it safe. Shots with. Off of that, it's a little bit of space for GENG. It's an opening. Now they're pushing it in with an A split. Jeremy tries to hold them back. Run it back, and now spray transfers. 𝘼𝐼𝐸 comes in to actually receive them. Ropes back around to main as well and picks up the third kill, the fourth!
𝘼𝐼𝐸 is out of control. And it's just Sylvan left over here.
G में क्या changes करना
16
चाहिए?
seconds left.
देखो ये मैंने G में already बोल दिया मेरे हिसाब से क्या changes करना चाहिए. जब मैं publicly बोल सकता हूँ तब मैं बोलूँगा.
Neck and neck. I mean, we could end up in overtime. It's definitely a possibility. GENG still ahead. They just need one more win to either be guaranteed overtime or a victory. And look at the ending to that. Dubstep getting that kill, crushing Sylvan as we go into round 22.
Yeah, redeeming himself from that previous round, right, when Sylvan had the Marshall. I mean, that must feel good. Now, Team Secret may be a little bit more comfortable, and I like that. The way that they utilize some of these spots on the map, having that default map control, right? 𝘼𝐸𝐸 is kind of playing around further back on the B side, doesn't have to expose himself too much. The rest of Team Secret just held up around A, you know, having that operator zoomed in, Jeremy as well as 𝘼𝐸𝐸 is pivoting around Art. That was great. You know, just having that conservative, disciplined hold again, they might be able to pull this off.
Big stack over on B, by the way.
I don't know if I like that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's a bit of a read. They're anticipating that maybe if the A or mid push doesn't work out for GENG, now they'll try a B rush, but no, it's not there.
Yeah, it's not going to happen here. So we got to see what's going to happen here when Jesse and 𝘼𝐼𝐸𝐸 have to deal with this.
Oh, they're going to go for a bit of a Cosmic Divide setup. Sylvan's going to set up for it. The rest of the team pushing in. And now with those stars, look at it, towards the back of Secret. It forces 𝘼𝐼𝐸𝐸 away. This is a free site now for GENG.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tough one here. Meteor with the push as well.
Oh, and at the same time, King on the lurk. 𝘼𝐸𝐸𝐸 comes in to check him. But he has to make good on his shots. Right now, his teammates are doing pretty good coming with the retake.
I mean, it's doable. King. He sees the shoulder of 𝘼𝐸𝐸𝐸. Jesse fires back immediately. I don't know that TS can really do much right now.
Yeah, okay. Let's go for some spams.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite have the right lineup. That's going to be it. Wow, 11-11. This is hype.
I mean, it's an intense fight. The pressure between these two teams is immense, and right now, I mean,
जो भी
both
लिख
of
रहे
them
put
just
texture on
trying to
Jet.
make sure that they can
See,
get
I am
that
of the
map.
opinion that I don't
In
believe
this
putting
best of
texture
five,
on
it
Jet will
means
solve
so
G's
much.
problem.
Both of them
Because
not
texture
wanting
as
to
a
get
Jet has a
eliminated
different
out
play
of this
style. He
last
does not
chance qualifier.
necessarily
Again,
like to
we have GENG. It's 1-0 right
be the
now.
first one
Secret
entering into the
desperately
side.
needs this. It's
From
neck
what
and
I've
neck.
seen.
It could go either way. Big round coming up here in round 23. Another triple stack over at B.
And GENG just going, making the same play again. I mean, with this B stack, they get to push up, but it does cost a bit of an arm and a leg. Jeremy is now dead. However, eliminating Sylvan is pretty good as well, because now GENG, they don't have cover as they push into sites. No smokes available.
This is going to be dubstep here with the operator. We got to see how this first shot goes. He should be able to get the first kill.
Might have hurt some hops as well. He's ready for it.
Gets one, but it's too many.
Over
I think it would have been better to actually dash back out instead of trying to go forward, but it's a 3 versus 3 now. Envy's getting flushed out. Again, right now, Envy probably having the best dueling out of the entire Team Secret team.
There's a lockdown coming in through too as well, but he stays hidden. Oh, hidden behind the back of screen.
Wow.
2 kills, 3 actually. And it puts Team Secret at match point.
क्या ये 1-all हो रहा है?
Can Team Secret close this out, or are we going to go to overtime?
Remember that round from Haven where I think it was dubstep with a judge, the 2 lockdowns, and he thought that you could go in for, he swapped over the knife. This is one of those moments. Envy having that confidence, not phased by the attacking lockdown. He actually stays in it long enough that GENG doesn't check him.
All right, well, this is it. Got the push coming up now. A-Site has got a big stack. They are so confident this is where the action's going to be. They've left Dubstep to cover B, but Dubstep, if anything, is going to be part of retaking the site, if GENG can even get in.
This is all for all those biscuits. The mosh pit, the hot
भाई वो
heads,
मॉस
it
पिट
burns
खुद
down
के मॉस पिट
TS.
पे मरा है भाई पागल
That
आदमी.
spike, they've already lost one here. Are they going to continue to double down onto A?
And look at the mini-map too. A is heavily fortified.
Okay, Team Secret's doing it. Just 2 left.
यार powerless
Sylvan.
बोलने भी नहीं
Now
दिया.
just Sylvan, and then
GG.
there's none. 13-11
Oh,
is how map
भाई,
2
GG.
ends. Team Secret has tied this up 1-1.
Ending map 2 with a 13-11 scoreline. It was a little bit rocky at the start, and then they turned it back around 6-6 at the end of the first
Guys
half.
देखो
But
जो मैं
as we
स्पेशल
move over to
इसका बात कर रहा था ना, तुम लोगों को जानने में अच्छा लग रहा है ना, तुम्हें बताओ, नहीं तो फिर क्या है, पॉइंट नहीं बनता है. जब मैं स्पेशल अवेयरनेस का बात करता हूँ ना, देखो बहुत सारे यंग प्लेयर्स या ये लर्कर्स जो बोलते हैं, उन लोग क्या गलती करते हैं मालूम है? समझ लर्क कर रहे हैं तो उनको लगता है हाँ वो कभी भी आगे जाने चाहिए. हाँ मैं तो लर्कर हूँ ना, तो मैं तो आगे जाऊंगा ना, पर वो एक्चुअल में ऐसे काम नहीं करता. अब जब मैं स्पेशल अवेयरनेस का बात करता हूँ, एक राउंड का एग्जांपल लेते, चलो वो छोटा बात है, पर सिल्विन आके यहाँ पे बैठा था, ठीक है, मिड पे वो राउंड याद है, सब लोग इधर बैठे थे, एक इधर इधर इधर, सब लोग पुश के लिए बैठे थे. जेट ने यहाँ से ऑप लगाया था, फिनिक्स यहाँ पे खड़ा था, ठीक है, तो सिल्विन यहाँ पे बैठा था. अब जैसे ही जेट ने ऑप शॉट फायर किया डोर से, दैट वाज द ओनली टाइम जब उसने पीक करके ये स्पेस क्लियर किया. अब वो बात अलग है, इन लोग ने इंस्टेंटली ए स्प्लिट करने का कॉल किया था, वो मर गए, पर उसके पहले उसने बिल्कुल ही पीक नहीं किया. सिमिलरली वो राउंड जब इन लोग डोर क्रंच किए, ठीक है, जब डोर क्रंच किया, जब मैं बोला उसका स्पेशल अवेयरनेस क्या है, वापस से वो इधर तक आके बैठा था। अब जैसे ही जेट इधर स्पॉट हुआ, उसने वही टाइमिंग पकड़ के आगे आया, और जेट जब एक शॉट लेके पीछे हो रहा था, उसने उसको पकड़ के मार दिया। ठीक है, उसको दिख गया था 8 और इधर फाइट हो रहा है, तो ये स्पेस पे उसको लेना है। एंड जैसे जेट ने ऑफ शॉट फायर किया, उसने उसको ट्रेड किया। ये हो गया एक स्पेशल अवेयरनेस आइडिया कि कब आगे जाना है, क्या रिस्क है क्या रिस्क नहीं है। ठीक है, अब इसको सीक्रेट ने कैसे काउंटर किया, एक राउंड जो इसको पिक ऑफ किया, लास्ट राउंड ही या सेकंड लास्ट राउंड, वो लोग साइलेंटली आगे आए, बिना कुछ आवाज किए, बिना कुछ किए, दो लोग ड्यूल लेने आगे आ गए और इंस्टेंट एट द स्टार्ट ऑफ द राउंड। अब इसमें रिस्क क्या है, अगर सामने लोग बी आ रहे हैं फाइट लेके, तो आप शायद मर सकते हो, पर लेकिन उन्होंने वो गैम्बल लिया, 1 फॉर 1 ट्रेड हुआ। फिर भी सिल्वन ऐसा नहीं कि एकदम ये था, ये एक राउंड आई थिंक सिल्वन का थोड़ा मिस्टेक था, वेयर he was not in a position to fall back from. He could have jump peaked, he could have jiggle peaked, he was in an open spot. तो ये एक राउंड सिलेन का गलती हुआ, राइट। सिमिलरली अंडरस्टैंड इन द इको राउंड, राइट, उसने स्टार पुल बैक किया, इधर आके बैठा, रिस्क लिया उसने एक, ठीक है, वो भी फिर छोटा पिक लेके ऑपर को पिक ऑफ किया, जिगल 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 जिगल, इज वेरी अवेयर ऑफ द एंगल्स अराउंड हिम, और जिगल जिगल दो जिगल में उसने उड़ा दिया जैसे वॉश को, समझ रहे हो, राइट देख रहा था, राइट देख रहा था, नहीं दिखा, ठीक है, जैसे ही उसको नहीं दिखा, छोटा जिगल लिया इधर का पहले, थोड़ा और लिया इधर का, टैग करके उड़ा के मार दिया। हाँ, तो उसका स्पेशल अवेयरनेस मेरे हिसाब से बहुत अच्छा है, और लर्क टाइमिंग भी बहुत अच्छा है। चलो लगाए टीडीएम, हो क्या गॉड स्पीड भाई, बजाज भाई? क्या है ना गाइस, अपना शाम को गेम के लिए वार्म अप करना है ना, समझ में आया तुम लोग को क्या बोला मैंने, या तो बाउंसर गया?
You have good taste, my friend.
चलो गाइस, जस्ट ट्रोलिंग। My money don't jiggle jiggle. Match delayed by rain. Okay. इंडिया वुमेन जीत रही है क्या? हरलीन देओल 67, कृति मंदाना 59। शाम को कौन सा गेम है? शाम को प्रीमियर बेटा का गेम है गाइस, जहाँ पे मैं, गोपी, विम, स्किल्स और खापा, हम लोग ये लाइनअप के साथ खेल रहे हैं। अरे कैसे लोग आते हैं यार, टीम डेथ मैच भी फाइंड क्यों करते हो जब तुमको गेम खेलना नहीं है? मूड ऑफ।
You have
हो
good
गया
taste,
भवन,
my friend.
क्या हो गया?
आ
सो
गया
गए?
मैं।
अच्छा, मेरे को लगा सो गए थे।
नहीं नहीं,
मेरे को सुनाई दिया सो गया भाविन भाई, मैं बोला अरे अभी अभी।
आई एम इम्प्रूविंग माय हैबिट्स, बस कल ही लेट सोया हूं, नहीं तो जल्दी सो रहा हूं।
अच्छा ऐसा, क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा पैसिफिक एलसीक्यू?
ऑनेस्टली मेरे को लगता है जेनजी को जीतना चाहिए।
आई फील जेटा जेटा भी अच्छा खेल रहा है,
हाँ, but I just want to see GENG, मतलब against international opposition.
I want Zeta यार, पता नहीं मेरे को बहुत प्यारे लगते हैं बेचारे. Nice.
पर क्या है, Zeta को हम देख चुके हैं ना, मतलब I just want Pacific में कि मैं इसको देखूं against international opposition, so I know कि कौन कैसा खेल सकता है against international opposition. I feel Zeta is more like your chaos.
हाँ.
chaotic energy है.
हाँ. अभी Genji, वैसे तो Genji, पर Secret always does well against international opponents.
हाँ, because Secret is also very random, right? Like they don't play your normal Korean way, जिसको लोग Korean way बोलते हैं. यहाँ पे Korean way तो नहीं है, because Navi भी वही खेलती है, Loud भी वही खेलती है, Optic भी वही खेलती थी. Very default based with some executes in between. Global भी वही खेलती, मतलब God Squad भी वही खेलती थी.
हाँ. मतलब हम लोग मिक्स करने का ट्राई कर रहे थे.
मतलब मिक्स तो हमेशा होना चाहिए भवन भाई, बट प्राइमरी आपका डिफॉल्ट पे आप, बिकॉज़ अगर आप अपने डिफॉल्ट पे जीत सकते हो भाई तो फिर वही है तो सीक्रेट क्या सीक्रेट उतना डिफॉल्टिश नहीं है. जैसे जेटा भी आप देखोगे, वो लोग ज्यादा हाई टेम्पो, फिर थोड़ा रैंडम या कहीं पे रैंडम प्रेशर, फिर रुक के फिर हाई टेम्पो.
पर जेटा का एक मैप मेरे को बहुत ही घटिया लगता है, उनका हेवन. बहुत ही घटिया, मतलब वो ऐसा कभी-कभी लगता है कि क्या कर रहे हैं. अच्छा है उन्होंने अभी वो बैन करना चालू किया.
हाँ, जेटा का असेंट मेरे को ऑनेस्टली पसंद है उनके सेट प्लेस के लिए. हाँ, उनका डेप वाला जो सेट प्ले है वो तो हमने तो चुराया था, चुरा के किया, बिकॉज़ हमारे थोड़ा सा चेंज तो ऑब्वियसली करना ही पड़ता है. कोई आदमी कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं करते होंगे, बट रीलोडिंग बिकॉज़ आपके सेट ऑफ प्लेस अलग है ना, आपके सेट ऑफ प्लेस तो आप ऐसा पूरा कॉपी पेस्ट जो भी करता है वो मेरे हिसाब से अलग है, अनलेस की बहुत ही सिंपल चीज है. हाँ, वो प्ले मत नेक्स्ट वो प्ले आई थिंक हमने विजुअलाइजेशन में किया तो थोड़े शॉक थे कि ये क्या है. हाँ, तो हमको ये पता चला कि मैचेस नहीं देखते.
मैच वाइज देखना होता है क्या? मुझे लगा वो बस शो.
अरे हम लोग बहुत शॉक थे कि लोगों को पता कैसे नहीं है, बस जब ये हुआ था तब रेडिट पूरा पागल हो गया था इस प्ले के सेट वाला. असेंट में आप नॉर्मली क्या है, जिंग वाला प्ले होता है ना जहाँ पे वो ऊपर चढ़ जाता है. तो जेटा वाले क्या किए थे, हेड को भी देते और सामने वाला बॉक्स नहीं यहाँ पे फोन चालू होता है अपना. हाँ, वहाँ पे स्मोक करते हैं, वहाँ पे डैश करा के भेजते. अच्छा, और रिकॉल बहुत चला था. हम तो वही सोचे कि वेरिएशन के हिसाब से बहुत अच्छा रहेगा. अच्छा है. हाँ, ठीक है. एक्सट्रीम में भी हमने जब प्रैक्टिस किया एक राउंड, हम हमेशा सिर्फ एक ही राउंड करते थे देखने के लिए कि वो रैंडम कर रहे हैं करता था. और सब बहुत टीम में पूछ ये प्ले पता चला कि टीम नहीं देखती है रेड रेड या कुछ.
टीम्स ने मैचेस अगर देखे होते तो बस नहीं.
इस मामले में लेकिन और जिनके प्लेयर अच्छे थे.
अच्छा, देखते थे मैचेस.
हाँ, खासकर वो ऑटम बोल के जब हमदा था तो काले भाई 5 मैसेज किया था, उसको पता मैं जगह ही रहूंगा. 5 मैसेज. हाँ, बहुत पसंद है.
अरे
पसंद था, बहुत पसंद है. बहुत हार्ड वर्क है. मतलब जनरली आपको बाहर से आए हुए प्लेयर्स इतने वैसे नहीं दिखते हैं जो सीखने. तो वो लोग ऑब्वियसली ऐसा मेंटालिटी लेके आते हैं कि उनको ऑलरेडी पता है ये इंफीरियर रीजन है, ये वो मामले में हमारे सारे प्लेयर्स ही बहुत सीखता सभी को बहुत सीखता।
अरे हमारे यहाँ तो इंडिया में इन्फीरियर कहाँ है रही, लोगों को पूछो कभी खेलते, सुपीरियर है सबसे।
सबसे बड़ा आई थिंक तो सीक्रेट को नर्फ पड़ा है ना, आइस बॉक्स जंग।
हाँ उनका आइस बॉक्स नहीं तो हमेशा ये रहता था।
हाँ पैसिफिक में एक ही ऐसी टीम है जिसको मैं गारंटी बोल सकता हूँ कि सीक्रेट कैन मैच अप टू सारी पोजीशंस। जेंजी ये सबको उतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता आइस बॉक्स से।
हाँ
सीक्रेट का आइस बॉक्स जाना है वेरी क्रूशियल टू।
ये लैग क्यों हो रहा है? 20% लॉस।
आपको लैंड की वॉच पार्टी के वाइब्स बहुत सही लगती।
हाँ यार पर वो अभी क्या करे, अभी होंगे नहीं थोड़े टाइम तक।
हाँ क्या ही कर सकते हैं, ऑफ सीजन है तो।
अरे भाई
बट ऑफ सीजन में भी हो सकता है अगर आप लोग कोई इवेंट खेलें तो पता नहीं है क्या ऑफ
सीजन में इवेंट्स तो खेलेंगे, कौन से खेलेंगे वो पता नहीं, कितने खेलेंगे।
मैं सही बता रहा हूँ, मैं पहले ऐसा ओपिनियन का था कि यार मेरे भी बैठ के देख लो ये देखने।
अरे आओ कभी लैंड
वॉच पार्टी पर भाई तो लोगों ने छोटी छोटी क्लिप्स, जब मैं जैसे दिल्ली में था ना वो VCLSC के लिए, आप लोगों ने कैलकाटा में किया था।
हाँ
दिल्ली में मुझे गए थे कि वॉच पार्टी आप आए हो क्या, आप आ रहे हो क्या। फिर मेरे को छोटी छोटी क्लिप्स भी भेजी कैलकाटा वाले से, अलग ही थी। एक स्टेडियम में जाके फुटबॉल मैच देखना।
ये मजा आया था, पर बहुत काफी लोग आए थे। ऑफ खेल रहे भाई लॉन्डे यहाँ पे।
आई थिंक बहुत ही अंडररेटेड है इंडिया में खास। तो आई थिंक तो इंडिया में ना क्राउड फुल नहीं होता, आप लोग कर लेते हो और ये क्राउड फुल करना मुश्किल हो जाता है। पर सब कुछ हद तक मैं जैसे पहले सोचता था वैसे सोचता हूँ ना।
हाँ
यार थोड़ा
सरप्राइजिंगली जब हम लोग ने पहला किया ना तभी लोग आ रहे थे, तो हम लोग बोला यार वी कैन इसको लॉन्ग टर्म कर सकते हैं। फिर तो
वो चीज बहुत अच्छी लगी कि बारिश के वार्निंग के बाद पूरा फुल हाउस था।
हाँ बारिश का वार्निंग है, हम लोग ने भी डाला है भाई, अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, समझते हैं, पर फिर भी लोग आए।
लोग कितना प्यार करते हैं।
हाँ बात तो सही है। चलो गाइस गेम लाई यार, मैं 1 मिनट आया, खाना लेके आया।
Is what won them map one. And that's such a fickle flip of the coin kind of thing. If those didn't go to hand, Team Secret may have walked away with map number 1. So on this one, I'm not surprised they don't manage to bring it back on Pearl. And I'm hoping now that they come to a bit more of a home turf on the third map, that they are more comfortable. They don't let that loss get to them, because the tilt factor is where the desk now is starting to think, oh, mentality. Jess is feeling the ick with her prediction. This is not looking healthy.
I mean, that's absolutely true, though. When it comes to Ascent, GENG, it's almost like if their mental's in the right place, they look amazing. And I don't like that is a huge factor going into predicting how Ascent will go. But how do you feel about this, Pipperton?
No, I actually think it is really important, because the comms are such a huge part of like the make or break for GENG, if they succeed or not. Is their communication, is their mental. So I totally agree. That's been kind of part of the issue from what we've been hearing, and what, you know, with the comms, the few times we get to hear their comms ourselves, and what we've been hearing behind the scenes is that it has been some of that being the issue. So certainly they look okay. They don't look too frazzled after that loss, to be honest, after looking at that desk, and they shouldn't be, and that's going to be a key component of them getting through here on Ascent.
Well, seeing Jesse, of course, back on Sova, as he would definitely be on Ascent, I feel like there's a slight advantage for Team Secret here, just generally speaking, consistently. When you look at after historically with watching them on Ascent versus GENG, I think
map देखने में बहुत मजा आएगा.
Yeah, bit of a mixed bag here if you think about the fact that Team Secret has a pretty well flawless run on this map throughout Pacific. I'm looking over towards GENG and I'm going, the only reason I'm saying mixed bag is because they themselves have had really good performances on it and then some really lackluster, and it's like, what GENG do you get today? If it's a really good performance, then they will outshine Team Secret, even though Team Secret, I would say, is the king of this map.
Yeah, if you can limit this attacker side from Team Secret, I feel pretty confident, that, especially with what we saw yesterday with GENG on the attacker side.
Yeah, this could be a very long map if GENG does feel right and their brain is in the right space. We could go full well into another crazy overtime. But with that, we're gonna go to map 3 in this best of 5 Ascent. We've got Generation Gaming and Team Secret. We're gonna go over to our casters, Tasteless and 𝑋𝐈𝐍𝐊𝐒.
Excellent work at the desk, everyone. We're going to go into this game and find out who's going to take the lead. Is it going to be GENG or Team Secret?
I don't know, man. Those guys had their predictions. They felt a little bit icky about them. I'm just going to play on the safe side because this is going to go the distance. I mean, that's what we feel about this map, right?
I think it's going to be a long one. I would not be shocked if we have overtime. Yeah, I mean, I feel we're probably going to have 5 games, and honestly, each of those games inside the map is probably going to be pretty long, pretty dramatic, pretty epic.
Yeah. Truth be told, it's also just because I'm boring. But, I mean, again, watching this map, both teams, this is now the optimized composition. However, you have very different players playing some of these agents. And if we're thinking about the performances from yesterday, GENG they were strong. I mean, you had Meteor flowing off. You also had Godhead, who was supporting a lot of his teammates. But King's defense was something that has to be mentioned.
GENG, पर मेरे को लगता है ये मैप जो जीतेगा बेस्ट ऑफ 5 वही
जीतेगा. हाँ, मेरे को भी वही लग रहा है. Come up with some incredible performances like what we just saw on Pearl, they might do a lot better. Jeremy is also a player who actually comes up with a lot of great timed peaks.
खाना खा के और देख के मजा आएगा. भूख लग रही है.
So now just starting things off, we're pushing straight down mid.
अभी नाश्ता किया.
कुछ लैग हो रहा है फॉर सम रीजन में.
आप लोग के यहाँ वो आता है टिफिन, मतलब वो इडली वाला जो चलते हुए इडली देता है.
चलते हुए इडली देता है.
Well, I mean, you know, they're
हाँ, साइकिल हाँ, बहुत रहते हैं यहाँ पे.
हमारे मेरे घर में बंधा हुआ है. वो बंदा ऑटोमेटिकली हमारे घर के यहाँ आके बेल बजा के दे के चला जाता है हफ्ते में 4 दिन.
अच्छा.
मेरा नाश्ता यही है, या तो पोहा या इडली.
They're already in some of these positions where GENG is not expecting. Oh, it's going to be an easy frag, a shock dart kill to end the pistol round.
Style and win there for Team Secret, but again, it did seem like it was a strategic backfire there for GENG to dive into mid, right into the hands of the scope of 𝑬nvi.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how it happens. First of all, 𝑬nvi scoped in, incredibly sharp, right? Ooh, the micro adjustment onto the third shot, which was Meteor. And then this play. Yes, they had a lot of time to get the spike planted, but I love how 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐻𝐿 positioned himself around the tree. Because the door was shut, GENG, they didn't think to check.
Yeah. This time around here, Team Secret eyeing up A. We may have another peek over here. It looks like GENG is going to back up. They're going to smoke this off for the time being. We'll see if we can get any intel over there. We have a lurk from Jeremy as well.
Meteor is just playing inside of the smoke. Doesn't find anything. And it actually invites Dubstep in to go for some blind sprays.
Yeah, nicely done. Bit of a duel over here with the 𝘍𝐽𝐻𝐿𝐻 outside of B. But it looks like, you know, with that, there's going to be a full wrap around here. Team Secret going to quietly try to squeeze into the A site now.
Yeah. Just waiting for that smoke to dissipate, really. As soon as that goes down, I mean, we see some flashes coming out from 𝑬nvi, maybe 𝑏oRkheim. The rest of them can just flood into the site. Dubstep already starting things off with the Spectre, able to take down 𝘍𝐿𝐻. 𝑬nvi coming in with the trade now, but it's going to be Meteor, well, trying to pull off some hijinks, but it's not going to happen. King, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to do all that much.
No, I think this is not going to go well. They're going to hear him with the window break, and I'm just not sure there's a whole lot else to say here. Team Secret, I mean, really on top of it here to start this off.
And that's, again, why 𝘍𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐻 always talks about it. The pistol rounds are so important. And
क्या half
counting
commitment?
the wins from the previous maps, I mean, Team Secret has gotten 3
Ascent
today
एक ऐसा मैप है
already,
जिसमें
4
आप
if we
स्नोबॉल
count
बहुत
this one.
जल्दी हो
It's a
सकते
very good point.
It's a very strong lead. Now with the guns that they've got, it's a
उसमें
fairly
आपके
clean
लिए
round
थर्ड
as
राउंड
well.
बहुत
They're
इंपॉर्टेंट
upgrading
है. आप
everything. You've
सेकंड
got
राउंड में
some
3
rifles
चेरेस ले
carrying
रहे
over
हो.
into round
अब
3. If you can
हाफ
win this
आर्मर
one as
रहेगा.
well, man, GENG are in for a rough ride.
अभी यूटिलिटी भी पूरी नहीं
Yeah,
है.
I mean, this is
एटलीस्ट मेरे को
it
लगता है
is
सोवा
impressive to
और
see just
केओ
how solid
ये
they
दोनों
are
को
when
तो
it comes to
कभी लेना
pistol
नहीं
play.
चाहिए
They
शेर.
always seem to be able to come out on top.
मैं तो
GENG,
छोटा सा
they
रूल बना के
mentioned it
रखता हूँ
before.
वरुण
Let's see
भाई.
if they can stabilize
1500 से
here when they
नीचे
have
नहीं
that
जाना
bonus
चाहिए.
round
बिकॉज
on
आप
their
पहला
hands.
राउंड
A
हारते हो.
very retracted
हाँ.
setup, by the way,
सेकंड राउंड में
minus
आपको
the peak over
2400
here from
मिलेंगे.
Meteor.
हाँ.
सेकंड राउंड हारने के बाद तो 1500 रखोगे तो 3900 होगा. फिर जिन लोगों को फुल बाई करना है बिना यूटिल के वो लोग फुल बाई कर सकते हैं जिनको जरूरत नहीं है. और जिनको यूटिल चाहिए वो हाफ आर्मर के साथ यूटिल बाई कर सकते हैं. अगर कमिट करना ही है तो.
I mean, they're just going to full stack over here.
ये
It
तो
is
मैं
going to
तो
be a headache
कमिट
for GENG to try to
खिलाफ
pry
ही
this open.
नॉर्मली.
Partially comes out because
कई
of
लोग होते
Indy's
हैं
null
जिनको
command as
एक्चुअली
well,
में
so
वैल्यू
they want
मिलती
to
है
let that
कमिटमेंट.
burn away
हाँ.
first.
वो कभी कभी
Now
होता
they've
है
got
पर
some utility to retake
लाइक
it,
आई डोंट बिलीव कि
but they need
एजेंट वाइज
information
भी
as
लेना
well.
चाहिए
Coming
मेरे
in with
हिसाब
Yell,
से.
हाँ,
they're
definitely,
out the
definitely.
site. Now pushing up front. The pop flash unfortunately doesn't work out too well. It works better for dubstep.
Yeah, so far the duels are looking good. Borkum comes out on
Oh,
top.
okay,
with
सीक्रेट
Silva.
जाग गए ऐसा लग रहा है.
Jesse Vash not pushing out of stairs.
Crazy.
देखो एक चीज बहुत अच्छा लगता है सीक्रेट. सीक्रेट
can't believe
स्नोबॉल
he did that.
बहुत जल्दी करते हैं.
He's going to be able to get out. So God Dead and TS are going to try
मेरे
to
को
hide and save their
इकोनॉमिक
weapons.
मतलब वो हाफ इन्वेस्टमेंट अच्छा नहीं लगा बिकॉज
Yeah, just
मेरे
try
लिए
to
फॉर
keep those for the next
वेरी
round,
इंपॉर्टेंट
save
है
it for a
ये
rainy
कि
day. But that was crazy. I mean,
जैसे
you
टीम के
have the
अगेंस्ट आपको
smoke, right? Why
बहुत
not run
डिसिप्लिन
and
देना
gun and
पड़ेगा.
put
हाँ.
yourself in another
वही
slot?
समझो अगर ये रश के अगेंस्ट ओडिन रहता
It was kind of
Ah.
crazy. I mean, the way they were
Right.
able to just
Khatan tha.
chase them out of that position entirely was huge. Borkum gets TS at the very end there, only adding an insult to injury. And so we go into round 4 here. GENG tightening their belts. This is eerily mirroring
3-0 हो गया.
map 1, only the roles have been reversed.
Possibly. I mean, Team Secret also did win
उनको
out
2900 मिलेंगे.
round 3 on,
तो किंग के पास
Pearl.
3000 होंगे. सिल्वन के पास 3450. मीटियर के पास
Who knows
2900
what happens on Ascent.
और टीएस के पास
Great
3000.
start.
तो मतलब
Now
ये
it's
राउंड
gonna
भी
be a
हाफ
GENG with
बाई या इको में जाएगा.
broken buys. Some of the
4-0
rifles
यहाँ
carried
पे
over
हो
from
गया.
the previous
उनकी
round, or at
इकोनॉमी
least just one
कम
of
से
the
कम हर
rifles.
एक जन के पास 4000 आ जाएंगे.
But well, Team Secret, I actually like this. They're taking it slow and steady.
Yeah, really taking their time over here. They do not want to overextend. It would be a duel
अब
with,
अगर
versus
ये
Meteor
राउंड
over here
हारती
with
है
Sylvan.
जेंजी, उसके बाद जेंजी को
Have
2
that
राउंड
flash
जीतना
come out.
पड़ेगा लगातार.
हाफ आर्मर इकोनॉमी के मेटा के
Oh my
साथ 3
God!
2 भी
Good
नहीं.
instinct there. Dubstep
हाँ
wipes
हाफ
Sylvan.
आर्मर इकोनॉमी
And a peek
बट
from
आई
Meteor
थिंक सीक्रेट
forces
हाफ
him
आर्मर
back.
नहीं जाता.
They're going to push regardless, and in they go as
मुझे पता
Jesse
है
gets that
सीक्रेट हाफ
kill.
आर्मर फिलॉसफी नहीं.
And now at this point, you have the site, plant down the spike.
तो भाई
Everyone else
हाफ
from
आर्मर
GENG
फिलॉसफी
just
भी ना
looking for
जैसे आपने
picks
बोला
or
बहुत ही
at the very least, just some
मतलब
exit
उसमें
frags.
बहुत
They
layers
managed
हैं.
to retrieve
आप
God
सिर्फ
Dead
ऐसे ही हम
Vandal.
Been rough on
बंदूक की
King, man.
तरह
He's
नहीं
not
use
getting a
कर
whole lot
सकते
of
हो हाफ
action in
आर्मर
this
फिलॉसफी.
game. And by the time it's his turn, the rest of his team's
तो
already been
पब्लिक
wiped.
यूज कर रही है ना इसके लिए
हाँ
मैं बोल
कर
रहा
रही
हूँ
है
कि
कर
3
रही है. वही
Yeah, too
Not the
far
wo-
off too.
You know, it's always a tough round 4 when you've lost the first 3 in a row, but I mean, Team Secret is
आपने
just
बोला ना
always able to
एजेंट
win these
स्पेसिफिक
duels.
And that's
मेरे
the
हिसाब
trend that we're
से
seeing at
पोजीशन
least for
स्पेसिफिक
this
भी हाफ
best
आर्मर
of
बाई
5
होना
series that we have at our
अगर एंकर
hands.
है अगर वो पुश कर रहा है
डेफिनेटली.
Winning that pistol
और
again gives them such
लोग वो सब
strong
अकाउंट में
momentum
नहीं
to
ले
push
रहे हैं.
forward like this. And it's not just that as well. Watching the way that they actually push out A main, being that careful, like you're talking about it, right? They
बस
checked
फनाटिक कर
on,
रही है
they
तो
made
करते
sure
ऐसा
that
है ना.
Sylvan,
हाँ
if he was there, he would get struck down. And it's
हाफ
because of
बेट
that
फिलॉसफी
sense,
फॉलो करने
that
से अच्छा नहीं
instinct,
फॉलो.
हाँ.
it inspires confidence in how you watch Team Secret and how
देखो
cautious
प्रेशर
they're
में
being.
4-0.
All right. Well, I mean, at this point in time, GENG really needs to recover.
बहुत
They're
जल्दी
going to put
स्नोबॉल.
Meteor.
सीक्रेट को आप ऐसे
ये गेम मेरे को लग रहा है हो गया है जेंजी स्नोबॉल होने वाला है अभी.
We'll see if Dubstep
रुकने वाला
does
है.
decide to appear down there. We might have an engage. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of tension
Genji
building
have
over here.
two
at
very
A.
brilliant coaches. मतलब
Oh, hold on. Push up through tree.
Dale is a
Still
legend.
not, though.
Oh my God, he wins the duel.
के
He
टाइम
just
से
walked in.
He just walked in and killed him.
legend.
What?
I think so. Dale is the only
These
one
rounds are
जो
going by very fast, by the way.
नहीं थे वो
Confidence in some
जापान
of
में कोचिंग
the
कर रहे थे ना
fragging from Team Secret's players
बाकी लोग कोरिया
now.
में थे जो बाकी MVP PK के
GENG are
फॉर्मेट
not
थे
prepared for it. We start the round always with the same default, the 0
परसेप्शन
point, just
का
to
कोच
check
था
and
ना
ensure that nobody comes out with any crazy
I think
early
so.
A main presence. But off of it, you know, because GENG are playing a little bit further back,
MVP के तो
Dubstep
क्या
just
टीम
says,
थी
hey,
यार
I'll just
मेरी
walk in.
फेवरेट टीम थी
मेरे को भी बहुत मजा आता
So
था
they're just going to save here. Sylvan wants to bring this operator into the next
मतलब
round.
ऑप्टिक ने हरा दिया था पर
on the
उनको
Secret. When is GENG
they
going to
put
get
Asia on the map
around?
सच बताऊं तो मतलब 1.6 के टाइम
Well,
से
if we saw it before on Haven, round 6 would be the opposing team's round. And it should happen off of a timeout, but right now, it's just going to be TS and Sylvan. Yeah, saving it. Economy still okay because of the round loss bonus. Not perfect, but timeout being called by Coach Bio.
आपको क्या लगता है क्या करना चाहिए
Well, I mean, I don't think this
GENG
needs
को
much explanation
इन
right
लोग
now.
बहुत पेस सेट करने दे रहे हैं
Exactly.
सीक्रेट को
Stronger and
वो
stronger
ब्रेक
with every
करना
round
पड़ेगा
here. It was funny, we didn't really capture it inside the last round because we were actually.
ये तुम लोग
क्योंकि आप
सीक्रेट को अगर
ऑलरेडी
वो
हार ही चुके हैं
हाँ
Dubstep just pushed and got the kill, and Meteor was wiped out immediately. It's a bad sign.
Especially for these two jets.
एट दिस टाइम ऐसे ही टटल करके बैठ जाओगे तो
First of all, we
सीक्रेट
know how flashy
पूरा खा
Meteor
जाएगा
can
इनको
be.
हाँ
Dubstep a little bit less so, but he's here as that little bit of that alternative duelist. Because normally you would have Jeremy on a bit of a raise or whatnot, but because
पता
Jeremy
नहीं क्यों
doesn't
मेरे
like
को
opping,
मैंने ये
Dubstep
चीज बहुत
steps
देखा
in.
है मोहन भाई कि
And
यहाँ पे ना
right now,
लोग एक दूसरे के
it's
लिए
not even
गन्स बहुत कम
opping,
ड्रॉप
he's
करते
just having that sense to know.
जैसे अगर एक बाई आ रहा है हम
starting the
अपनी
round
इकोनॉमी
with
को
this,
ना
this
एफिशिएंट
much
नहीं बनाते
utility.
बाई
This
को
is what they're gonna do.
मान लो
This
एक
is
दिन
where
का
he's
बाई आ रहा है
probably
और
gonna
बाई
be
के बाद भी
positioned, and
2000
I
बच
just
रहे हैं
know how to
और
push in
मैक्स लॉस
off of
बोनस
that.
है तो आपको पता है कि आपका अगला राउंड
You know, there's
भाई
an
आएगा ही
operator in
2000
play
रह
here
के भी है ना
this next
हाँ
round. Where are they
तो
going to
वो
send it? They need to
वैंडल
try to get a
ड्रॉप कर
pick
सकता है ना
and
अपने
thin out
जेट
these
को
numbers
कि
early
भाई
on.
जाके
The
पिक
op
ले
play so
कुछ
far
कर
on
क्योंकि
Ascent
ऐसे
has
भी
been
हार ही
pretty
गए
lackluster here on the defender's side.
And that's what this timeout is for, because you
बहुत
have
सारी
to
टीमों को मैंने देखा खासकर अभी
Team Secret
एलसी
has
टीम में
been pushing into the
वो
A
लोग नहीं
side
ड्रॉप
right
करते
now.
आई
Oh,
थिंक सो
could be the
जिसके
same
पास पैसा
spot
रहता
as
है वो बस
before.
बाई करके रख
Only
लेता
this time they might not find anybody.
हाँ
It's
खुद
the
का
big
तू
five
तेरा मैं
stack
मेरा
over here at
हाँ
Well, it starts off with Goddead's 0
Odd luck.
point, right? Oh, but look at the speed. Dubstep instantly tailwinding in. That Envy leapfrogging
Dude.
off of that. Meteor holds the off angle, but now is smoked off. Ducks back in for cover.
Problem is now it's difficult to leverage the operator in this position. No one's going to go expose themselves to the door.
Okay.
So we almost have a repeat of what happened
राउंड
last
आते ही
game.
खत्म हो गया ऐसा
3
लग रहा
left on a heavily stacked site with 4 Team Secret players.
ये देख के तो मेरे को वॉचपॉट के वो ब्रीच वाले डिफॉल्ट की याद आ गई
Trying to invite Team Secret in to shoot that down away. Meanwhile,
कंट्रोल लेते थे आप
the rest of
वाह
them trying
स्टन
to push
करके
out
ले
from
लो
both
फटाक
sides,
से
but Meteor has been
और
taken
पीछे
out.
कप्पा का रिकॉन आता था
Up to
हाँ
TS now.
They're going to get another win. This is wild. And that operator's gone, by the way.
पहले जब हम लोग ने ट्रिपल इनिशिएटिव
No way to
चालू किया
retrieve
था तभी
that, so that's going to be
लोग तड़प जाते थे स्टार्टिंग में तो
And you know, it's funny. They took the timeout, but that was really kind of similar to.
और फनी चीज मालूम है हम लोग ने जब खेला ना उसके कुछ दिन बाद डीआरएक्स ने खेला ठीक है हम लोग ने जब स्क्रीम में और इसमें खेला ऑफ स्ट्रीम मैचेस में और हमारा फर्स्ट स्ट्रीम गेम है ना डीआरएक्स के बाद हुआ था तो लोग बोल रहे डीआरएक्स को छाप के मैं बोला यार इतना मेहनत से मैंने बनाया सब कुछ डिफॉल्ट से लेके ये से लेके ये अभी बोल रहे कि डीआरएक्स को छाप के जबकि आए भी नहीं थे
मैं एनेक्डोट बताता हूँ इससे मेरे को समझ आया कि आई थिंक सो लोग है ना एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं इंडियन टीम और इंडियन कोचेस को छापते हैं और हमने अब मेरा ये है कि मैं सब कुछ ओरिजिनल बनाता हूँ मेरे प्लेयर्स भी वॉच करेंगे मैं मेरे को छापना एकदम नहीं अच्छा लगता एक बार सब कुछ बन जाए फिर हम कुछ इंस्पिरेशन ले सकते हैं वॉच देख के ये प्ले है इसको ऐसे वेरी करके हम ले सकते हैं बट नॉर्मली हम शुरुआत में पूरा ओरिजिनल बनाते हैं हमने बनाया हमने खेला तो जो रेकनिंग का कोच था उसने जैसे पूछा कि उस ये खेला और उसके बाद तुमने भी ये खेला यार हमने 1 महीने से ये खेल रहे हैं हमको बस लगा कि अभी हम पुल कर सकते हैं
भाई खत्म कर रहे हैं भाई सीक्रेट तो
7-0. What's going on? And when is GENG going to get around when? You know, by the time we had the 5th round win, I thought, okay, but you know, eventually they have to be able to take this. I feel like it's just no matter what the casters say or the people that desk say, then it's like, oh, well, is that what you want? Well, expect something
Secret
completely
तो अभी
different.
side
We're
rush
over here being like, well,
करते
this
खत्म
one might
कर
be
रहे
the map that goes to overtime. This is
और अब तो I
definitely
think so
going to be the
GENG
close one.
ऐसा है
As we
कि
are at
they have
7-0.
resorted कि हाँ हार
This
रहे
round, of course,
हैं
looking pretty
और
bleak
अब
for
देखो
GENG.
उन्होंने
They
ये
don't
राउंड
have
में
great
रीटेक में
guns.
कैसे पुश किया it's like
Yeah, it's not great.
no
Boy, were we
cohesion
wrong.
मतलब
I mean, if
बस
Team
लोग swing
Secret's
कर
just
रहे
this
थे
confident in having some of
देखो
these
मेरा
ideas,
prediction
to
था
really
3-1
just
Secret जीतने वाला है
disrespect the
series
utility from GENG.
just
Right?
because
I mean,
मेरे को मालूम था
operator,
GENG
don't
have
care.
a
Dark
tendency
cover
of
blocking off A main. Don't care. I've got Hunter's Fury. I've got null command.
getting
I'll just push in.
run over.
Now they're looking to do the same thing again because until GENG adjusts around this push, Team Secret gets a free sight.
मतलब और
Same
Secret
thing
क्या
now.
है ना they are very calm under pressure as well most of the time.
Right
So,
around generator, doesn't matter. Got that
हाँ
fires back.
I mean अब जैसे
Alright, they
GENG का
smoke it
जैसे
out,
आपने
they go
बोला
for the
they have a
plan here.
tendency to get run over
हाँ
बट ओपोनेंट भी वैसी होनी चाहिए जो उसको ले पाए मतलब उठा पाए उसका फायदा सीक्रेट ऐसी टीम है
वही
Oh, you see Jeremy.
शुरुआत में मैंने जब वो 2-0 था तब मैंने भी बोला कि भाई
Very
नहीं
confused. We saw
मतलब
pulling away for a
cannot
second.
let
Yeah, the
Secret
turret
have
actually
this
gets
much
the kill. That's a
momentum.
humiliating moment there for GENG. As things just keep getting worse and worse. Some floor banging happening, but Goddead can't find anything.
Last player standing.
Yes, only able
Wow.
to get
Jeremy
shot
still
for
on
trades
0
come through as
despite
well.
अभी देखो
What
पहला
is
किल मार दिया तुमने को
Okay.
पर समझ
Please
अगर
tell
वो
me they're
0
gonna
पे
get
भी है
around
तो
here in round
कितना
9.
डोमिनेंट है
It's
कि
time to
क्लच
buy
तक
some
राउंड जा
decent
नहीं रहा
weaponry.
भाई
स्टार्टिंग में ही खत्म हो रहा है
They've got ultis, but not the good ones you need to really help your situation. On the other hand, I think that really the Team
I
Secret
think
is
सबसे
in a way better
underrated
position.
feeling
Even
है
now
ये
to still
एक
kinda take
सेंटिनल
this.
या कोई भी एक
Kinda like
नॉर्मल
one of those
प्लेयर के
things
लिए
that, Will and I were talking
वो
about just
0
a
पे
few
है
days
उसका
ago.
कंट्रीब्यूशन कम है
Because
और फिर
Team
भी
Secret loves to do this.
की टीम
If one side works, they just
इतनी
keep going
रही
to
है।
that same
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
And if you're
ठोक
GENG,
रही है
you're thinking,
जीतना तो
I
अलग
need
हो
to
गया ठोक
reinforce
रही
this
है
spot. But if I do, what if in this
कई
round
कई
they're
बार क्या
gonna go
प्लेयर्स
over onto
रेस्टलेस हो
B?
जाते हैं अरे यार मेरे को नहीं
Trying
खेलना
something
अरे यार
different now. It's
मैं
gonna be
कुछ नहीं
Meteor
कर रहा
just putting up a
बट
cloud
आई
burst,
थिंक
dashing
वो
into
ऑपोजिट
deep
होता है आई
position.
थिंक इट्स
He
इवन
enough
बेटर
that he
कि आप
gets a
कुछ
shot
नहीं
with
कर
a
रहे हो फिर भी
dubstep.
टीम
The rest of them are
डोमिनेटिंग
trying to find the wallbangs onto him, and he's not getting phased by it. 20
फाइनली
the shot
फाइनली
from
कुछ
Morgan
तो
will
किया
cut him
जेंजी ने
down.
पेस सेट करने के लिए
Now,
पर
Team
बहुत
Secret
लेट
needs to
बहुत
find a different
वो उनको 3-0 पे
solution.
करना
चाहिए
थर्ड
था,
राउंड
हाँ।
हारने के बाद
The damage
या चलो
has been
फिफ्थ
done.
राउंड में भी करते
Yeah,
तो
it
भी
was a
समझ
bit
आता
of a
बाय
shot.
राउंड में
Borkum is definitely
वही वो
badly
स्विंग
bruised.
राउंड्स होते हैं ना मतलब क्रूशियल राउंड्स जो होते
They
हैं
हाँ।
smoke out A.
थर्ड
They
राउंड
might try
फिफ्थ
to sell
राउंड
it, a push
और
here with
सेवेंथ
Jesse
राउंड
still
आई
on
थिंक
site.
ये तीन
Push
राउंड
around here though.
इतना जरूरी रहता है इन तीन में एक राउंड मिनिमम जीतना
Of all people to go up against Envy here.
Not too bad. I mean, it's a good lurk.
Whoa,
Shot,
that
भाई।
was sick.
Oh. But it's the sharpshooting.
फाइनली इनिशिएटिव ले रहे भाई
Knowing
मैप
that
पे
it would have been a rotate, they just watched for that one angle.
मतलब डेस्परेट हो गए हैं आई डोंट थिंक दे आर डूइंग इट आउट ऑफ
Managed to
मतलब
circumnavigate the
प्लान
turret's
दे आर जस्ट
detection
डूइंग इट
here.
आउट ऑफ डेस्परेशन
Jeremy has, so he could still maybe get even just a plant would be nice.
Yeah. Jesse
भाई
Vash
जेसी
kind of
वैश भाई तो
sacrificing
ढीठ है
himself for Jeremy's play. Sneaking underneath
Seconds left.
the ledge, but the turret spots him out instead, so he has to go in for the duel, but King just firmly crouches.
प्रॉब्लम
कभी
क्या
कभी
है भाई
हाँ कभी कभी लोग
Yeah,
वॉश को
beautifully done by
देखेंगे ना
King. Finally, Gen
बोलेंगे
knows
कर क्या रहा है ये पागल
taste of victory here. We've got a lockdown in hand still with that.
पर जो लोग
Blade Storm.
एकदम
Keep in mind
कैसे
that right
बोलूं?
now the opposing team's Hunter's Fury.
मतलब एकदम obvious खेलते हैं ना उनके सामने वो बहुत
So you could definitely leverage
काम आते हैं
lockdown
वैसे
more
चुदाब
nicely.
क्योंकि उसको मालूम है कि ये इधर ही रहने वाला है ऐसे
Counter Hunter's Fury.
हाँ बोल रहे थे प्रॉब्लम क्या है
The tools at
दोनों
their
प्रॉब्लम
disposal
ये
for
कि
the next round,
8-0
but
होने के
at
बाद
least for the time
हाँ।
being,
तब इतना दूर आने के बाद अब
good
ऑपोजिशन भी
adaptation
एक्सपेक्ट
coming out
करेगा
from
आपको ये
Genji.
सब
Fight
चीजें
fire
हाँ।
with fire. Meteor never wanting to back down. This guy has a
पहले
lot of
करना ज्यादा
fight in
जरूरी
him.
रहता है बिकॉज़ पहले एक्सपेक्ट
He's
नहीं
looking to
करते
take
उन लोग
Team
मैप
Secret.
हार गए ना सेकंड तो आई थिंक उनका मेंटल फक हो गया क्योंकि नहीं तो मीटियोर इतना स्ट्रांग खेल रहा था तुम उसको क्यों बैकफुट पे मैप चालू करा रहे हो जबकि डबस्टेप उतना
It's
फॉर्म
just
में नहीं था एज अ ड्यूलिस्ट
Turning A main into a shooting range. He stands firmly on the other side of it, but also
अगर
a
कुछ
bit of
भी
a
चेंज
god
करना होगा
flash
मैं
coming up
टीएस
from
की जगह
Envy
एक
because of
अच्छा
his positioning all
आइडियल
the way further back. He sets dubstep up
प्रीटी
perfectly.
श्योर टीएस भी अच्छा आइडियल है
Off
बट
of
एक
it
बेटर
क्या
now,
पता
have a
कोचिंग
sight.
स्टाफ का प्रॉब्लम है या प्लेयर्स का
Back to
मेंटल
square
इशू
one
है
again here.
आई मीन
This A
इन
site
दैट
that just
हो
keeps
सकता है
getting taken
मतलब
over and
सेंस
over.
की
I'm
कोचिंग
just
स्टाफ ने
hypothesizing.
प्लेयर्स को
Genji
अगर
with a
दबा
bunch
दिया
of
रहेगा
crash
कि नहीं
dummies in
तुम
this
लोग
match so far.
नहीं थ्रो किया ये मैप
Haven't
तो
been
नेक्स्ट
able
डाउन पैसिवली खेलो। I'm just saying, right? वही ना, इसके लिए मेरे को विदाउट इनसाइट बहुत मुश्किल होता है किसी के ऊपर कमेंट करना, क्योंकि गलती किसकी है कोई मालूम ही नहीं पड़ती।
हाँ वो नहीं मालूम पड़ता, मैं बस हाइपोथेसाइज कर रहा हूँ कि अगर करना रहा तो that is the only thing that I can find, मतलब मेरे हिसाब से जेंजी की लाइनअप परफेक्ट है।
every time and he's like, well, my whole team's dead. Let me. Nope, they killed me. All right.
And that's why you're thinking, I mean, maybe switch up the positioning, right? Instead of, oh, 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿, not bad. Holding down the off angle, gets the spray. But like I was mentioning, yes, I love when Meteor has that fire in his eyes to want to fight and contest for control over A main.
अभी देखा अभी उन लोग A main contest भी कर रहे थे, ठीक है? तो वन वे स्मोक आया, जेट डैश अवे कर दिया है. जेट डैश अवे करने के बाद मुंह पे सामने मौली है केओ का और पीछे पैरानोया है. मतलब क्या है ये?
Dubstep along with Envy, perfect setup, perfect duo, slightly better than Meteor and GodDead right now. If you have Killjoy utility on the A site instead,
Secret वाले तो
it might just hold Team Secret back for an extra second. And that extra second could
अभी
be
क्या है?
so much.
9-1 पे टाइम आउट नहीं यूज करेगा तो क्या ही करेगा?
Well, I mean,
हाँ,
it
because
does
9-3
feel like we're kind of at the point of no return, right?
पर वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, he to get to 9-3
टाइम आउट
And
तो करना
it's
पड़ेगा.
all, it's the same site, man.
ये देखो.
We know Team Secret's favorite letter in the alphabet. It's A.
Hey, they did
Just
that
keep
before.
taking A
against
मैं
over
है
A.
तो हाफ टाइम में सब्जी लेके
So
आऊंगा
what's the rest of the
थोड़ी.
alphabet? Who
दो टाइम आउट आ
cares?
गए.
We like the
हाफ
letter
टाइम
A.
नहीं आया.
I like the letter A. We also like the letter W, which stands for win.
Yeah, or forward on the keyboard.
Ooh,
Surprisingly, मैं
Yeah.
कोरियन टीम्स को
You're a
बहुत
gamer.
They
प्ले
also
करते
like the
देखता हूँ.
letter left
But GENG
click
ने
for shoot.
तो ट्राई नहीं किया.
That's not
ट्रिपल एंड मिड वॉक वाला जो चीज होता है डिफेंस में.
हाँ
I
All
think
right,
तो
man.
बहुत
I
काम
mean, I
आता है
hope
TS
that
के
they
अगेंस्ट.
हाँ क्योंकि उन लोग
really
very
figured out what to do, man.
extremities
I
heavy
mean, that's
खेलते हैं
exactly
ना.
what we're seeing
हाँ.
from the time we just
अगर आप
discussed
मिड
it.
कंट्रोल
And
ले
the
लेते हो,
Killjoy is
पहले बात तो
planted
लर्व
on
को
the A
कैंसिल कर
site.
दोगे
Look
आप,
at the
ठीक
turret
है.
placement now. And
दूसरा,
the
अगर वो
nanoswarm
A
along
रैश या
with the
B रैश
alarm
कहीं भी
bots.
करेंगे, आपका
If
रोटेशन इज
Dubstep
सो मच
wants
फास्टर.
to tailwind onto site, he needs to clear that out. And 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐼𝐿 with the shock darts has to be the one to do it.
अभी इन लोग शायद एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं कर
Oh, lurk from
रहे.
Jeremy though. Ooh! Fast on it, but traded.
भाई TS भाई पहला स्कैन तो होने दो राजा और लेने के पहले.
They finally, by the way, shifted to have King just sit on A because they know that they at least need to have his utility there to try to sandbag progress. 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 blowing him up.
Down A.
Well, if he comes back in as well, off the null command, he will be in a down but not out state. But 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐼𝐿 is too far off.
Yeah, and by the way, this was the plan, was to move King over to where he can actually be applied.
पर टर्रेट ही मार देगा क्या उसको?
One player standing.
Don't peek one by one. Don't do it.
शॉक डार्ट मार भाई, शॉक डार्ट हेवन वाले को.
Yep, they're just going to let the clock run. Remember that
ओ भाई.
Spike is still over there, too.
It's actually
King is
doable.
damaged.
It's actually very doable.
Seconds left.
A single ping and he could find a wall bang. But now just going in to check.
Yeah,
Oh, the turret slows him down.
All right, 2-9. Now here's the secret. Now
भाई
that
कितना
King's
फनी
over
होता वो
there,
हेवन पे अगर
you
रिकॉर्ड
just go
मारता
back
और
to
स्पैम
B.
करके उड़ा देता.
Exactly.
That's
Look
what
at
they
this.
मजा
do.
आएगा.
Look at this.
और आप 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 से ये सब एक्सपेक्ट भी करते हो. मतलब
हाँ.
Thing about the tactical FPS that is known as
सिल्वन
Valorant.
का बहुत मस्त प्ले था ये.
That's why leads are so important. Team Secret has such a big momentum right now, but you have to give credit where it's due. I mean, great adjustment coming out from GENG. They show that they have a bit of that plan B, but now you need to know when to pull out which plan, because if Team Secret's doing the same thing again, well, King might be able to hold them off.
Placing alarm bot.
All right, so, a slower start here. I think you can see Team Secret kind
वॉश
of
भाई
fishing
लैग
around,
होगा
see
ऐसा
if they
लगा
can
मेरे को
figure
एक
it
सेकंड
out.
के लिए.
Mid has played almost no role, by the way,
पता है आपने जो
in this side of the
हमने
map,
वाली
which
बात
is
की,
interesting.
सही
They
है.
do smoke
अगर
it out
इनकी
now,
इकोनॉमी अच्छी होती
and it is going to be a
तो
stack
ये
on over
KJ
towards
ओमेन
B.
वाला सेटअप
We do
कितना
have the
अच्छा से
Odin
कर पाते
in
हैं पे,
here.
क्योंकि
No,
फिर
excuse
सोवा
me, we
को
do not. I
Odin दे
apologize.
देते.
I saw that earlier.
हाँ.
So
और
they're not going to be able
वो
to get in with
B
that.
पे फिर किलजॉय का यूटिल यूज करने का मतलब नहीं बनता है. फिर B पे KO को खिला देते हैं इसके साथ.
A little bit odd coming out from King, a
तो
blind
का
lockdown,
यूटिल
but
दोनों
counter
इनिशिएट.
lockdown coming out from Team Secret, and
ये
it
पे
does
पूरा
damage
डिनाइल
no
खींचे ओमेन नॉट
players.
Two
KJ
of
के
them are
साथ.
detained.
Pushing it off a
भाई
bit
क्या
now.
पागल
It
वागल हो
was
गए
meant
इन
to be
लोग
a bit
भाई.
of a
क्या
bait,
कर
but
रहे
we
हैं
are
ये?
unfortunately not quite able to do anything off of it. And this is now
दो
Team
लोग
Secret's
डिटेल
site.
नो है.
Shots fired from 𝘼𝐿𝐼𝐿 as well, so they know where he is.
भाई मार्केट में जाके रेस्ट कर दे भाई. अब क्या चालू है ये?
Well, I mean, this is pretty unimaginable, right? That they're going to be able to retake this. They got to try. There's no benefits for trying to you can't save into the next half, right? So someone's going to come forward here. We have King.
Just have to go for
Nicely
it.
done. Finds Jesse, but now it's just one player left, and then there's none.
एक सेकंड आया सब्जी लेके हाफ टाइम आ गया फाइनली.
Yeah, that's a rough first half for GENG. I mean, incredible start for Team Secret. Again, think about it. The first pistol round, Envy with those sharp shots, pristine. And then the following ones. I mean, I can't keep count, but we just went to the A site multiple times.
Yeah. And look, I mean, now we're done with that half. I really hope that there are some ingenious plays coming here from GENG as we switch sides, because all that Team Secret had to do was keep hammering A, and it wasn't until the very, very end of that half where finally GENG's like, okay, we're going to try to hard counter it by having our killjoy that was at B over at A, and that got them one round win.
Yeah, and that's the most insane thing. I mean, think about that quote, right? You know, insanity is defined by like just doing the same thing again and again, expecting different results. And it's just GENG trying to defend it. Maybe they make some minor adjustments, but it doesn't quite go their way. And if Team Secret are just playing this, like, it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'll just keep going to the same site. Meanwhile, now that we're going over onto the second half, first of all, Ascent, with the way that the map is laid out, it's meant to be a little bit more defender-sided. So it's gonna come down to how GENG plays this. Can they really find that opening? And if they cannot, especially with this pistol round, that's gonna be Team Secret's map already. And with such a scoreline, you cannot afford to lose the pistol round starting the second half.
Exactly. No. I mean, the pistol round is everything. Imagine you lose the pistol round, then you win the next round, and then everything after that? No, I don't think so, man.
I don't know, it will be the craziest comeback that we have in Pacific.
All right, well, we are almost ready to go into this half. Again, if you're just not joining us, these teams
मार्केट वाले को रेस्ट कैसे देंगे? वो सिटी जाने से अच्छा मार्केट क्लोज जाना चाहिए था पहले ही.
Exactly. मार्केट डोर बंद था, आवाज भी आई थी बंद होने की. दूसरी बात ये है कि मान लो मार्केट के इधर बंदे हैं, मार्केट के पीछे, मतलब उधर रेडी कि रेस करने जाएंगे तो उठाएंगे, तो वो उसको बेट भी कर सकता है ना रेस का साउंड देके. हाँ. और वो लोग डोर तोड़ेंगे या कुछ भी करेंगे तो वो फाइट ले सकता है. उस समय फाइट ही लेना पड़ेगा उसको ऐसे भी. He's outnumbered.
And they're hearing all of these
कुछ भी
sounds.
करके numbers disadvantage है उसको हटाने की कोशिश करनी पड़ेगी. Either by raising or either by using the raise as bait.
Dude, Envy is insane.
करना था. सीधी जाके कोई फायदा नहीं था, कोई value नहीं add हुआ.
Greatest initiator in Pacific.
He's the Giga Gamer. He just keeps getting these shots. It's wild. 11-2.
Oh my goodness.
भाई
And as a
क्या
gamer,
राउंड
he
निकला
keeps
ये.
on gaming. Coming out from the previous map, first of all, he dropped the 30 bomb. Right now, he's at 19 kills.
This is just, I mean, he's just so on top of it. Oh, so an immediate blowout. I mean, it does seem like, you know, the writing's on the wall now.
बहुत मुश्किल है Ascent. कौन सा मैप हो रहा हूँ? Ascent, Heaven, Bind, ये जो legacy मैप.
19 kills and 8 deaths.
मिल जाते तो
They're
फिर
not going to try to, you know,
बहुत
save.
दिक्कत होती है.
They need to do everything they can to win every single round here.
ओ भाई dubstep.
Save and win in overtime.
Okay, not too bad though. It's
Yeah.
a bit of a trade. Now Team Secret wanting to, you know, watch
उसका
this
mouse
spot, make
शायद
sure that
अटक
GENG
गया,
doesn't
ऐसा feel हुआ
retrieve
मेरे
the
को.
fallen weapon. Does create a tiny bit of a gap.
Yeah.
Take flight.
Still got
आज
Indy
आप
back here
मैंने
on
सुना
B.
आज आप प्रीमियर खेल रहे हैं.
And,
Yes,
about a minute
sir.
left here on the
आपकी
clock.
प्रीमियर की टीम क्या है?
It does
मैं
look like B is where they want
गोपी
to go.
ब्रो, विम ब्रो,
There's going to be a
कप्पा,
wraparound now. Jassy's
Giant.
going to come over here. They smoke it out.
skills I mean.
Good call here.
Uh-huh.
Good instinct.
Good timing too. Just looking at keeping your eye on the count.
क्या आप खेल रहे हो प्रीमियर?
Jesse Vash getting that drone information.
दोस्तों ने बोला तो मैंने ज्वाइन तो कर लिया, अब पता नहीं खेलेंगे.
अरे अरे क्यों करो, शायद हम ही आ जाए आमने सामने बजाज में.
I don't think so, पर मेरा रैंक बहुत ही गंदा खोला है. मैंने खेला नहीं ना बहुत.
ये रैंक के हिसाब से होता है क्या ये?
हाँ. I think so. हम डिवीजन 18 में, आप होंगे डिवीजन 19 या 20 में.
20 है, मेरे को लगा 20 सबसे खराब है.
20 बेस्ट है.
अच्छा.
बहुत जन का डिवीजन 15, 16, 17 में आया है.
God dead.
हमारा 18 में इसलिए है क्योंकि मेरा इलो अच्छा है बट मेरा रैंक गंदा खुला है ना
हाँ पहले का इलो अच्छा है पर अभी रैंक खुला है
The microphone when I make jokes, you know.
Okay. I'm like trying to
19
keep
होगा
it
18 सो जिनका रैंक अभी इमॉर्टल या समथिंग खुला है
Yeah, I mean, I don't
20
know.
वो होंगे जो लास्ट
You guys
3
see
एक्ट
the
या
same
4
games
एक्ट में
we're
से कहीं
seeing.
पे रेडिएंट या इमॉर्टल 3
It's just tough for Gen G.
It's rough. I you know.
Because at this point,
तो
you're
मेरे को
just
भी
thinking, first
थोड़ा
of all,
खेलना
it's
पड़ेगा
12-2. Really difficult to come back
बजाज
from.
भाई
Team
इंडिया
Secret are
needs
already
you
at match point, so
the
part of
only
our
IGL who
is
can
just
take
thinking,
this country out
GG
of
go
this
next. And now I got to start prepping for the next map.
mess
अपना डिस्क्रिप्शन देके मेरा नाम
You
मत
try to do whatever
जोड़ो
you can.
अरे
You're
मैं
forced
अपना
by it
डिस्क्रिप्शन
in
नहीं
this
दे रहा
round.
Ooh,
But look at Team
dude,
Secret, the
dubstep.
confidence off of this.
Yeah.
लेकिन यार लगता नहीं
They're
है
chewing them up and spitting them out.
क्या कहेगा
It's
लगता
a
नहीं
4v4 now. Again,
कुछ
wonky
चीजें
gun
मुझे
setup
बोलनी है
here.
पर मैं स्ट्रीम पे नहीं बोल
भाई
सकता
मैं
Yeah, I
इससे
think I push in the bubble.
Whoa,
He's going to be hit
whoa,
from either side. What? Okay, yeah, he sees him.
Little bit of hubris, and he walks to the back of Meteor.
So it looks like they're just
हाय
going to walk out of
प्लेस
B.
इतने अच्छे
Assuming
लगते
it's
हैं
going to be A, but funnily enough, the spike is
ये भी
actually
मैं
getting
चलाऊंगा
near B. So where exactly do they go? It's going to be a long walk.
पता है
here
इसका एक
for,
वेरिएशन है
हाँ
कोई लैटम टीम कर
GENG
लैटम
go all the
मतलब
way
वो टीम
around.
करती है जो क्वालिफाई नहीं की
They're actually
हाँ
waiting for the spike to
वो
come
वाली
through.
टीम
पागल वाली
ग्वाटेमाला या उधर वाली वो
Yeah.
जो टीम नहीं है वो जो
Watching the
दो
wrong
चार टीम्स है
spot.
हाँ हाँ
X0 ये वो करती है वो क्या करती है स्केल वन वे स्मोक करती है
हाँ
टीम इन वाला तो वो आधा ही स्मोक होता है ना नीचे
हाँ मालूम है हाँ
और
हाँ
उसके अंदर से ये वाला सेम प्ले करती है मेरे को अभी याद आया ये देख के
ये भी सही है
Yeah. So he's going to hear the sound of the entry.
तो आई थिंक तो ये प्ले प्रेडिक्टेबल हो
He's not
जाएगा
going to give himself
हाँ
away just yet.
पर वो प्ले आप प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर पाओगे उतना बेटर आपको लगेगा कि स्मोक फेल हुआ है शुरुआत में जब तक आप प्रेडिक्ट कर पाओगे
Oh
तब
my
तक
God,
ऑलरेडी
Envy is insane. And that is going to be
GG
that
भाई
13-2.
Envy bro
Team
तो
Secret dominates and
सुला
leads
डाली
2-1.
13-2. Such an
एक सेकंड
incredible
गाइस हाथ धो के आया
scoreline, a
चलो
phenomenal
उसका टीडीएम
performance
खेलते हैं
coming
बजाज
out of
भाई
Envy.
गेम चालू करो तैयारी करो
Man.
प्रीमियर के लिए
I mean, it was neck and neck, back and forth at map 1 and map 2, and at map 3, suddenly Team Secret is looking untouchable.
And it's such an incredible score as well. I mean, insane stats coming out of Envy. 23 kills, 9 deaths, sure. But get this, 16 assists. And all of this happened in that first half where he assisted Dubstep with that push into A main, the same strat, the same hit every single round. GENG tried to adapt around it for a couple of seconds, but apart from that one push that Meteor had, apart from King swapping around position, setting up his utility on the A side, nothing much happened out of GENG. I mean, if you're a Team Secret, fan, how do you like them pineapples?
Man, I gotta say, it looked very much like, you know, we're gonna have such a back and forth here. Ascent, you can see that, you know, when you have enough time to kind of marinate in the map itself and really figure it out, Team Secret has way more ideas at play. Now, of course, Ascent is done. We're gonna be moving on to other maps, but I gotta say, you know, GENG has got their work cut out for them.
Oh, that's nice. Team Secret Tito. But yeah, I mean, you really need to bounce back. Again, best of 5 series. If you don't do it right now, your back's already up against the wall, and that could be it for you in your entire VCT 2023 run. It is the last chance qualifier. We're in the lower finals, and Team Secret are waking up.
They are. They are on point, and a humiliated GENG
आ जाओ बजाज
to
भाई
come back. Because if they can't, it's going to be over for them.
Yeah, man.
चालू किया है गेम
Thinking
आपने
about the next map as well. I mean, Lotus, it's a little bit, I don't know, tricky to think about because we haven't really seen that much from either team. Maybe a little bit, but it's not always the cleanest performance.
We're going to go to a break. When we come
I told you either TS winning dominantly or it's OT. Okay. Cool.
They have no idea how heartless I am.
You have good taste, my friend.
Shambur. भाई क्यों भाई टीम डेथ मैच सर्च करके ये कौन लोग हैं जो पिक नहीं कर रहे? बजाज भाई गोली लाओ एक.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
बजाज भाई दिन में एक लेनी है या दो लेनी है?
They have no idea how
भूल गया
heartless
था
I
मैं.
am.
गैस तो मतलब भाई भूल जाता है कुछ चीजें.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo, sir.
What's up?
एक गोली गिरा दी.
Bro,
पवन भाई सिलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा था एजेंट.
क्या कर रहे हो बजाज भाई? मैं वही बोलूं अभी.
सिलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा था एजेंट.
यार मेरे हाथ से ना एक गोली गिर गई. प्रॉब्लम ये है अब गोली दिख नहीं रही है कहाँ गई.
ये पहली बार देखा ये बॉल सिलेक्ट ही नहीं हो रहे थे.
ठीक है बजाज भाई समझ रहा हूँ मैं.
User joined
आप
your
थे ही
channel.
नहीं यहाँ.
User left your channel.
नहीं नहीं. अभी मेरे को स्ट्रीम रिवाइंड करके देखना पड़ेगा. मैंने गोली ली थी कि गिरा दी थी याद नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को. प्रीमियर खेलेंगे ब्रो. स्ट्रीम भी करूंगा. बैक करके देखता हूँ. गाइस कोई मुझे देख के बता सकता है मैंने 2 गोली ली है या 3 ली है? आई एम वेरी कंफ्यूज्ड क्योंकि दिख नहीं रही है नीचे यार.
Today's word
There. There.
Let the bullets fly.
Let's go here.
Too suppressed.
Stay down.
Cutting their vision.
ये भी सही है चल रहे छने आएगा देख फ्लैश जल के आएगा ना
Reloading.
New stage in 10.
Party's over.
Stage 2.
Killing sight. Enough.
Bomb buddy out.
अरे पीछे से मार दिया बजाज भाई
Stealing sight. Pathetic. Results.
New stage in 10.
Cutting their vision.
गलती मेरी है कि मैं एक्सपेक्ट करता हूँ पॉप फ्लैश करेंगे लोग
They are so dead. My ult is ready.
My ult. They will cover. Raise them.
Until stage change.
Get out of my way.
You want to play? Let's play.
Cutting their vision.
Fight stage.
Fire in the hole.
एक ही चीज बार बार करेगा क्या हाँ
Stealing sight.
Sit down, bitch.
The hunt begins.
I don't see.
Sit down. नीचे बाइट बाइट नीचे बाइट रे नीचे
Stealing sight.
Try it. Adios.
Dominating.
अरे यार ठीक जोड़ा ब्रो वॉच पार्टी का
Oh, well, you should have expected
What do
this
you
with
feel of the
Gen G.
Cypher cam
Or do I
in
just
the
turn around and
players'
go,
room?
This is the direction this best of 5 is taking, and that next
Bajaj
match
bhai?
it just
मैं पूछने वाला था मेरे को पूछने
I am expecting such a case.
I
No
feel
reverse.
it's
You never know.
a good
Something always
thing,
surprises
but
us, but that is definitely
I feel it's a
the
good thing
trend
for
that we're
broadcast
seeing
and
in the
viewers,
league
bad
right
thing
now.
for the players.
Now,
They need their
Team
personal
Team
space.
Secret on the first half definitely just, you know,
now
they were,
suddenly
it was sort of like this
आप उतना
DRX
freely
round
move नहीं
back
कर
on
सकते, freely
Haven
बात नहीं कर
earlier
सकते.
in the
You have to be
season. They just
conscious.
kept going A,
Yeah.
and DRX was like, wait a second, we're not really set up for this, and they just kept going over and over, and truly, they're not going to do it, and they just keep doing it. We saw a repeat of this today on Ascent, and, you know, they completely read how GENG has set up for it.
Yeah, I mean, this is, again, it's against an eco, but it's still just a great read here, top to bottom. And so Sylvan's getting ready with the paranoia, but they're perfectly prepared for this. Jesse and Dubstep are right there. They eat the paranoia because they know somebody's there, but then they're able to trade off of each other. And Jesse there protecting Dubstep as he's dashing in. You know, Goddead trying to spam him as they come through, but there's not really a whole lot to be done. And instead, Envy just steps into the smoke and takes Goddead out. So it's like they're able to, either through being blinded or through smokes, kill most of these players on the side of GENG, and that just shows that their preparation, their understanding, and their playing off of each other was so good here that, you know, it was hard to find like a good round that like kind of didn't just like make GENG look bad, because they were just kind of running them over, to be frank.
The reason I don't have a clip outside of your clip is because most of them to me look like Team Deathmatch. And like, I can show you guys Team Deathmatch, you can jump into Team Deathmatch yourself, and this is going to sound really bad, it's going to make GENG seem really bad, but really a lot of the time it was just one person throwing themselves at 3 Team Secret players, and then another person throwing themselves at 3 Team Secret players. It really looked like GENG was amateur in that map, and it was really upsetting because I thought we're going to get a good map out of this. We didn't. Team Secret rolled over them, and on a map where defensive sidedness you can really play off of, you can get away with it. Pacific has obviously skewed stats here and there. You can really fortify yourself. They fortified almost nothing.
Yeah, I like this a lot because it harkens back to GENG during that streak when they were sliding, because they would take these, try to make these hero plays, right? Like on the defender side in particular, like you're trying to like yes, King and Sylvan, we talked about them as being great side anchors, but you still need to wait for your teammates. You still need to buy time and delay. And the things that they were doing really good on Haven, for example, you know, Team TS in particular, the player, not the team, was doing a really good job, like delaying for the rest of his team. King at times can do that as well, but here it was just attempted hero plays, and then it just kind of snowballed, right? Like the worse the score line got, the more they tried to force that issue.
Absolutely, and you know, props to the team in general, Team Secret and Warbirds, for really setting up that A site protocol every single time. Going into that A entry, they knew exactly what they needed to do to throw GENG off guard, and you know, it kept working. So, look, before we even talk about the next map, which is another doozy over there, I want to talk about Envy again, because Envy has also completely shown up. You guys saw a little preview of his stats earlier. He was just on fire.
Yeah, I mean, this is someone who really epitomizes the aggressive initiator. Someone who understands how to play. And, you know, this is sort of a throwback to some of the NA KO players who started the way that you can have the meta with KO, especially on this map. And I like the way that he was able to go, well, we're on a bit of a roll here. Me, myself, I'm hitting my shots from last map, and I'm really feeling myself. I don't think he ever stalled. I don't think there was a moment of hesitation from him, and all of that quick decision making really put a lot of pressure, and his flashes were great, his ability to time it for himself and his teammates. All I can say is that if you're going up against Envy, it feels like you're suffocating. It's oppressive. There's not a lot of ways to get around him, and when all of the other players
I think this is
are
going
firing
to
on
be
all
the last
cylinders
map.
as well, How many times in a LAN Tier 1 environment, Paperthin, do you see 400 ACS? And
Not often.
It's not even a duel list. We're talking about an initiator here. This is a very impressive score.
No, absolutely. Maybe once every 20 maps,
Yeah.
if that. It might
If
even
that.
be lower than that. I mean, look, you were talking about NA KOs, like Tens is dead to me. I heckin' love Envy. All right, that's this KDA is insane. I mean, everything about him today, these last two matches in particular, it's that same Envy we saw the last time these two teams squared off, now showing up here. And this is just a monster of a player. The ability to frag, the ability to assist, the ability to take over rounds when he needs to bring you those huge multi-kills that you were talking about earlier. I mean, he is the complete package.
छा चवा यार हिंदी में छा बोलना था ये तो खे
Two maps in a row. Envy just showing up like that.
असांजी सिंधी ऑडियंस अच्छे ही न थी
We're going to go to Lotus now. And Lotus is a little bit funny. Both of these teams lost on Lotus yesterday. But there is a slight difference. GENG lost 2-13 to RRQ on this. And they also had that Gecko comp. And what on the other side of that, Team Secret did lose to Zeta. But it was a, slightly more even score line with a 9-13. And they have beaten Zeta in the past on Lotus. Now, are we going to expect to see another Gecko Cypher Omen comp?
Unfortunately, yes. I would love to say no, but yes has got to be the answer, and it pains me because everything is pointing towards failure for GENG. Not only did they lose very dominantly on this map, but their opponents only lost slightly to an incredible opponent. So if I was ELO ranking it in my head, I would say the loss is super big for the side of GENG and not so painful for the side of Secret. In fact, kind of a win because they got such a close scoreline. So I'm sitting here thinking the comp's not very good. You ran a Gecko before and you just showed us that it was really painful on the other map. So I'm not putting any pennies in the side of GENG anymore. My prediction is wrong. I accept it. TS is almost certainly walking away with this.
Yeah, it almost feels like if you've got pennies, you got to throw them in the wishing fountain.
Yeah.
Like, to get a win here for GENG, right? Like, just real quick, I want to say, like, the thing that concerns me the most here for GENG is their mental after coming out of that map.
Oh,
and now that I'm pretty sure that they started the defender side, which is the side on Lotus that they got absolutely bodied on yesterday against RRQ. So it's like the same problem that they had on Pearl where with this Gecko kind of base comp is that one side of the map or the other, just they can't accomplish what they want to accomplish. So I'm super concerned here.
So let's make some theories here. Team Secret also didn't look great yesterday. They were making incredibly horrible mistakes against Zeta, just reading them all around, not doing basic things like covering your flank. Does GENG really stand a chance, even with this comp?
I'm worried that GENG does one or the other. They either go hyper aggressive because nothing else is working for them, or they go
बजाज भाई
super
कौन जीत
passive.
रहा है ये
Teams
मैप?
do this in every FPS I've ever been in. They get scared, they're worried, they're on
नहीं हूँ भाविन भाई
series point.
मैं बोला कौन जीत रहा है ये मैप?
So they do one or the other. If it's the aggressive GENG, I can see something happening. If it's the hyper passive,
मेरे को लगता है मेरे हेडफोन्स खराब हो गए हैं.
I think this will be a little bit closer
Mic
than what
mute
we saw
unmute का
yesterday,
बटन नहीं चल रहा है.
for GENG against RRQ, just because again there isn't that deep layer of smokes here for the side of Team Secret.
प्रणय से बात
So
करो
I think it's going to be a little bit similar to Pearl.
प्रणय
where
गोयल?
It'll definitely be
क्या हुआ?
much more
हमें भी दो
even
थोड़ा
affair just
मसाला.
because there isn't a
मसाला
lot of
कैसी
that
बात कर रहा
anti-Gecko ability necessarily.
उसने
but
वो ग्रे
if
फॉक्स
Team
बोल
Secret
के
can
ज्वाइन
play
किया
this
था
like
ना
they did on Pearl, where they're kind of waiting out the utility, they're able to play counter
फिर
utility,
तो होगा कुछ तो
play
मसाला.
anti-flash, that kind of thing. Then they, I think, have a really good chance here to take this map, to take this series, and face Zeta tomorrow.
Well, this is the fourth map.
And it's probably the last map too, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Just brutally honest.
I predicted GENG. I'm the one that can say this. It's done. It's Jova. I'm out.
This is like the voice of disappointment
I'm
in your
so
voice.
disappointed.
ये
I
चीज तो
mean,
है
in defense of this,
अब
Jess
इंडिया
had
में
so much hope for
कोई भी
GENG.
सीन जैसा भी हो
Obviously,
इसे
so does
आप
the Korean
अप्रिशिएट
desk.
करने लगते
But
हो
we're
हार्ड
gonna see how this
वर्किंग
goes.
लोगों
If GENG does not win this map, if they don't
कोई
accomplish
तो
this on
करे.
Lotus, that is
I
it.
think so
That's
मात्रा
the end of
बहुत
the road
कम
for
है.
them until
तो
next year. Team Secret is so close
Tend to
moving on
appreciate,
to
है
the
ना,
grand
जो
finals
काम करते हैं.
tomorrow. Can they close it out here on Lotus? We're gonna go over to
जैसे
our
हमारा जो
casters,
मैनेजर था
casters,
साइबॉट
Tasteless and
हाँ.
Cloud.
मस्त बंदा.
I am ready to
What
cast
minute?
this game with the old Quackarino, and I am hoping that we will have a Game 5, but the way that Game 3 went, whoa. That was so one-sided. That was humiliating there for Gen G. Can Gen G recover? What do you think, Quack?
बॉन्डिंग तो बेसिक नहीं हुई हमारी क्योंकि बहुत छोटा ही टाइम था बट हमारी बॉन्डिंग बहुत हुई मैं और साहिब और सेम रूम में थे हम लोग रोज रात को एक मूवी और एक आइसक्रीम खा के सोते
अच्छा
Victoria was right. This was a map that Gen G didn't have the greatest time on, especially yesterday. It was 13-2 against RRQ. Why did they pick it again? I mean, this was their choice to play it against Team Secret. So maybe they got something prepared that we don't know
मेरा जो
about.
prediction था वही होने वाला है
तो भी लग रहा है because वो मैप बहुत क्रूशियल था
हाँ
Ascent एक न्यूट्रल मैप है वो मैप जो जीतेगा मेरे हिसाब से वही था कि
on Ascent. Team Secret is one win
जीत जाएगा
away.
but you never know with Team Secret because
हाँ
Gen G, they've had great games.
वो उतना डिफॉल्टेशन में नहीं खेलते ना
Let's see if they can bring
तो
that kind of energy back here.
never know
in
कि
map number
एक
4.
बार Team Secret
Yeah, I mean,
को
yesterday
shut
when
down
they
कर
played
दिया
this,
जाए
King
फिर
wasn't
they
too
have
bad.
like
Sylvan, I think, had
no
some great
real
assistance
answers
as well. But the rest of the squad, especially the Gecko, was
बस
far
अगर एक
too
डिफॉल्ट
quiet.
हेवी टीम है
And I
उसको आप शट डाउन करके डिफॉल्ट्स
cannot
को
applaud this
हाँ
opposition.
फिर वो एग्जीक्यूट्स पे रिजॉर्ट
Meanwhile, for
करेंगे
Team Secret, you know,
एग्जीक्यूट्स
it wasn't
करोगे
as
फेक्स पे
bad.
रिजॉर्ट
It's just that
करेंगे
their opponent that day,
टीम सीक्रेट
Laz
आप
was
देखोगे
popping
फेक्स
off.
भी उतने नहीं करते
Now
वो
that we're starting things out, it's a bit of a default hold, slow C presence. Dubstep starts things off, taking down Meteor.
जेंजी को गेको बहुत पसंद है
Gen G, they're going to be
आपको गेको
scrambling to
पसंद
get
है
back over
लोटस
here
पे
towards the C side. Nothing
लोटस
says
पे
that Team Secret has to commit to C either. They might try to
सिंगल इनिशिएटर तो नहीं
all over
एज
here,
डबल इनिशिएटर
back
ठीक है
over to A.
बट
This drone's gonna see everything.
आई थिंक वो एक ही मैप पे वो वायबल है फिर भी ये और पर्ल पे
King's camera though, right on top.
पर
I
वही
don't
है ना
think they
कभी
commit
कभी
to
लगता है
this.
कि नॉट इनफ वैल्यू ऐड होता है
There you go. Now let's go ahead and back up.
आई वेरी मच फील
And this means it's going to be
गेको
up to
अच्छा
Silver
है
here for
बट
Gen G.
टाई ज्यादा वैल्यू लाता है
हाँ वही इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ ना स्काई से मैं कंपेयर कर रहा था आई डोंट फील उतना वैल्यू ऐड होता है अगर
Exactly.
Some flashes of our own. Doesn't even need it. Jeremy just peeks out and gets the shot at the Sylvan.
And they'll be able to set up at A before there's
आपसे
really
बात
anything
करके
to
एक
say
चीज
about
तो
it.
समझ
King
में
is
आई है
on the
भवन
run
भाई
right now,
इतने दिनों
but
से
they're going to smoke him out.
क्या
It's that speed again. But the silent drop. Oh no! The aftershock. He's
आई
trapped in.
थिंक
He's
सो
trying
हम
to
थोड़ा
hop to get
सिमिलर
out of
लेवल
that.
पे सिमिलर तरीके से सोचते हैं ये सब
हाँ।
चीजें के बारे में।
Dubstep. 3
बहुत
kills
चीजों
to
पे
boot.
अग्री करते हैं
Yeah, I mean,
बस
this is
मैं अब
really
रिटायर हो
close.
गया हूँ
Oh, you wanted to go down to that?
Oh my God!
बस वही
Team
वही
Secret.
गलत बात हो गई
Guys.
They're feeling that magic.
Yeah, it's the pineapple magic.
Yeah, get your pineapples out.
मेरा सिंपल फंडा है तुम नया एजेंट ले रहे हो कोई रीजन के लिए ले रहे हो तो वो अलग वे में कुछ होना चाहिए लाइक इट शुड नॉट बी व्हाट एवरीवन एल्स जो सोच रहे हैं वो तो उनके लिए रेडी भी रहेंगे ना वो चीज के लिए
3 points away from result.
और मेरे हिसाब से नया एजेंट आप इसीलिए लेते हो मेरा लॉजिक क्या होता है भवन भाई
You can see how relaxed
मान लो
Team
गेको
Secret is
आया
right now.
हाँ
They're
अब
still
गेको
feeding
मैंने
off of
लिया
that energy
किसलिए
from,
लिया क्योंकि
map 3.
बाकी लोग स्क्रिम्स में गेको को फेस नहीं कर रहे होंगे
हाँ
By the way,
वो लोग
3
प्रिपेयर्ड
sheriff
नहीं होंगे
buys
गेको
here,
के
हाँ
for Gen G.
ये गेको
So
ले
they're really eager to
इसीलिए
try
आप
to get a
देखोगे
pick
जैसे
somewhere
स्प्लिट
here.
में मैं
It's a very
चेंबर खेला
compacted position
हाँ।
for Team Secret.
क्यों क्योंकि कितने टीम स्प्लिट में चेंबर के अगेंस्ट स्क्रिम करती है पहले मतलब अभी तो वापस लोग चालू कर दिए
हाँ।
बट बीच में कहाँ कर रही थी तो लोग प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं होते चेंबर के स्पॉट्स के लिए ये सब के लिए
हाँ। पर वही है ना तो वो मेरे लिए वही है ना कि खेलने का तरीका फिर ऐसा होना चाहिए कि लोग एक्सपेक्ट ना करें
एग्जैक्टली
इट कैन नॉट बी
पर्पस ही वही है तो फिर आप नॉर्मल नहीं खेल सकते जो लोग जैसे
हाँ।
एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं अभी जैसे जब गेको आया था तब सबको ही उसका स्पाइक के बच्चे को
Okay,
लेके
they
भेज
come here.
रहे थे
Cyber cage is set up.
प्लांट करने के लिए
Goddard's trying to come into block too.
पर आप
good shot
देखोगे
by
Flashpoint, but
कौन सी टीम थी
there it is.
EMEA की कोई टीम थी
Yeah.
पता नहीं
They've
शायद
almost got it
कार्मेन
to see
कोर
here.
की
Looks
थी
like
या
CS
कोई
could be coming just around the
उन्होंने
corner
क्या
right
किया
through the
बच्चे
smoke.
को भेजा बिना
Let's see if
स्पाइक
they
के
can,
हाँ
right? It does
और
put that
उसके
insta kill
पीछे
on it,
उसको
Jeremy.
बेट बना के घुसे
अच्छा
Okay. Spike plant.
Last player standing.
वो भी अच्छा है ना
I gotta say, man. I mean, when it
लाइक
comes
वही
to
मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना
gunplay,
कि
it's
फॉर
just
मी
Team
इट
Secret
नीड्स टू बी
delivering. I don't
समथिंग
know
वेयर
if Gen G is a little bit
यू आर
shaken.
डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स सेम ही चीज करनी है
Look,
तो
I
फिर
mean, that
सेम
was
ही
not
कॉम्प खेल लो
full-on save
हाँ।
round there for Gen G. I mean, they did buy a little bit into
या
that.
तो आप
Let's see how
नॉर्मल
they do in this
डिफॉल्ट
round.
कॉम खेलो
Just
हाँ
mentioned it.
इसमें
I mean,
आपके पास ऑलरेडी सब कुछ असला
Caster
बारूद
yesterday as
है
well. I mean, he
हाँ।
talked about
सब
it.
कुछ है
One of the things
डीप
that
आप
Gen G
बेसिक्स
really
बहुत अच्छे
needs,
से करते हो
they
है
need
ना
to keep themselves
हाँ।
in high
क्या
spirits.
आपको
When
अगर
they
कुछ
feel
अतरंगी
good, they
करना है
start
तो
to
मेक
communicate
श्योर
a
जैसे
lot
आपने
better.
बोला कि वो
Everyone is
अतरंगी
a
हो
little bit better
हाँ।
coordinated as a result. But if you're you know, down in the dumps
आपके लिए
just because
chat
of a
में
bad game, a bad
किसी
map.
ने लिखा है हम कनी ने कुछ.
You don't reset.
क्या लिखा है?
It's tough.
I've heard bind is Gecko's best
Start
map
this
from
time.
coach we have in SEA.
Oh, I mean, here we go. They're starting it. Sylvan
Bind is Gecko's best map.
Just envy left over.
Can be played, yeah. Bind is also a viable map, but again, like you look at the way PaperX uses it, then it makes sense to play it. उन लोग उसका utility use करके जो burst executes करते हैं, beat through smokes, beat through everything, great, right? It also depends to उसके around composition क्या खिला रहे हो तुम लोग, कैसे खिलाना चाहते हो.
हाँ.
Yeah, beautifully done.
But I think
मतलब बस बाइंड पे डाल दिया, सिर्फ प्लांट करना ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि हाँ बच्चे से हम प्लांट कर लेंगे तो थोड़ी सेंस बनता है ना.
I think लोग थोड़ा समझ नहीं रहे गेको के जो यूटिलिटी है उसको चेंबर के ट्रैप जैसे चेंबर के ट्रैप को यूज नहीं करते एरिया क्लियर करने के लिए आजकल.
हाँ.
वैसे ही गेको के उसको आप एरिया क्लियर करने के लिए यूज कर सकते हो. एक चीज रेकनिंग ने बहुत अच्छी कोल्ड पे जब गेको खिलाया था, वो क्या करते थे जब उनके पास अल्ट आता था ना, वो अल्ट करते थे टी स्पॉन से ए मेक की तरफ और तक, ठीक है, वहां तक क्लियर कर देते अल्ट से, फिर वहां तक कंट्रोल मिल गया, फिर वहां पे जाके अल्ट उठा लेते थे.
समझा. हाँ वो सही है ना.
हाँ.
अगर है मल्टी लेयर्ड अल्ट तो उसको मल्टी लेयर्ड ही यूज करना चाहिए.
एग्जैक्टली, लेयर्स रहने चाहिए. आई थिंक सो लेयरिंग में बाइंड अच्छा रहेगा गेको के लिए.
हाँ. प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, इंडिया में लोग वही सामान इंस्टेंट घुसना चाहते हैं उससे, पर ये नहीं समझते कि काउंटर यूटिलिटी भी तो आएगा, तो यू कैन यूज इट एज अ लेयर, राइट? लेयर्ड हिट्स बहुत कम देखने मिलते हैं इंडिया में. हमारे मेरे खुद के हॉटस्पॉट में भी बहुत कम थे, पर वो क्योंकि इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू पुल ऑफ अनलेस यू हैव पेशेंस एंड you know understanding of how the opponents are going to react.
Exactly. और आपके बेसिक्स एकदम
क्लियर
होने चाहिए.
हाँ.
मैं इसीलिए बोलता हूँ लोगों को, तो लोग मेरे को बोलते हैं ना, मैं बोलता हूँ सबसे पहला लेयर बेसिक होता है. अगर बेसिक्स तुम्हारा स्ट्रांग नहीं है तो तुम बाकी लेयर्स ऐड कर दोगे, कहीं ना कहीं पे तो फफल जाओगे. मतलब तो सिचुएशनली अडैप्ट नहीं कर पाओगे अगर बेसिक्स अच्छे नहीं है. फिर उसके लिए एक आईजीएल भी वैसा चाहिए जो अडैप्ट कर सके.
वो करते करते खुद का स्टाइल ही निकल जाता है आईजीएल इनका. इंडिया में वही होता है, और जितना मैंने देखा है कि लोग सबको अडैप्ट ही करना पड़ता है कि प्लेयर्स को ये नहीं आता, ये नहीं आता, ये नहीं आता, ठीक है तो पिवट करना पड़ता है.
I think so, वो भी हो जाता है ना कि प्लेयर्स अडैप्ट नहीं करते तो आईजीएल को
करना पड़ता है.
करना पड़ता है. हाँ.
Right, you know that song. It's the technical pause music.
Sweet.
Yeah. I've got this at home on vinyl.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
You like listening to it?
Well, only when we need to buy time, yes.
Okay.
So, it looks like
इस मामले में ना बाहर के थोड़े से बेटर है हमसे.
क्योंकि
बाहर के प्लेयर, मेरा एक और मानना है कि प्लेयर पूल भी काफी बड़ा है ना उनका, तो जो नहीं है अच्छे वो कभी ऊपर आएंगे ही नहीं.
हाँ ये बात है. बट मेरे लिए क्या है कि बाहर वाले ना बहुत ज्यादा ओपन करते हैं. जैसे रैंक में भी आप देखोगे वो लोग ग्राइंड में ऐसा नहीं है कि सिंगल एजेंट से खेलते रहते हैं. वो लोग क्या करेंगे कि मेन आईडी अगर है, मेन आईडी पे वो लोग अपना मान लो मेन ग्राइंड कर रहे हैं. जैसे कई लोग को रहता है ना कि मेरे को लीड अबाउट पहुंचना है, वो लोग फिर एक बर्नर आईडी रखते हैं और रखते हैं जिसमें वो लोग बाकी एजेंट की प्रैक्टिस करते हैं.
हाँ.
हमारे यहाँ पे ये कंसेप्ट नहीं है.
Throws in his own prediction that it would be 3-2.
Could still happen.
But I think so बहुत लोग चालू कर रहे हैं.
It's got to be a better map here for GENG.
ऐसा सोचना.
The Ascent game is just so humiliating.
खासकर ये जो नए प्लेयर्स हैं, मतलब
Bear man. Does that bear have a name?
Tactibear.
Tactibear. I knew.
I think so नए प्लेयर्स का प्लेयर एजेंट पूल बहुत ज़्यादा वाइड है.
I'm Bob the Tactibear.
Bob?
इंडिया में?
What other name would he have? I'm not aware of it. Dwayne.
For example जैसे कोहली हो गया.
I thought maybe like John.
John?
टेक्नो हो गया.
His name's not John.
The most basic.
मेरे को लगता है ये लोग दोनों के एजेंट पूल बहुत वाइड है. हो सकते हैं.
So good to see people filling up our stadium here at the Sangam Coliseum. And you at home can come when we have events here in Seoul. it's definitely worth it. It's super hype watching these matches already.
टेक्निकल पॉज आते ही मेरे को नींद आने लग जाती है.
It's just next level. That's a drawing
आप
of you.
स्ट्रीम करोगे आपका प्रीमियम?
No, it's not.
हाँ
Over
करेंगे.
there. That was UCassie Paper Rex.
He's saying Genji should
There
go
it
to LA.
is. Let's find out Paper Rex lost. No!
Is that what the sign says? Come on.
No, it doesn't say that.
Of course. But that's the thing. I mean,
It's a Gen G support side.
I love the little headbands too. But that's the thing. It's a very lovely community, and a lot of them are here to support Gen G, surely. But we've got Team Secret supporters as well, flown in, and I mean, you're just watching these games play out, and the players who are on the stage right now thinking about everything. Gen G needing to go for that reset.
I love the signs out here in the audience. We do supply you guys with the paper and the pens if you come down. You don't even need to bring your own art materials.
Oh, but if you want to bring it, you know, if you got
Good, yeah. I mean, like,
artistic talent.
over there on the right, they brought that, they printed that out.
It's always fun.
They went to Kinko's.
What does that say?
I am waiting for this game to get back going.
Okay.
Oh, you mean with the signs? I'm
Yes.
sorry, that's not what the sign says.
All right. Do you have the button, Tasteless?
Huh?
The caster start
Yeah, there's
game
a
button?
special button I could hit that would just start the
ये
game,
सब
but
चीजें
I'm not
इंस्पायर
going to hit
करनी
it
चाहिए
yet.
ना लोगों को.
Why? Because I'm a megalomaniac.
जो
I
जो भी
was
लोग
informed we have a
प्लकार्ड्स और
little
ये
bit
सब
more
बना
time
के लाते हैं.
up here.
हाँ.
Imagine
we're gonna be
someone
going back into this
taking
game,
time out of their
but I'm
schedule,
hoping for Gen
not
G's
just
sake
to
we can
attend,
actually
but to
take
take
this
that
time
extra, go that
and,
extra
ये
mile.
majority of the time तो आपको वहीं पे मिल जाते हैं. You just need to
and come back even stronger.
make it there. हाँ.
But
क्योंकि
that
हम लोग
said,
गए
I
थे ना
mean, that's one of the things that people might
इस्तांबुल
not
गए
know
थे ना
about
तब
is
वैसे
that
ही.
during a tech pause, you're not actually allowed to, you know, do anything in the game, and you're not really allowed to communicate with your team. You're not meant to use this time to like set up strategies for the next round and whatnot. So it is a little bit nerve-wracking. And right now they just need to fix whatever tech issue it is that they have.
I feel like there are a lot of
I can't translate that. I'm really sorry.
normal
I don't know Tagalog.
gamers, मतलब हमारे इंडस्ट्री में just
हाँ.
underappreciated fans in
Dubstep
general.
is pretty
बहुत कम teams
There's
हैं
dinosaurs in the
जो
drawing in the
fans
back. I
को
wouldn't mind
appreciate
looking at
करते
that
हैं.
one.
In the sense कि you know जैसे मैंने आपको बोला ना कि बारिश में भी पूरा full house.
Right.
मतलब
That's a
हाँ.
reference
That is
to,
such a
you
big
know, when he
thing.
played a previous game. And that's
अच्छा,
the
वो
reason
तो
why he
बहुत
uses
बड़ी
that
नहीं नहीं
piece.
वो तो हम लोग तभी सरप्राइज हो गए थे कि इतना
There's blue dinosaurs, green and blue
इतना प्यार से
dinosaurs.
लोग आए हैं.
Why?
Oh, I already, okay, I figured it out. I'm so good.
What
It's
does it
a
say?
आप लोग तो
meteor.
appreciate करते हो but
Ah,
normally
am I
मैं बोल
right?
रहा हूँ कि हम सिर्फ
Yeah,
numbers
the
देखते हैं.
audience is not.
जैसे VCL ऐसे में भी था ना कि numbers कम थे.
That's why
But
I'm here, guys. It's not
imagine
I know
10-15
anything about
दिन
games. For moments like
especially
that, all right? I can figure out a sign
दिल्ली
like
में
that.
दूर से आपको
The pressure's
आपसे
on.
मिलने आ रहे हैं. वो
हाँ.
मैच देखने भी
I
नहीं आ रहे.
actually
मैच
have
तो
some kind of
उनको
a
घर में
dinosaur
भी दिख
joke. The
जाएगा.
meteor could get like the
हाँ,
whole
वो
team
तो
जब
है.
आपको cheer करने आपसे
setting
मिलने आ
this
रहे
team the way
हैं.
of the dinosaurs.
I thought
It
was
still
very
could
you know,
happen.
big from
Right
that.
Yeah.
now in
नहीं,
this
नहीं,
game,
it
it's
was.
looking like the dinosaurs are fighting back, and the meteor's not gonna take them.
मैंने तो बहुत कुछ कोशिश किया था. मैं तो फ्री में
Well,
टिकट भी
That's a
बांटे
good
थे.
story
मैंने
right
तो
there.
बहुत
Someone's gonna steal that and make
कोशिश की
a
थी
movie.
भाई.
The dinosaurs fight back
to
and
those
beat the
people
meteor?
who are coming.
Oh my God! I gotta get out of here and go make this.
Yeah,
मैं फिर इस
actually,
मामले में ना
with the
कोरिया
T-Rex
बहुत
and the
कोरिया
tiny
जापान ये
little
लोग बहुत
arms,
वो
Right, they gotta go
also-
ये लोग
जापान
अपने
तो
fans
नेक्स्ट लेवल है.
fans को बहुत appreciate करते
Team
हैं.
Secret's
हाँ.
tears. They
और
could be
fans
kids
भी
who
in
enjoy that.
return बहुत
Wow.
वैसे
हाँ.
Not necessarily bad.
passionate.
Cry.
That was one of the things.
I
that
think
the
India में ना
Lotus,
हम
you know, the
passion
Gen G player
के आड़ में
said during one
और
of
ही
those
बन जाते
interviews during the regular season.
क्या
Yes,
कहें?
Team Secret, there's 5 of them, and I'm just one
but I
guy,
really
I'm
feel
better than
कि इंडिया में भी पैशन है बट कई बार क्या है ना
Love here.
वो नहीं होता कि हर एक चीज जैसे कुछ बोल दो और
हाँ.
अगर कोई बंदा नेगेटिव ले अरे
Just thinking about
मैं तो
Meteor,
सिर्फ
though,
मजाक
I
कर
mean,
रहा था
yesterday
मतलब
he actually
अरे
didn't
sarcasm
have
था
that
मतलब
bad of a performance on Lotus. Sure, the team
ऐसा हो
was a
जाता
little
कि
bit
अरे
quiet, and
मैं
it
तो
was a
passionate हूँ
13
मतलब
scoreline against RQ, but Meteor
किसको चूतिया बना
was
रहे
up
हो
at
सर?
14 kills and 15 deaths, so just
ऐसा
-1
सवाल
in
पूछने का
overall
मन
KD.
करता है.
Still finding that impact.
It's a blushing tack to bear on here.
Hey,
His mouth is open too.
I feel like अभी ग्लोबल के साथ जो भी हुआ मतलब
Meteor win.
Yeah.
बाद इतना सोशल मीडिया
Just
भर
started
गया
the word win there. That's what he's mouthing out. Win.
फनी
That's
चीज
what
ये
that
मुझे
is,
किसी
and
के
that's
पोस्ट
what
नहीं दिख रहे थे
Gen G
पता
needs
नहीं
to do
क्यों.
if we're gonna go to a map 5. Then we'll really have a series.
मेरे को बहुत दिखे पर मैं क्या मैंने खुद कुछ भी नहीं डाला सिंपल सा बात है भाई
So,
if you were supporting them
just a
then you
little
would
bit more time,
understand
everybody,
कि
and then we're gonna be back into this game.
there was visible improvement मतलब
Yeah, I mean,
Pele
they've got pretty similar
Faster split map, I think so. They just margins.
Jeremy on the Killjoy instead
और
of
जैसे आपने I think so
Cypher coming up
किया
with
था
King.
उस मैच में split map में ना
Today, man, Team Secret's been
प्रॉक्सी को
bringing it.
प्रॉक्सी की तरह घुसा रहे
Whole
थे
team's
है ना
playing so well.
रॉसी को लोग उतना भर रहे थे सी चलो आई वोंट से एनीथिंग अबाउट एसेंट ठीक है Ascent I feel he could have done better he knows he could have done better
हाँ
स्प्लिट में उसको जिस तरीके से घुसाया जा रहा था it was basically suicide mission
हाँ
तू जा सुसाइड बॉम्बर की तरह
Secret makes it through. Then it's a bit of a rematch.
I think so आपने एग्जांपल दिया था गेम इन के घुसने वाला बट फिर उसका कोई फायदा उठाने वाला नहीं था लाइक
हाँ लाइक वो ए साइड एंट्री किया डैश करके वॉल के थ्रू राइट अब पीछे स्पिट हो गया बाकी लोग आ नहीं सकते वो अकेला घुसा है और 2-3 लोग उसको कैसे मार सकते हैं नहीं मार सकते ना सिर्फ एक फ्लैश के बेसिस पे जब उसका कुछ इन्फो नहीं है कहाँ है इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल मतलब वो मैं बोलता ज्यादा ऐसा ट्विटर पे तो लोग उल्टे में सुनाना चालू कर देते
अरे you're only backing Rossi
Zeta's really stepped it up.
I mean what is true is true I agree with you there wholeheartedly because कोई भी अगर मैच वो देखेगा समझ में आएगा कि कोई भी इंसान ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि जानबूझ के बार-बार डैश के अंदर मतलब there has to be a game plan ना
Right.
40 rounds.
I think so एंजल ने बहुत सही बोला भवन कल या परसों कोई कोच कोई आजकल वो सेल्फ प्रोक्लेम कोचेस बहुत भूत हैं
आओ मैं देखा वो वाला ना कि एंजल 26 फर्स्ट एंगेजमेंट से
बोला कि भाई कुछ न कुछ तो गेम प्लान होगा ना तो ऐसा नहीं कि पागलों की तरह करना हो देयर हैज टू बी समथिंग बिहाइंड सम रीजन बिहाइंड आई थिंक सो प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है ना हम हमेशा आइडियल तरीके से सोचते हैं आइडियल सिनेरियो नेवर पुट आवरसेल्व्स इन देयर सीट तो याद है हम जब YouTube पे जैसे जब सीए मतलब हम लोग बैठते थे ना जब बॉर्ड रिव्यूज या कुछ भी होता था मैं हमेशा वही करता था आई थिंक सो कौन सा मैच था आप लोग का हेवन का कोई मैच था उसमें भी लोग भर रहे थे और उसको यही इन्फॉर्मेशन पता है तो वो ये सोच के तो यही बेस्ट आउटकम रहेगा ना उसके लिए तो हम क्या मतलब खुद को उनकी जगह रख के नहीं सोचते हम कोचेस भी बहुत जन है ना हम बस ये सोचते कि अरे उसको ऐसे नहीं खेलना चाहिए हाँ नहीं खेलना चाहिए था बट ये सोचो कि अगर तुम उसकी जगह होते तुमको क्या पता है और हिसाब से तुम क्या डिसीजन ले सकते Because I think so. क्या था कि there is not हाँ कि there is no right or wrong as far as decisions are. It's always priority list. कि मान लो 6 decisions ले सकते हो तो ये हो सकता है 5th best है ये 4th best है ये 3rd best है ये best है
हाँ
So I always believe in that. I think so. लोग ये देखना भूल गए कि रॉसी.
I love that Genji's playing. Excuse me, Jeremy's playing around the door actually. Is that something that?
रॉसी मर रहा है तो गाली दो.
You can't expect everyone to like.
But still, it's very annoying for them to work off of. Meanwhile, King has.
आप देखते हो ना बाकी स्पोर्ट्स में भी यही होता है. कुछ लोग समझते हैं. ज़्यादातर लोग नहीं समझते. मतलब.
Dubstep just on top of it. 33 HP. He backs up and Envy with a triple.
भाई Envy भाई ने तो खाली कर दिया.
Whoa!
Envy ने
flawless for Team
मतलब
Secret.
2 मैच जो जीते हैं सीक्रेट उसमें भी I think so 30 above सारे बहुत ज़्यादा strong खेला है अभी तक.
Focus from this guy, always winning the duels.
Envy का best player ही लगता है मेरे को.
Best of 5 in Valorant is no joke. That's a real.
The best thing about Envy is कि जब Envy को लिया गया ना तब सबको लग रहा था कि Envy जैसी वैश
First of all, the recon from Jesse Vash aided him a lot.
But
it's that sharp shooting as well.
Always said कि नहीं Envy Sky भी खेलता है, Envy ये भी खेलता है. I think so. वो लोग incorporate कर सकते हैं अलग तरीके से. But अंदर मैं भी ये सोचता हूँ अगर सच बताऊँ.
हाँ वो तो है. जेसी भाई की उम्र देख के सभी लोग सोचते हैं कि हाँ अभी तो जेसी भाई की जगह कोई आ रहा है.
हाँ तो झूठ नहीं बोलूँगा. मैं भी ये सोचता था but हाँ honestly जैसे कि मैं बोलता हूँ कि हमेशा दूसरे की जगह रख के खुद को देखते हैं तो वैसे सोचता था कि हाँ इनकॉर्पोरेट किया जा सकता है बट आई थिंक सो प्रॉप्स टू सीक्रेट कि उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से इस लाइनअप को इनकॉर्पोरेट किया मतलब आई डिड नॉट एनविसेज सीक्रेट बीइंग दिस गुड ये लाइनअप प्रॉप्स टू वॉरबर्ड्स मैंने वॉरबर्ड्स को एक्चुअली डीएम किया था
Envy, an absolute killer. King Smoke
क्या
out,
orbits
he's
को
gonna try
DM
to
किया
advance
था
into his own cyber cave. The little
नहीं है,
gap in
तो ये तो
between
बताओ।
is right
हाँ।
where dubstep finds him.
Because honestly, मैं
just
पहले
think
ऐसा था
about it again,
भाई कि I
Tasteless.
believed in
It's that
not
same
messaging, not doing
A-side
anything.
hit.
If I'm good enough, I'm good enough. मतलब
Time
हाँ.
लोग
and
मेरे को
time
message करें.
again, it
Then I quickly
happens.
realized कि
Gen
how
G
shallow am I.
haven't quite
मतलब
found
Yeah.
that adaptation.
that is ego.
Similar
That is not
story to
you
what we saw in
think you are
Ascent,
good
just
at.
that
मतलब
they managed to win the
That is
game
you
this
thinking
time
you are
around.
better than the rest.
हाँ.
Aims
That is
to
not
stop
you
this,
being good enough. That is
quickly
you thinking you are
intervening
better
round
than the
7
rest.
with timeout.
And so much better कि people will approach.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And I
probably
just
unnecessary
got
timeout.
lucky with the fact that
This
people
is
did
really
approach
starting
me.
to
So
resemble the last
थोड़ा
map we had
it rubbed
here.
me the wrong way ना कि
It
अच्छा
हाँ.
इसका
seems
मतलब ऐसे
we've
ऐसे काम हो सकता है.
witnessed
चलो
Team
मैं ऐसे ही
Secret,
रहूंगा.
like, hit a
मतलब
growth spurt in real time.
but I quickly
They're
realized
suddenly
कि
on a new
अगर तुमको
level.
कुछ चाहिए तो
Yeah, right, because it,
feel
first of
ashamed.
all,
क्या
well,
है
the
बेसिकली
same
ना ही
hit,
बोलेंगे ना.
हाँ.
they're also kind of adjusting around to what they anticipate from Gen G, knowing some of the tendencies of some of these players, right?
approach
Meteor,
करूंगा.
yeah, sure,
बेसिकली
he's
ना ही
going to buy an
बोलेंगे.
operator
मैंने
once he's
Roberts को
got enough
मैसेज किया.
credits. They're not going to try anything crazy
तो क्या
or
बोला
too different,
Roberts?
not unless there's timeout. So just going off of the book,
I
right?
think
You
so.
smoke it off,
They
you
don't
spray him
need it.
down, he's going to
अच्छा,
run
okay.
back around,
मतलब
maybe reposition
पहला
to
season
something
I think so
a
they were
little bit
just
more
they just
predictable as well.
see how it
And
pans
then
out.
the rest of the team too, like where have they been? They're trying to wrap around from
because
B,
उन्होंने
pushing
किसी को
out
भी
of
हाया नहीं.
C, but at that point, Team Secret's already all set up on the A site.
पहले मैंने
It does
इसलिए नहीं
seem like
मैसेज किया था
King's
because
utility has not been,
they were
effective this
supposed
time.
to
He
hire
was on
a friend of mine
Cypher
called
instead
Mark.
of a Killjoy here.
अच्छा.
Kizuna का coach था.
But yeah, I mean, it
Okay.
just does
That
seem
is
like
what
so far
I
Team
had
Secret
heard.
go right back into A every time.
And
they
मैं
win.
थोड़ा
No,
वैसा
we're
हूँ.
not.
मतलब चाहे जितना ही कंपेयर ये वो कि
Yeah,
मेरे को
big
चाहिए
push
कि
into A here, but in fact,
मतलब
it's
I
gonna be Team
also
Secret
want
avoiding
my
the
people to
site.
flourish. मतलब obviously अगर उसको hire कर रहा है तो मैं जाके बीच में नहीं
It
बोलूँगा.
was off the timeout.
हाँ.
It's a
मेरे को लो.
little bit of a
नहीं वो तो
half buy
definitely.
coming out from Gen G, so just recognizing that, all right, we could go into C. But they have to be careful about it, and that's why they're taking their time with this one.
But let's see.
They want to check and make sure.
I think so अब वापस
First
time
of
आ
all,
गया
yes, the tripwires,
लोगों को
but
approach.
secondly, is
मैंने
are
LFT
there more than one
डाला तो है
person on
नहीं.
this
जून
site?
में डाला था.
Oh, Envy already
उसमें भी LFT नहीं था. That was more like a summary of God's ring
Oh,
में.
dubstep.
God's
The
ring को
flick,
thank you
so
ये.
solid.
अच्छा.
Proper LFT जैसे लोग डालते हैं
And
ना.
that's already
कि
two
LFT
players gone.
Yeah, and C is going to
Free
be an
agent?
easy setup to plant. Although we
PM
haven't
mail
had that
me
happen yet.
ये वो
Jeremy
resume या
Lurk.
जो भी मतलब.
Not accepting less than 5 lakhs a month.
It's got to just get into execution. We're going
मैं
to
तो कुछ भी नहीं डालता.
Watcha!
And मतलब
Oh,
currently
took
also
two
I'm helping
slashes.
One enemy
people
remaining.
for free.
Last player remaining. That's
अभी आप किसी को तो coach कर रहे हो ना?
Team
I'm just
Secret
helping
is
Grey Fox.
crushing.
Helping?
Helping Grey
Match
Fox.
turned into a slasher film
Grey
for a
Fox,
second
okay.
with that knife
हाँ,
kill.
because उसमें मेरे पुराने कुछ.
slowly stalking his prey from behind. But again, it comes down to some of these reads, and Team Secret are very much in the lead.
तो मैं थोड़ा late
Thing
चल
is,
रहा
though,
हूँ.
now I'm thinking about it.
That'll be
Coach
nice,
Val,
देखा.
was this timeout intended for the following round? Because Gen G did
हाँ आप थोड़ा
have
पीछे हो.
a slightly broken economy in the last one.
ये तो हंसते खेलते हरा ही जा रहे हैं भाई जेंजी को.
Can Gen G catch a break? They're going to try that same strat again. Full on engage right here
आपको
over
नहीं
towards
लगता भवन
A.
भाई कि
Sylvan up on top of the
Valorant
bubble.
इतना
They might
evolve
not
up कर
expect
गया
it.
है.
Dubstep
You
just
should have
pushing
different
up front,
comps
able to
for
get a
when
kill.
you're starting attack.
Attack
and
and
defense.
defense, yeah, yeah,
As
true.
अब
well.
बहुत टाइम
Yeah,
से बोल रहा
kicks
हूँ ये.
back over
और
to
ये तो
खासकर
मैं
This has
जी
been
के
a
प्रैक्टिस
lot of
में हम लोगों ने
success
ट्राई भी
experience
किया
in the
था
last two
बहुत.
games, like,
Where
oh
my
no,
team?
my
पर
whole team
वो
died
तभी
over.
हम
Well, I guess I'll go over there and die too.
गेम का अंडरस्टैंडिंग
Now that being said, it
हम
is
लोग
one
का
versus three.
सबका
Not
सेम पेज पे
impossible,
नहीं
but
था
again,
उतना तो.
समझ रहा हूँ.
hard to
हाँ.
imagine it working out.
वही पहला लेयर नहीं बने तो बाकी
Yeah, it's a
लेयर्स
little
ऐड
bit
करके
tough.
क्या ही करोगे.
Still
हाँ.
gonna try to go
पर
for
ये
it,
मैं
though.
बहुत टाइम से बोल रहा हूँ. कप्पा और मैं
Definitely
दोनों
do.
बोल रहे थे बहुत टाइम से ऐसा
Wanna
करना
sync up
चाहिए.
your economy or
प्रैक्टिस किए भी थे.
could actually go for a save.
डिफेंस पे आधे मैप्स में शेष डाले थे.
Just trying to find whatever
आओ
you can
बैन पे. वो बीच में हुआ था ना कि एसेंट में एक कोई तो टीम थी डिफेंस चालू किया शेष डाल दिया 11-1 हाफ हो गया था.
He does navigate his way over here. He's going to try to get Jeremy and does find him.
Not a bad
I
start.
firmly believe मैं तो बहुत टाइम
भाई
से
ये
बोल रहा
जैसी
हूँ.
भाई पागल है भाई कभी-कभी लगता है.
खासकर
A lot of
अभी
time
जिस
left.
हिसाब से
Envy's just gonna
मतलब
buy time.
जैसे फ्रैंचाइज टीम्स को एक हफ्ता मिलता है पर मैच
Envy's so good in these moments.
प्रिपेयर करने के लिए.
Yeah, it's about enough time already.
All right, this spike is going to
मतलब लीग
के टाइम पे हाँ
तो I firmly believe कि उस समय तो आपको प्रिपेयर रहना चाहिए उस समय you should not say things like oh we only prepared this much.
That was them getting the opportunity to have the fight they wanted to have. They wanted to do a collision fight over onto the entry point of A.
That's how smart some of these Team Secret players are. I mean, watch this happen, right? Yes, GENG are throwing a lot of utility down this alley. Whether it's the Dizzy or the Paranoia, Sylvan up on top of Rubble, but Dubstep stayed alive just long enough because of his Cloudburst. Meteor also wasn't quite able to fight back, and right now he's the quietest one on GENG's side. The rest of Team Secret going for the same hit again.
All right, well, it picks up over here again today, and it's just Team Secret every time winning these duels, dropping GENG down to only 3 players left, smoking out Meteor, so they can get that A-site plant. We've got, once again, King doing that walk all the way across the map to try to meet up and help out.
एरा सिमुलेटर चल रहा है ये.
Trying to burn him down, and look at Dubstep. He's going in for the hunt.
यही करती हैं.
Right, Borkum with a swing versus King. Yeah, even though he got that little advantage by seeing the shoulder come out, it wasn't enough. That's the 8th win at the 11th hour, Quack.
That's surely one that brings TS over the edge. I mean, if you're thinking about GENG right now, you can't win any rounds. You have to start over the second half. And again, this is the lower finals. Best of 5 series. We're down to the last couple maps. If you don't win this one, you are done. GENG, they've got to come up with something.
And they just haven't been able to figure it out yet.
A-side hit again.
Yeah, I mean, they you know, it's funny, it's Team
Prediction
Secret,
सही होने वाला.
not many secrets here as to what they're trying to do. You know, they're just going for A
Prediction
over and
तो
over
सही
again,
होने
and it's working. They've got King set up over here with TS to create some crossfire.
Okay, at least King is trying to sneak around now, making use of his cyber cage, able to flick back and forth. 2 kills. Coming back in around left.
अरे इनवी भाई.
Man, it was pretty close.
भाई ये फर्स्ट स्पेल मार देता राइट में तो मजा आ जाता.
Thankfully they do get a kill. Meteor does get to keep that operator.
मतलब अगर उन दोनों फाइट करने ही वाले थे तो लेफ्ट या राइट में कहीं तो फर्स्ट स्पेल मार देता.
But it is a good enough win, and could be the start of a nice.
मैं होता तो लेफ्ट में मारता और राइट वाले को पकड़ते साथ.
Any round possible. And it starts with King. Again, similar to what we saw from Ascent, right? You just put the Sentinel back on the other part of the map. And with his cyber cage, he's able to sneak around.
ये बार सीक्रेट प्रिपेयर्ड आएगा.
GENG Zeta थोड़ा contrasting philosophy का match होता. Secret Zeta, I feel like they are 2 pieces of the same pod. मतलब थोड़ा similar है. तो दोनों chaotic है, but Zeta Secret ज़्यादा है और Secret randomness ज़्यादा है. मतलब Zeta के पास programs हैं, but वो programs are there more to आपके high tempo. और Secret randomly भी high tempo खेलता है.
TS down.
Borkum's already down here below the ledge.
तो रुक ही नहीं रहे Secret वाले.
Push down on that side could really
So A rush only.
That's great positioning too.
Yeah.
At the same time, look
World
at
का B बना के रख दिया.
He's got that rolling thunder. That's your extra insurance. Hits every single player from GENG.
Alright, Jesse gets that first shot over there. And Envy's got him covered. It's a duel now, Envy versus Sylvan. Sylvan comes forward again.
Saw the soul.
Envy bhai does not lose these, bro.
9-2. Team Secret tightening the noose.
Oh boy. That cannot feel comfortable around GENG's necks. I mean, again, it's some of that mental pressure, that mental game coming in,
coaches
and you
give up
it's affecting these GENG guys
just चल रहा है चलने दे.
I mean, you would have thought after yesterday's game against RQ,
आपके साथ कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि like
more,
you know what is going wrong, but you know any solution you give is not working because players, you know, they are just not in the right mentality.
Knives out.
हाँ तो हुआ ना.
Looks like Team Secret got a turtle at least to start.
तो अभी क्या किया? I just use the timeout to calm them.
GENG a little bit more control up in middle outside of.
Deep breaths. Just remember, focus.
Pressure coming out.
कोई
And you
दिक्कत
also have
नहीं है.
Sylvan
Just
right
remind
around
them,
revolving doors
भाई.
too.
हाँ.
This might.
Only
और
thing
कुछ नहीं
is
तो
they
ये
don't
बोल दो
quite
guys. This
have
might be the
firepower.
last time you guys play together.
TS on a Spectre.
At least make sure you are having fun.
They're trying to delay as much as possible, but
और कुछ नहीं तो I think so कई बार क्या होता है ना players खासकर जो बहुत ज़्यादा self critical players होते हैं वो खुद के ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा burden ले लेते हैं.
TS going in for the peak of his own,
Normally
not quite able to make it
नहीं
happen.
बोलना चाहिए fun one
4v5
चीज
retake.
वो तो है